he'd find happiness again. Now I hope our marriage makes it.
I hope Grandpa will get help. He thinks it's too late, but it's not.
With everything that he's going through, I hope he sees a counselor. I just want my brother back.
I hoped he'd get help. Stop hoping things would get better on their own. He told me to stop asking. I didn't. Then one day he asked for a ride.
Hope is knowing there are other families just like yours, that the veterans they love got help and recovered. Go to maketheconnection.net and turn hope into action.
It's cuz thinking about getting an engagement ring? If you're ready to pop the question, you got to go to Golden Nugget Jewelers right now. Largest selection of certified diamonds and engagement rings. Your perfect ring is at Golden Nugget Jewelers. Major financing options, unbeatable prices for name brands such as Veragio and Takori. Online today at goldennuggetjewelry.com. Golden Nugget Jewelers, where Philly gets engaged.
High-efficiency equipment for lower bills, special financing, and rebates on qualifying systems.
What?
Oh, I'm trying to memorize something I heard on the radio. Peace of mind warranties.
Why?
Because our AC is on its last leg, and I need to convince you to call a Bryant Heating and Air Conditioning contractor.
No, you don't. I heard the same ad, and you forgot cleaner, healthier air.
Pierce Phelps Bryant will do whatever it takes to keep you comfortable. To find a local Bryant Heating and Air Conditioning dealer near you, visit nopaybryant.com.
Bryant.
Whatever it takes.
WPEN Burlington, Philadelphia, a Beasley Media Group station, home of the most entertaining sports talk in Philadelphia. 97.5 The Fanatic, Philadelphia.
Good morning. Thought I'd help you wake up.
It's 6 a.m. and you're listening to The John Kincade Show on 97.5 The Fanatic, Philadelphia.
Let the party begin!
The show starts now.
Yeah, it does. How's your Thursday morning going? John Kincade Show on 97.5 The Fanatic. It just started. For many of you have just turned on the radio, the television, streaming on your phones. Because as Pat reminds you constantly, if you have a phone, you have a radio. And the 6 a.m. sponsor of the John Kincade Show is Bradford White Water Heaters. They bring you the 6 o'clock hour. Bradford White's here for the pro. It is a wonderful day. It is a day after a fun afternoon at the ballpark. Had a good time yesterday down at the ballpark. Well, had a frustrating day at the ballpark till like the very, very end, when it really wasn't frustrating anymore.
Welcome to the party.
And Coach is still humming High Hopes. I mean, Connor, he's still in there. He's still in there humming High Hopes.
Good Lord.
Really enjoys this.
It's his favorite song.
Coach is about to.
It sucks.
Coach is about to take the biggest L ever.
You know what's wrong with
this one?
You know what's wrong, guys? Where you from, Coach?
Not, yeah.
San Diego.
Yeah.
That's what it is.
Yeah, go sing the Padres song, jackass.
We didn't sing a song from the 1940s.
What did you sing as your team's been irrelevant?
When did your team win?
They don't sing anything in San Diego.
Yeah, go back to 1997. Oh, wait, you got swept, I believe.
What did they sing in San Diego?
I'd rather them play Chumbawamba or something like that.
But you don't want it. You don't want it right now.
Tump Thumping's a banger, and it always will
and
be.
then Coach is like, well, what's better? The Dupe song's better. Yeah.
It sure is.
Yeah,
It's only got one word.
If you want to energize a crowd, it's
the
not
Dupe song
a song about an ant moving a tree. Give me a break.
That's
You
what
really
makes
don't.
that's what makes that song great.
We're
You
an
don't get
underdog
it.
city, Coach.
Traditionally, that song wouldn't energize a crowd, but Harry Callis singing it does.
It certainly does. Harry Callis could sing "Happy Freaking Birthday" to me.
Wow.
Why do you hate
it would
Harry
be the
Callis,
best.
Coach?
Really gets the energy flowing there. Let's move a rubber tree.
He's
Coach,
like,
I'm tuning out.
He's like, let's sing the Dupe song. This is Coach's biggest L ever. Is not understanding the impact of Harry Callis's, High Hopes, which is favorite. We do not leave the family. You wait till you hear Harry sing it, then you head out.
Gotcha.
Before you leave the building. My daughter never even knows who Harry Callis is, and she loves it. She can sing the song.
When people say they're not mad, they're disappointed.
I'm
both. I'm disappointed in this
and
man.
you're mad?
Because he's been here he was born in San Diego, but he moved here when he was like 4 or 5.
When did you get
He's
smuggled out
basically
of
a Philadelphian.
When did you exited California long before all the millions of people that are now exiting it now trying to get the hell out? When did you get out?
About 20 years ago.
Oh, geez, 20. So you were like 5.
when you were about 5 or 6.
When you got out of there.
Be better, Coach.
Our neighbors have come from San Diego. They've gone from San Diego out to Chester County, Pennsylvania.
It's a nice area.
That's but
it's
still,
a common move.
San Diego's beautiful, though. Bob, I think it's the most beautiful place.
So is Chester. I've never been there. I've never been to San Diego.
We show up late. We leave early.
I think San Diego is maybe one of the most beautiful places I've ever been. It is spectacular. Absolutely gorgeous weather. And I don't say that about L.A.
There's a great...
It's amazing.
Great ice cream spot called Baked Bear.
Ice cream?
Yeah, you go to Baked Bear, drop my name.
What did you say, Baked Pear?
Baked Bear.
Oh, Baked Bear.
Like bear.
No, baked meaning
that
they're baked.
Doesn't
so
resonate ice cream to me.
Their thing is like they have ice cream, but they also like bake
bears,
brownies and stuff. So you get the ice cream on the bread. It's very, very good. You go there, you drop my name, they'll sell you ice cream.
And it's in San Diego?
Yeah,
is it right there in the bar in the Gaslight District?
No.
It's a Gaslight District, I think.
No,
right?
it wasn't.
Coach, is that it, right? Gaslight District?
Yeah.
I don't know Baked Bear.
Yeah, see, I'm more San Diego than him.
There's a place I know in San Diego that has the chocolate chip cookie bowls, the brownie bowls.
Okay.
That they actually make.
Yeah.
The molds, and it's in chocolate chip cookie. You can get sugar cookie, and then they put the ice cream in that. And that, to me, now that would draw me to eating more ice cream.
The Baked Bear gets 4.7 stars.
Oh my gosh,
out of 5.
That's good.
Wow, I gave
That's
it
good.
5.
Big time.
I gave it 5.
That's good.
Saying if you're in the area, drop by. They'll sell you stuff.
We appreciate you being here today, and we appreciate Bradford White Water Heaters as we get this day going. I did not see it coming. I did not see Garrett Stubbs saving the day yesterday. I will say this, both of the calls yesterday by Tom McCarthy and by Scott Fransky, exceptional. It's fun. Phillies win their 4th consecutive series, wrapping it up with that dramatic walk-off win. Stubbs saves the day. And I ask you a contemplative question, and it's a question that describes the Phillies right now, and it also is a question that still keeps it somewhat positive. The Phillies are having major issues with Real Muto and Castellanos in clutch situations, coming through and delivering. Nick has just 3 RBI in his last 13 games, 11 games with zeros. He's left more ducks in the pond than Elmer Fudd. But Real Muto struggling mighty defensively and offensively. So the question is, considering that the Phillies are 11-2 in their last 13 games, is it really good news? Could this be a good news story? And that was what I was asked yesterday by one of my friends. Said to me, well, maybe it's a good news story because they're terrorizing the National League, and 2 of the biggest guys in their lineup are consistently not coming through. And with Real Muto and also with Castellanos, both of them are going to have better days coming. At some point, they're going to put together a better 2 weeks, a better 3 weeks, and things are going to come together for them. So is it actually a good news story that this team is terrorizing the National League as it is, except for the Braves that are 14-0, that they're doing this without 2 of their biggest bats?
Yeah, well, it's always good news when you're winning the way they're winning. And also, like I pointed out yesterday, you're also doing it without maybe your second best overall player in Gene Segura. So, yeah, you're doing it without a couple of your big bats in the lineup. But that's, I look at it like yesterday there was people coming out. I read somebody saying when Hoskins got the leadoff triple, and I think it was the 6th maybe, whatever it was, and somebody tweets right away, yeah, but they're going to leave him there. And sure enough, they did.
It was terrible.
But I look at it, and I'm like, oh, my God, it's baseball. Like, the ups and downs of 162 games in baseball, if you're going to go inning by inning, you're going to mentally kill yourself.
Game by game, I think you do.
Yeah, I mean, it's baseball. And like all day yesterday, even 1-0, yeah, frustration over a leadoff triple and the guy doesn't score. You get 2 ground outs to third and then another to second or whatever it was. But, all through that game, it's 1-0. I mean, maybe I look at the game differently. I'm looking at 6th, 7th, 8th inning. Frustration, yeah, but it's 1-0. And the way this team's playing, you think, at least I was, okay, they might pull this out because that's what they've been doing lately. And then sure enough, when you get an out and then Bohm gets a hit, and I thought he might try to stretch it to a double, but thankfully he didn't. And he gets a hit, and I was like, oh, life. Look at this, life. And I was thinking to myself, if this is a losing streak, a lot of people aren't even watching this. It's a winning streak. Most people should still be watching it. And then I look at the stands, and so many people left already. But look, this team is so hot right now. Yeah, bats are up and down. Hoskins is on fire. Castellanos and Real Muto can't find a hit right now. But, God, if they put it all together, I'm not saying 11-2 could be the norm.
No, but they're
a pretty good team.
I enjoy it. I enjoy the. I guess I enjoy, Pat, the opportunity that this lineup presents. That this is a lineup that it's much more fun to know this lineup's coming together. And part of it is, and I had to acknowledge it yesterday because I'm more of an old school guy when it comes to baseball. I'm enjoying the designated hitter a lot.
Me too.
I don't miss a pitcher at all.
Me too. I don't miss that basically.
I don't miss it at all. Yeah.
There's nothing worse than a guy at first base and the pitcher comes up and you're praying to God he doesn't hit into a double play. You're just strike out. It's fine.
Yeah.
No, it is a good thing in a way, and I've thought about it too, that these guys are struggling now because they're still winning games because they're not going to be this bad all season long.
No.
Castellanos eventually will come around. He will be comfortable at the plate, and he even said it. Sometimes it's one at bat and boom, you're back to being comfortable. You're back to swinging it well, and even then, if this is the worst we getting from Nick Castellanos, it's still not terrible. It's not. He's not hitting a $180. He's hitting 240, 250. So
he looks like he's swinging at Topgolf right now. He's
fighting it.
He's chasing a lot of bad pitches.
He's definitely fighting it, but I do think that once he gets rolling, and baseball is a game of ebbs and flows. There's usually not an entire lineup hitting at once, unless you're the Braves right now. But when Castellanos picks it up, somebody else will probably be struggling. It is what it is. But that's why you go and you sign a guy like Nick Castellanos and Kyle Schwarber. You just pay the money, the luxury tax, so that when Nick Castellanos is struggling, well, you've got Bryce Harper there picking you up.
Now, Connor, you were talking about does Garrett Stubbs have to play tonight? No, he does not. No, JT Real Muto needs to play tonight. And then tomorrow you got a doubleheader. You got an afternoon game, you got a night game. Stubbs gets the afternoon game in the heat. Let Real Muto play the night game and just keep it into a flow like that.
Now, they've got a lot of lefties that they're facing coming up, so that would be a reason not to play Stubbs. But, man...
Well, wait a minute, though. Stubbs has 4 extra base hits, if I'm not mistaken, in 10 at-bats versus lefties.
I get that, but you're still, if you're looking at it as a manager, it's part of the reason they sent Mickey Moniak down. Clearly, Rob Thompson values the lefty-lefty, righty-righty type of, the alternate matchup.
But when someone's dispelling that myth... Aren't you supposed to say, hell with analytics, hell with old school? The guy's hitting lefties.
Well, you don't want to start him, so I
want him to be just what he is, but I don't want it to be a lefty-righty starting him.
Okay.
I want it to be that it's just give Real Muto his days off.
Well,
that's all I want it to
be. He's the better option right now.
Yeah.
A lot of people are saying
but he's got to get out of it.
Right now, he is the better option.
He is the better option right now, but he's got to get out of it. You got to get Real Muto out of this slump.
A lot of people are saying Garrett Stubbs, best catcher in baseball. A lot of people.
Are saying
words are spreading far and wide.
Far and wide?
Far and wide. Heard it from, maybe from Connor today.
It's BCIB, baby.
Yeah,
Garrett Stubbs.
It is. It's... Bob, it's when you're winning and you're not getting big contributions of good guys. I think that's always a good sign. That's why I think this is the silver lining to it all. I feel good about it because I think it's going to get better. And as the hitting season comes around and the ball starts flying, I think it's going to be even better for them.
Yeah, hitting in baseball is something that is going to be that roller coaster that we talk about. But I think the big story yesterday that really not a lot of people are talking about is the effort of Kyle Gibson.
Spectacular.
And that was great. 8 innings, 1 earned run, no walks, 6 strikeouts. That's another great starting outing. I think he threw less than 90 pitches. Like that, if you need something to be constant in baseball, because hitting's not going to be, John, like you pointed out earlier. Hitting isn't going to be constant. It's rare that somebody, 140 games is just a constant bat in your lineup. But pitching can be. Because you're only out there once every 5 days, and you can concentrate on that. And for the most part, my God, their starting pitching has been really, really good.
Joe Girardi would never have let Kyle Gibson pitch the 9th inning yesterday. Start the 9th inning.
He would have been out in the 7th.
He would have had him out, I think, in the 7th also. I think he would have said, great job, good. Now we'll go in the bullpen. Because some flow chart tells me I need this guy in the 8th, this guy in the 9th.
And how about the adjustment by Rob Thompson after he pulls Eflin early to let Gibson go? Like, the day-to-day adjustment this guy's making It's just we have a baseball manager.
Well, the thing is, though, he's managing Pat by his gut.
Yeah, he also
he's
pulled
going by a gut.
An injury. He said
right.
He pulled him because
and Eflin will start this weekend, and there seems like there's nothing wrong.
But I get the impression too that he's actually managing from feel more so from analytics, and that was my big problem with Joe Girardi. I can think of one instance where Joe Girardi left his starter in there because the starter wanted to be in there and asked to be in after Joe
Nola,
Girardi.
right?
And it was Nola. Yeah, I mean Nola. He went up to Nola to shake his hand, and Nola said, "No, I want to continue," and he let him. But that's one out of how many games that this guy managed because he went on the analytics and the flow charts and all that crap. I want more of a guy that goes, okay, you think you've got it, then go.
And you got to take the good with the bad because I thought it was a bad decision to pinch run for Rhys Hoskins yesterday. Take Rhys's bat out of the lineup, and Rhys would have come up in that ninth inning, and you would have had an opportunity to get Rhys Hoskins in there. But again, you got to take the good with the bad with Rob Thompson because he's going to go by his gut. He felt a feel. They got to get Vierling in there. He loves Vierling.
He does.
He loves Vierling.
A man crush on him.
He really does.
Every manager has that, though.
I think it's a...
yeah.
Like Gabe had Sean Rodriguez. Joe Girardi had Ronnie T.
I'm shocked because I guess I just don't see it the way he does, but he knows 1,000 times more about his team and his players than I do. So
hey, they're winning.
Yeah, they are. And they're winning, and that's good. And now you get 5 games against the awful Washington Nationals, who Bob has already declared 4 out of 5 this weekend.
Yeah, at least 4 out of 5. No question about it.
At least. That's awesome. If they go 4 out of 5 this weekend, I think I honestly believe summertime may be party time. Because this is where, again, yesterday was a chance you would have normally lost this series, Pat. And now if they go 4 out of 5 this weekend, then I'm saying, okay, I'm sensing something really has turned a corner.
Yeah, I think
and changed.
We did it earlier this week, but it was the next 9 games. I felt like they needed to go 7-2.
And now they're 2-1 to start.
Normally it's like 7-2. It's like that's absurd. But you're facing teams that you should be beating. So go out there and beat them.
Yeah.
Give me the faith, give me the confidence back. Like it'd be the most Philadelphia Phillies thing in the world if they go out and they do what they did and they rattle off 9 straight wins and then they face the Marlins and the Nationals and they throw up a dud.
Yeah.
So you got to give the fan base a little bit of faith.
Crystal clear lakes, trout-filled streams, wide sandy beaches. Maine's got them all for you. It's summer and the water is calling. Visit Maine.com. And this message is sponsored by Maine's Office of Tourism. Maine's trying to lure you up there. They are really trying to lure you up there. It's a lot of subliminal messages. Lakes.
Former Sixers coach is a Mainesman.
Who's that?
Brett
is
Brown.
It Brett Brown? Oh, yeah, he is.
He grew up in Portland, Maine, yeah, and he he said he could retire and live in the woods there and go fishing there every day of his life if
He's
he
got
had the choice.
Portland Sea Dog season tickets.
I heard it's very peaceful. Does he have Maine Mariners? Are the Maine Mariners still there? The hockey team? Or not?
Yeah, they are actually. Yeah,
they are
they're a minor
still
league
up
team
there.
for somebody.
Remember, it is a Wendy's Thursday on the John Kincade Show.
I forgot.
Bob forgot. It's a happy day. That's because you think it's Friday, Bob. Because this is your Friday, so you think this is
My days
Friday.
are a little messed up. Yeah, I have vacation time for those people that have come at me saying, how come you never work anymore? I do have some vacation time. I'm not taking a week at a time, but I'm taking days here and there. So
I think it's great.
I feel like
I gotta tell you, so do I.
5 days to get the Wendy's. I don't know if 4 days a week affords you the
I don't
Wendy's.
care what you think. That's the best thing.
That's a good point by Connor.
Yeah,
Let's not
stop
dismiss
me.
that.
Whole weeks.
I will. You're not that big.
Hey,
I know I'm not.
But Rock, Tim, and Glenn aren't here. All right, I can take you.
Hey, when you want a hot and
think?
juicy hamburger, I'd like to watch it. Go for the square. Go to Wendy's and grab a Dave's Double. Taste the hot, juicy square difference in Wendy's. Fresh beef's available in the contiguous U.S., Alaska, and Canada. Now, in speaking sort of to our earlier conversation about this city, today's a huge day and a huge announcement coming later today. Spoiler alert. When the city hosts a party and invites you to come to a party where they might get announced as winning something, they're winning something. There's a party going on today in Atlanta, too. I wonder why, because they're going to announce the cities for the World Cup for 2026, and Philadelphia appears to be a winner. I don't think they'd host a party if they weren't. So to me, this is really a historic day, and it's a great time. We are not a literal rabid soccer city, but we are a destination city as far as this country, and it will be. Do you know what 2026 will be, Connor?
It's like that anniversary, John, of the United States, right?
That anniversary, John.
Yeah.
Bob, do you know what it will officially be, the 2026? Because you're going to have to learn this term.
Yeah, 250, is that what it is?
Yes.
Yeah.
Do you know, Pat, what the term is? It is the semi-quincentennial.
See that? I was right.
So 250 is the. It is 2026 is the semi-quincentennial.
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 It's not a full rock hard quincentennial.
So just remember, it's the semi-quincentennial.
We're just making stuff up.
That is the term.
That's like when you're like with a girl and she goes, "Tomorrow's my half birthday." You're like, what is a half birthday? Well,
you've had a girl say that to you, Pat?
Half birthdays?
Yeah. Half birthday.
What do you mean, oh, yeah? Like, you've had many girls say to you, hey, tomorrow's my half birthday.
Many girls.
They were trying to get something out of you, I think.
Ladies, man. Every girl wants to be hooking up with the radio dude. You know it.
Far and wide.
I think my uncle did some time at the semi-quincentennial once.
He may have.
Yeah.
He may have. Semi-quincentennial is the term we all need to learn. Because 4 years from now, we will be in the midst of it, getting ready for the semi-quincentennial. So just get used to saying it. It's not hard, semi-quincentennial.
I'm not going to say it.
No, me neither.
I'm good.
You're not? What are you going to say in 2026?
Well, I'm going to say 2026. It's way easier than saying
What are you going to say? Happy 250.
I'm not going to. What am I going to wish a country? I'm going to go to every state and say, Happy birthday.
Semi-quincentennial. Let me just assure you, Connor, you weren't here for it. Pat, you weren't here for it. You weren't even alive. The bicentennial was a huge deal.
Gary Maddox passed somebody on the base pass when he hit a grand slam.
Really? You just met, that day?
Yeah, I was at the parade.
Really?
Swear to God. I was at the parade. 1976, I was in a parade in Philadelphia, and I had my little transistor radio to my ear. And Gary Maddox passed somebody on the base pass hitting a grand slam.
Were they in Pittsburgh?
And they discounted it. I think it may have been.
Like they had them.
And I remember it ruined my day.
I will tell you that
I am an idiot.
Major League Baseball's already given us the All-Star game that summer. The Sixers are working hard behind the scenes and could have an announcement next year that we will have NBA All-Star weekend during the semi-quincentennial. See, it's not hard. It rolls right off the semi-quincentennial.
You're a radio guy.
The Flyers will probably look to have the NHL All-Star game, too.
Are they still going to be in the league, or NHL can tell them to go away?
They'll be looking for a new coach.
We're hoping that's not the case, but it's a big day for the city, and it is worth celebrating. And you know what would be great? On the Jumbotron, Harry singing High Hopes.
Agreed. I think Coach would love it.
Because, Coach, we're not a soccer-crazy city. And for us to get to get a World Cup match is huge. We're getting it because of the semi-quincentennial. That's the reason we're getting it.
And when a goal is scored, they'll play the Dupe song.
I don't think they will.
I don't think so.
Not the U.S. soccer team won't, because they're in the majors of soccer.
I'll tell you what. I went to a World Cup game, Women's World Cup game up in Ottawa in 2015.
Okay.
We drove up there. My daughter's soccer team. We all went up. We got done the game. We were walking back to the hotel. It was a great thing. And I said to one of the fathers, he came over to me and he says, well, what did you think? You know, you've been around a lot of sporting events. I said, honest to God, that was one of the top 3 things I've ever been to. It was just a World Cup game. And yeah, did I follow soccer? No, not all that much or whatever.
Right.
It was so cool.
94, Meadowlands, Ireland versus Italy was one of the greatest sporting events I've ever attended. Absolutely amazing.
Who did you root for?
I did not root for either side because I'm not Irish and I'm not Italian. But I just soaked it in. Oh, I am a mutt. I'm Scottish, actually.
Are you?
I don't think it's Scottish. I don't know that the Scotsman ever can, put it together like that.
They're more good at throwing those big wooden poles over things. Isn't that
exactly.
what they do?
Well, Scotsmen,
the Highland Games.
We're
smart. Yeah. They
wear
do those
dresses
kind of things.
Or kilts.
We're going to see the Kincade. We're going to go
dresses.
visit the Kincade Castle in Scotland one day. I'll go visit it. So there are treads, and then there are retreads. And every once in a while, Bob Cooney at a post-show meeting just totally just contributes something great. I said once in a while. It's John Kincade Show on The Fanatic. Hey, it's the College Ave student loans trying to help you out right now. And if you've got a college student preparing to go to college, the worst thing in the world would be 5 years from now, 4 years from now, them saying, how am I going to pay for it?
Well, you're supposed to figure those things out before you actually take a loan. And that's why you get College Ave student loans on your side. The reality of the tuition bill, yes, one day you have to pay for this loan. So why don't you make an intelligent decision before you take it? You take the stress out of paying for college. They've got private student loans that fit your family's budget and goals. They also have great resources like their student loan calculator that allows you to see what your future loan's going to look like. Because once you graduate, they're going to expect you to pay the loan back. It's sort of how this whole thing works. Why not make an intelligent decision before you take the loan? And the folks at College Ave to totally make it so easy for you. While you're on the site, your student can enter to win the $1,000 monthly scholarship contest. So do it with your rising college student, and it's a better student loan experience. If you have a kid who's getting ready to go to college in a year from now, you can start to get comfortable with College Ave. It's a better student loan experience. You're going to breathe easier, and there's no purchase necessary to enter the college scholarship contest. See official rules for details. It's, my friends, check out College Ave student loans.
The John Kincade Show.
Uh-oh. Looks like I'm in for a bad hair day.
On 97.5 The Fanatic, Philadelphia. Join the John Kincade Show today from 5 to 7 p.m. at PJ Wellahan's in Bluebell for a PJ's Happy Hour. Come out to say hi and enjoy delicious PJ wings.
Hey, it's Jen Scordo. This baseball season, swing for the fences on FanDuel Sportsbook. Now, new customers get $200 in free bets guaranteed when you place your first $5 bet. Sign up using my promo code SCORDO to get in on all the action. I certainly love betting the money line, home run props, strikeout totals, and so much more. Plus, you can combine your bets for an even bigger payday with a same-game parlay. There are a ton of options to bet baseball on the FanDuel Sportsbook app. Pick your favorite player, build your same-game parlay around that player. To hit a home run, 2+ home runs, strikeouts, hits, runs, bases, the options are almost endless. If you're new to FanDuel, now's the perfect time to give it a shot. Join with my promo code SCORDO and turn a $5 bet into $200 in free bets, win or lose, exclusively on the FanDuel Sportsbook app.
21 plus and present PA. First online real money wager only. $10 first deposit required. Bonus issued as non-withdrawable free bets that expires 14 days after receipt. Restrictions apply. See full terms at sportsbook.fanduel.com. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER.
It's one thing to build a truck. It's another to build a legacy. The Ford F-150. The only truck with an available class-exclusive Pro Power onboard generator. The only one with an available work surface in the front and the back. And the only one that is part of the F-Series lineup that has been the best-selling pickup for 45 straight years. Now you can get special incentives when you build to order a new F-150. Inventory is arriving daily, so hurry in for best selection. Get to your local Ford store today.
Hey, it's Cuz. Are you getting ready for a home improvement cleanup? The garage, the bathroom, big move? Let me tell you about the perfect solution, the Bagster. The Bagster, by far the most convenient, affordable way to help with your cleanup. The Bagster isn't just a great product. It's a 3 cubic yard dumpster in a bag sold at Home Depot, Lowe's, local home improvement stores everywhere, and for only $29.99. Holds 3,300 pounds of waste. Buy it, fill it, schedule your collection. Poof, it's gone. Clean it up with the Bagster dumpster in the back.
When you're an innovative business, every blinking cursor, every blank page is an opportunity. What will you do with it? Will you make something better or create something new? Our Dell Technologies advisors provide you with tools and expertise to do incredible things. Because we believe there's an innovator in all of us. For advice on smart PCs powered by Intel vPro that's built for business, call a Dell Technologies advisor at 877-ASK-DELL.
When you need your tech working its best, Staples has you covered.
My PC has 3 speeds: slow, slower, and slowest.
Staples has you covered during our free PC tune-up event, Saturday the 18th and Sunday the 19th. Bring your existing PC to any Staples store and we'll remove junk files, improve your startup and operating speeds, and optimize your device's performance with a 1-year subscription for PC tune-up software. A $30 value free. Your tech solution is at Staples. In-store only, Windows devices only. Appointments encouraged by phone or in-store.
Hi, I'm Peter.
I'm Emma.
And our deck is TimberTech.
I'm the practical one in the family.
And I'm the designer. We chose TimberTech because I wanted a great design.
And I wanted low maintenance.
We love our TimberTech deck because it looks just like real wood.
And it's easy to maintain. I don't have to worry about the kids running around.
TimberTech was really the best of both worlds for us.
Order your free samples at timbertech.com.
Welcome back to the quickest podcast ever, brought to you by Kohl's.
Today's topic, Father's Day deals.
Dads can be tough to shop for.
Not at Kohl's. I got my dad a shirt for just $11.04.
Okay, that is pretty great.
It gets better. You can take an extra 15% off already amazing deals like 20% off grilling tools and, not to mention, 25% off Under Armour gear.
All right, I'm sold.
Oh, and you can save even more with a Kohl's card.
More style and more savings? On my way there now.
Select styles, 15% offer ends June 19th. Under Armour coupons do not apply. Some exclusions apply. See store or Kohl's.com for details.
Behold, New Jersey, with the Caesars Casino app, you have dozens of your favorite slots right at your fingertips. Sign up and get your first deposit matched up to $2,000 with a bonus for slots or video poker, plus a $100 gas card using promo code Radio Casino. Must be 21. Offer valid in New Jersey only and for new users. Minimum wagering within 7 days required to unlock bonus. See Caesars.com/promos for full terms. If you or someone you know has a gambling problem, call 1-800-GAMBLER. In New York, call 877-8-HOPE-NY or text HOPE-NY 467-369. Play like a Caesar with Caesars Casino.
Montgomery County has over 50 of the most historic and challenging public courses and private clubs in the Northeast. To hear about some of our top picks on the John Kincade Show Golf Tour, the Bluebell Country Club, Ravens Claw Golf Club, and Lulu Country Club, just to name a few, visit 97.5thefanatic.com/golf tour to learn more. Plus, you can qualify to win great prizes, like a custom-fit PXG driver, thanks to our friends at PXG in King of Prussia, valued at over $500. It's the John Kincade Show Golf Tour. We're presented by the Valley Forge Tourism and Convention Board.
When you want a hot and juicy hamburger, go for the Square. Wendy's serves up fresh, never frozen beef. And yup, these patties are square. Grab a Dave's Double and see the hot and juicy Square difference for yourself. Choose wisely. Choose Wendy's. Fresh beef available in the contiguous U.S., Alaska, and Canada.
The Union are continuing on their torrid pace. After a fantastic 2021 season and playoff run, your Philadelphia Union are currently among the top teams in the Eastern Conference, sitting in second place behind dreaded New York. Get down to a Union game. It's awesome. The crowd is electric. The fans bring the action and excitement the entire game long. If you're not sure what to do, just follow along with the Sons of Ben down in the River End. Philadelphia is a 5-for-5 city, and head coach Jim Curtin is Philly through and through. They're facing FC Cincinnati Saturday at 7:30 p.m. at Subaru Park. Looks like it's going to be in the mid-70s and a gorgeous day down there. So get your tickets today or any day at PhiladelphiaUnion.com.
Hello? Whether you're at home or on the go, listen to 97.5 The Fanatic on Odyssey on your smartphone, Roku, LG Smart TV, Waze, and more. That's Odyssey, AUDACY. Check it out now. Now, back to the John Kincade Show.
It's spelled Kincade, Kincade. Just so you know when you're writing your complaint emails.
On 97.5 The Fanatic, Philadelphia.
It's a Wendy's Thursday. Bob didn't even realize it was. When you want that
Pat's
hot...
moving today.
When you want that hot and juicy hamburger, choose wisely. Choose Wendy's. They're awesome. The square burgers, they're great. Fresh beef's available in the contiguous U.S., Alaska.
I can't wait.
And Canada. What can't you wait for? The Wendy's?
Oh, for MBG to bring that Wendy's?
How about...
Can't wait. Like Bart Scott right now. Getting interviewed by Sal Powell. Just screaming, can't wait.
MBG.
Mary Beth.
She is an MVP.
MBG is the MVP.
And MBG better take her own first choice.
She does.
Okay, good.
Yeah,
we
we basically bullied her into doing it. Yeah.
Because I heard before she just took the potatoes.
I mean, that's
because she's a runner.
That's what she wants. That's what she wants.
No, I just want her to have first choice because she's really doing us a favor, and we appreciate that. Man, it's amazing. Wendy's is delicious. The smile it puts in your face. By the way, Connor Thomas does stand-up Connor so people can see in the camera. Make sure you get a good look at it. Meet the Mets. Meet the Mets.
He just told me in my headset. He told me he loves Pete Alonso.
Never said that.
Like, seriously?
Never said that.
Grab the
I'm sorry, what did you say? You really like him?
You called me Pete Alonso, and I said I feel like Pete Alonso and me would get along.
No, you didn't. You said I really like Pete Alonso.
Yes, I feel like we would get along.
What self-respecting Phillies fan likes Pete Alonso?
I know,
Why
right?
would you like him?
He is incredibly punchable.
No, Pat, he's a journalist now, so he's not a fan anymore. He's a journalist.
Because he's the Locked On
Phillies
Phillies
he's got his podcast.
Forgot, yeah.
So I respect you for that, Connor.
You're a James McCann man now.
Now, Pat.
Garrett Stubbs can't hold a candle to your boy James McCann.
Now, Pat, with the social posts, if you haven't seen it, the picture of what I'm wearing as well is on our Twitters, on our Instagram. Was the shot from behind really necessary?
Well, it was because the hat.
You could have just told me to turn the hat around.
You're wearing the trucker hat.
Yeah,
By the way,
the hat is also blue. Like, you did a good job color coordinating for your Mets.
May I ask, though, as someone who actually at one time worked at the Springfield Inn, when did they get that? When did that logo become?
So I'll tell you,
unrecognizable.
I'll tell you why I have the hat. So
and why is it orange?
When Anthony and Andrew, during the pandemic, were trying to help businesses out,
right?
And they were saying, "Send in your stuff, we'll wear it on the air." Well, they got an influx of stuff from local businesses.
And Springfield Inn at
much,
the time?
Yes.
Yeah, we got a couple shirts, I think, too, right?
They had so much that they couldn't wear it all because so many businesses, they love listening
That's
to Cuz
awesome.
and Chunis. So they were like, hey, if you want this hat. So that's when I took it. So I assume this is logos from like 2021.
Okay, I'm going to say.
Springfield's no shower happy hour, right?
Yes.
The Springfield?
Well, the old carousel in the back, you had the bar in the back on the beach bar. You were fine. That's where you rolled in, the old Rage Band. And it was a great spot. Now, my feet were still sticking to the floor. There were shoes that you just had. You had Springfield shoes.
Sure.
So if you went at night, there were
Maloney shoes.
There were shoes you wore specifically to the Springfield. And then you'd roll down to Shenanigans, if that was going well, or the Ocean Dive, or the, to where else? Accosted.
Wawa.
No.
You didn't go to Wawa?
Dead Dog.
No.
Yeah, we partied.
Wawa?
We
Party at the Wawa?
We partied at different places.
I didn't realize that. We
yeah.
did. We partied in very different places.
Yeah.
Yeah,
but I mean, credit to Connor because the Mets got shellacked last night, and he's still showing his support. And I think that's important.
It's good that you're sticking with your Mets.
Yeah,
even
throw
though
you
they
out the window.
Try it.
Now here's the dilemma we're in. Here's the dilemma we're in with the Mets too. The Mets, honestly, and Met fans, if you know them, were celebrating the division title just 2 weeks ago.
Just because I'm in Jamie's chair doesn't mean all of a sudden I became
exactly. No, but they were celebrating the division title like 2 weeks ago. They're now They wake up 4 games up today on the Braves, 8.5 on the Phillies. I can't believe it's 8.5. I mean, 8.5 is a fine number. I said 6 by the All-Star rig. If it's 6 like 4th of July, I'm going to actually believe you could catch the Mets. If it's 6. I mean, if it starts to slip away like that, I would love to see them gag. I would love to see them choke this up more than anything. And
I would rather they win the division. If the Phillies can't do it, I would rather they win it than the Braves.
Just because why?
Because the Braves know how to win now.
Yeah, they do.
I mean, they know how to win. They won the World Series last year. They know what it takes. They know how to go into playoff series and come out of them, which is a big, big thing.
14 in a row for the Braves. I mean, I don't remember the last. What's the longest winning streak we've seen recently? Anybody know? Because 14 is absurd.
I mean, I think the longest one was the 80s in 2002. They won 22 in a row.
They won 22?
Start the season. Didn't the Orioles one year start the season with like 20 straight wins?
I thought they started with losses. The Orioles.
Or it could be losses.
The Detroit Tigers, I know, 1 year heading. This isn't amazing. I mean, 14 in a row. I don't remember 14 in a row.
You do 7 in a row.
7 in a row is great.
Yeah, I mean the only streak that's comparable, as I said, that I can remember is the 02 Moneyball team.
The 1916 New York Giants. They won 26 straight games.
Okay, so what are the other streaks? Because that's a good.
So
14's a really good streak.
2017, Cleveland won 22 in a row.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, and then you have to go all the way, like, modern history, 2002, the Oakland A's won 20 in a row, Pat. Very good.
Okay, so you had 20 on that one.
Yeah.
All right, well.
Pat, you're smart.
I know sports, man.
You do.
You know, Bob hates our post-show meetings. But that doesn't.
I don't know why you keep saying that. I don't.
Pat.
He's definitely. No, well, to defend him, he has come around. He used to kind of give you the Bob face. We haven't seen the resting Bob face.
No, we haven't seen resting Bob face in a while. Well, Bob's the least likely to enjoy one of them.
Well, here's the reason. Like, I like meetings where if you have 3 sentences to say, you say them and it's done. I don't need to hear those same 3 sentences 65 times. That's what bothers me about meetings.
Where we've had that.
Pat?
65 times?
Okay, not 65. I can't. I love how you throw me under the bus here.
Exactly.
John does have a tendency to repeat things at times.
Because some stuff doesn't get done.
Not every meeting.
Correct.
But at times.
I wasn't saying just you.
Not at times, yes. And it's not just John. Coach as well. I need your 5 truths. At times things do get repeated or reworded and over-explained. And I just want to say this isn't how I feel. I'm just happy that my key card works, and I'm happy.
You should be lucky.
Happy to be invited to this chair.
You should be lucky. Connor's always attentive.
What is your deal, Bob?
Connor, you're always attentive.
Oh, I'm locked in.
He's the locked-in Phillies.
Yeah, since starting the podcast, right?
There it is. He's
Absolutely.
locked in.
Well, that's locked on.
Bob came up with a great one yesterday. The discussion came up about John Tortorella. We'll get into that later on about him specifically. Potentially being named the Flyers coach. And so we were trying to figure out, okay, this will be Tortorella's 5th NHL head coaching job, correct, Pat?
Tampa, New York, Vancouver, Columbus, so 5th.
And Bob asked, is that, like, how many treads makes you a retread? How many hires do you have to be considered a retread hire? And my gut instinct was to blurt out 3. You get a third shot to be a manager or a coach. That 3, I consider you a retread. I don't consider you a retread if it's 2.
Well, what scares me about it is, let's look at the history of the Flyers. It's always trying to get that piece that has done it before, right? Pat, I think you said this a week or so ago that, oh, yeah, they always think they're one or you might have said it yesterday as recently. Yeah, they're always looking to get 1 or 2. They always think they're 1 or 2 pieces away. And look, that was the Ed Snyder thing. You go out and you get somebody that you think, this is the guy we need now, and that'll put us over the top.
Jeremy Roenick.
And Jeremy Roenick. Those are exact 2 guys that I had in mind. And it never works. And then you look at the coaches that they go back and get, a Peter Laviolette, an Elaine Vigneault, back in the day, Ken Hitchcock. But it's not just that. It's that they never hit on guys. If they want to try somebody new, all right, Craig Berube. They tried it. They gave up on it. Berube goes somewhere else and has, the ultimate success. John Stevens, they tried it. He was like a first-time head coach in the NHL. Went somewhere else and had success, right?
He's an assistant coach.
He was an assistant forever.
Coach who has never gotten another head coaching job because he was so bad. I thought he was terrible.
Yeah,
okay,
he was
terrible. He went somewhere else and had success.
By accident.
Okay.
I do believe it was by accident.
He was riding coattails, but to your point.
It's okay.
Yeah, it's just they hackstall. That was kind of ridiculous. Why can't you? We always talk about scouting of players, and the Flyers can't get draft picks right, and as I said, always trying to get that one player to put them over the top. They can't get a coach right. I mean, they've tried the Billy Barbers, the Paul Holmgrens, as we said, the Craig Berubes. Let's bring back the old guys that used to play here. John Stevens, even to that sense, is kind of one of them. Whatever they do, it never works. Now, Hitchcock was a guy that I thought they gave up on way too early.
Way too early.
And they just can't get it right.
I think Hitchcock was the one pulling the plug on. They pulled the plug on Hitchcock way too early.
I think they do get it right.
Really?
Yeah.
What do you mean? They get it right?
They're hiring good coaches. Their construction of their team is horrible, and those coaches are getting the most out of these guys.
That's a different way of looking at it.
Peter Laviolette comes in mid-season, takes that team to the Cup, and he was a very successful coach. And he was getting them to the playoffs.
I forgot about that being a mid-season. But their roster
construction was horrible. Ken Hitchcock, same thing. Ken Hitchcock's big problem was, unfortunately for him, he had Roman Czechmanek, who was checked out at that point because they weren't getting paid to play in the playoff games.
Well, but again, to it is what makes you a retread. It's not making
in my opinion, 4 times.
So you get a 4th job.
And I think there's a negative connotation with the retread that necessarily shouldn't be there. Like we look at retread like, oh, here we go again. A lot of times these guys are retreads because they're really good coaches. And a lot of the names you mentioned had success before they showed up in Philly, had success afterwards. I mean, Laviolette would take Nashville.
That's a great point that you bring up.
And Torts is very similar. He's had success everywhere he's gone except one place.
One of the Flyers' most successful coaches of all time, Bob, Mike Keenan.
I've heard you mention
How many
him.
times did Keenan? How many times was he a head coach?
Flyers, Rangers, Florida, Calgary, KHL.
No. If you're talking about NHL teams.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
8. Can you believe that?
What did I name? 5?
Yeah.
8.
It's funny because, look, sometimes your time just ends. Andy Reid's going to go down and is one of the best coaches in NFL history.
Yes.
His time came and went here in Philadelphia. It was great when it was here. At the end, we all knew, and Andy knew also, I believe, it was just time. Sometimes it's just time for things to end. And so retreads, it doesn't mean to me that they're no good, that they keep bouncing from place to place. Sometimes it just means that their time is done there. Now, if Tortorella comes here, okay, hopefully it's a turnaround. I don't know. We'll see.
We'll get into that more in the next hour. Hey,
Kiss my ass.
If you're on the beach or the boardwalk or the boat on the bay, you may be in Jersey. And if you're 21, you can get the Bet Parks app. Download it today. If you have a gambling problem, please call 1-800-GAMBLER. You can be betting on the games while you're hanging out on the beach. So be sure to do that. Pro Football Focus ranked the Eagles' offensive line as one of the best in the NFL. In fact, number 1. But the big key about it is, I look at the other teams that are ranked as having the top offensive lines in football, and the Eagles have pretty much the most youth of the units that are ranked at the top. The Eagles have one of the youngest groups where they have the youngest, biggest impact players. I'm thinking this thing looks like it's built really long term.
Should be. You know, I mean, they took Jurgen in the second round.
Right.
He's supposed to be your center of the future. Mailata is younger than Dillard, which gets forgotten about a lot.
Which is crazy.
Which it's a year younger, but still, he's like 23. Then you've got Landon Dickerson, who was taken the second round last year. I mean,
he was supposed to be the center of the future.
Yeah,
but now they've moved him over.
Really, their left side is extremely young, and then Driscoll's going to play right guard. You know, their depth and their construction of that offensive line is just like that's really the place where they deserve a lot of praise.
I can't believe the youth, though. Because I look at some of the other ones, and it's like, okay, they're going to be good. Some of the other top 10s are going to be good they should be good for 2 or 3 years. They should be set. The Eagles could honestly be looking at an offensive line group, a core that could be set for 10 years, which is crazy in today's NFL.
Yeah, like Lane Johnson is your elder statesman now.
Maybe what? I'm looking 3 more years. Is that
maybe more? Yeah, 3 at least, I would say, right?
I always go a little...
Right, yeah, conservative. You probably 3 or 4. I mean, it depends on his ankle, especially. But
right.
He doesn't look like he's slowing down, even though he's been banged up, which is crazy. But he's still playing at the peak of that position.
I always wonder how people like PFF or whoever it may be judge an offensive line. What do you give more credence towards, the running game or the passing game? Because the Eagles are a predominant run team. They became that in the second half of the year. And, yes, it's because the offensive line was so good that they were able to run the ball out. If you have a quarterback that throws 50 times and is only averaging like 1 sack a game, does that make you a great offensive line? I just wonder how they grade it all out. Is it both? Is it
protection.
One?
It's protection.
Protection's always good.
It's also the protection number 1. It's the run game being successful. And but in today's NFL, you got to be able to protect the quarterback, and they did a great job of that. Which honestly is a bigger indictment on Jalen Hurts.
Yeah,
because they gave him one of the best offensive lines in the NFL. You should be able to throw the football all day long behind an offensive line like that.
Yeah, I mean, well, hopefully he will this next
I think
season.
so.
You know?
I'm
hoping
hoping
they've gone
so.
out and they've loaded that offense up, and it starts with the offensive line, and it gets to the point where like I don't really question. I've questioned one move that they've had, and that was Andre Dillard. And then other than that, I mean, every move they make, it's like, all right, well, Stoutland must see something in the guy.
Hey, FanFest 2022 is scheduled for Saturday, October the 1st from 1 to 5 p.m. at Xfinity Live. You got to be 21 to enter. You can stay tuned to The Fanatic for updates on special guests, appearances, events that are going to go on that day. We're going to have a great, great time with it. But we know you want to make early plans. So how about the first caller at 215-263-0975? Say hello to Haley. Say good morning, Haley. And did you practice getting up this morning? Ask her if she practiced. Because she did get up, and we love her, and we're glad she's here. And you can go win a pair of tickets to FanFest, 215-263-0975.
These tickets are on Pat, John, by the way.
Oh, these are Pat.
These are Pat's. Pat's giving away
Pat's
these tickets
sending
today.
How many am I giving away?
You're giving away
giving
a pair.
2 right
pair
now.
Right now.
Right now, you're giving away 2.
Pair's fine. Go ahead.
And we will see you later on today at PJ's, by the way, in Bluebell.
You're the man.
And you can see Connor dressed in orange, or did you bring a change?
No, I got to change of clothes.
By the way, I got to change of clothes, too, because of Bob Cooney. But we'll get into that later in the show. In Cooney's Corner, is this guy expendable because Stubbs is good?
Now, let's see what's in Cooney's Corner.
So, right off of that statement, what's the first name that comes to your mind?
Hoskins.
Nobody.
No, it should be
Expendable, no.
Real Muto
No.
because he's a catcher.
Yeah, but the thing is, though, you can't trade. No. You need 2 catchers.
So this is pretty cool, and it goes. It kind of piles on the conversation we were having yesterday about God, this team has a nice mix of young and old, don't they?
Yep.
Now, this kid Stubbs, look, it was yesterday, and he's had some extra base hits this year, and he's a nice left-handed bat, and those things. It's a nice story. But does it make you think, if you really want to move forward, and we talked about it, if you want to do this, if you think you need a center fielder and some bullpen help, does this make maybe Rhys Hoskins expendable? Because you could throw JT Realmuto. You could save his legs. And I like Realmuto probably more than I don't, Pat, I don't know where you stand on him. When I was writing this last night, I wasn't really sure. I think he's a really good leader. I want the guy on the team for the rest of his contract. I'm good with it. But do you save his legs? Do you make him a better hitter if you throw him over to first base? The guy's a great, great athlete. He could play first base, no problem. Probably better than Hoskins. Hoskins is on a hot streak. You could probably get top dollar for him. Like now. Does it make you think?
Not for 1 second.
I
Not
can't.
for 1 second.
I don't think I can. Especially if I'm looking at the situation, which everyone's whistling by the graveyard right now, that we could be half a year next year without Bryce Harper. Easily.
It crossed my mind not too long ago.
Bryce Harper is going to need elbow surgery at the end of this year, and there's a chance you don't have Bryce Harper for half a year next year.
Well, think about it.
Or more.
One of the team's strengths going into this year, and we talked about it, was they could have a variety of designated hitters, giving guys time off. It could work out perfectly for like Castellanos just got done playing 30-some straight games in a row. They had to give him a day off because they just had to. We talked about it. You could have Hoskins as a DH. You could have Realmuto, Harper, Castellanos, Schwarber. Almost too many, but it was a nice luxury to have. That's been totally taken away. With this injury with Bryce Harper, it's been totally taken away. So basically what I'm saying is, I'm not saying just because Hoskins is hot now, trade him and you put this kid in as catcher and all that. But I always thought the greatest moves were made at times where you didn't expect them. And people capitalize on stuff. Is it the right time maybe to look? Are we all against trading is what I'm saying. Yeah. Are we all against making trades now?
Yeah.
Yeah.
We want to keep the team the way it is for the rest of the year.
No, but for the time being.
For the time being. I mean, I got to be honest. I don't know why everyone's itching to get rid of Rhys. Like, I know the guy that usually sits in my seat
either.
is
No,
just itching to get rid of him. I
don't know why anybody would be right now excited to get rid of him.
He's a solid player. He is what he is, but he's better than good. He'll probably give you about 30 home runs from that spot. He'll hit you 260. You don't really have a better option unless you wanted to put JT, but you don't have a better option to replace JT. Don't give me Garrett Stubbs. He's a fringe MLB player who had a big hit. But
I think he might be a little better than that.
He's batting like 330 right now.
I think he may be better than a fringe NFL.
Okay, how many at-bats and then what has he done for his career?
Say, give him a chance.
Okay, what has he done for his career?
Yeah.
Hit his weight? Has he hit his weight?
I don't know how much he weighs.
Look, if you want to,
he's small.
This sounds like an analysis from a Mets fan. That's fine. Logan O'Hoppy's not ready to come up yet, so I'm not ready to make a move.
No, he's not ready to come up yet. But if I could find anybody to take Realmuto's contract, I'd absolutely make.
I'm not looking to get rid of him either.
I would take anything you could get a catcher right now to get and you'd have to get another veteran catcher to have that 3 years of $72 million after this year to be freed up to go spend on the bullpen, center field. You could get 4 bullpen arms, a center fielder, and another player.
It's a non-salary cap league. Go get him anyway.
Yeah, it doesn't matter.
Yeah,
it does matter because they still have a budget.
They got room on top of the luxury tax before they get to the next tier.
I understand.
Like, you can go spend the money.
I don't think they want to be above the luxury tax.
Then
next year.
I don't care what they want to do. That's what they should do.
You guys just want to keep saying we'll just keep paying.
Yeah,
to
why
bad
do we
contracts.
care? It's
You
not
just
our
want
money.
to get rid of JT Realmuto
If
so
you
badly.
can load a bad contract off on somebody, do it.
It's not nearly as bad as you make it out to be.
Okay, tell me the worst contracts in baseball right now. $72 million.
David Price was horrible. Madison.
Yeah, but those are horrible cut.
Jackie Bradley Jr. Do you want me to keep going? He's not even in the top 10.
3 years left. No, he is in the top 10 of contracts.
He is not in the top 10 of worst contracts. You're making this up.
You were in love with JT.
I am not. No, you hate JT.
No, it's not hating.
Because the fans said he was the best catcher in baseball, and you said, hold on.
BCIB.
Hold on. We can't call him that. He hasn't won anything. Don't you hate
John said earlier today he's not the best catcher on the team.
No, I did not.
Oh, yes,
I
you
said
did.
I said he has to start.
Today, you said today he's not the best catcher on the team.
No, right now he's playing. He's not defensively the best. That is correct.
He made one error.
It's a streak.
Stop.
No, he's 2 and 3 games. He was terrible.
I want to thank everyone for listening.
There you go. Thanks for listening.
JT or
We
Andrew
appreciate
Knapp straight up.
We're going to love it. I'm just saying is that if we had don't have amnesia, I tried to warn you about the contract.
Nobody cares, though. Nobody's like, oh, God, I can't wait to get rid of this except you.
Yeah, we'll see. We'll see.
We'll see what? We've been seeing.
We'll see if they would love to get.
The team's going to
Have you met anybody else that is clamoring to get rid of the contract?
Yeah, absolutely. I can hear the boos of the ballpark.
Name
I was there yesterday. I heard the boos. I don't know the people's names.
You got to get names next
I
time.
don't know the people's names.
Start
What do
going
I got to
around
go ask?
Yeah, start going around with a notepad.
What do you go name pad? Hey, I need Joe. Could you sign this here? What is your name? Joe from
Need it
Kensington.
notarized.
Hey, the Phillies are going to now make an adjustment, and it may be Rob Thompson's biggest impact early. John Kincade Show on The Fanatic. You know, there are home prices on the rise, which means you have to protect your home investment. You see new home loans right now? What's it, 6.28 or something like that right now? So you want Window Nation to come help you out. You know your heating and cooling bills have been outrageous. You know that right now with Window Nation, they've got a great deal for you. 2 free windows for every 2 that you buy. Plus, you're going to pay nothing for 2 full years. That's a great deal for you. You're making no down payment. You're making no payments. You're paying no interest for 2 full years. That's why Window Nation will help you out right now. You are raising the value of your home. You are lowering heating and cooling bills, making your house more efficient. You say, John, I have different kinds of windows than you might. Well, vinyl, wood, fiberglass, whatever you got, they got them. Every style, every color, every size you could potentially need. And an A-plus rating from the Better Business Bureau, so you know I'm treating you right. I'm sending you in the right direction. With over 10,000 online positive reviews, you're going to know. Go with Window Nation today. Make this great deal. Go to 866. Call them at 866-90-NATION. That's 866-90-NATION.
The John Kincade Show
You can't just tag no offense on the end of something horribly offensive and act like it's okay.
on 97.5 The Fanatic. Philadelphia. The biggest party of the year for Philadelphia sports fans is back.
Oh my God!
97.5 The Fanatics Fan Fest 2022. Saturday, October 1st at Xfinity Live.
Put it on your calendar and make plans now to be there.
Let's just go. All of the Fanatic hosts celebrity guests, interactive activities, and attractions.
And lots of food and drinks.
97.5 The Fanatics Fan Fest 2022. Saturday, October 1st at Xfinity Live.
The countdown is on. This is a free event, but you will need a ticket to attend.
Keep listening for ticket giveaways, ticket rate information, and more special announcements.
Must be 21 or older to attend.
97.5 The Fanatics Fan Fest 2022. Believe it. Be there.
Hi, I'm Patrick Fingles, owner of New Look Home Design. Trying to buy things right now is crazy. It's either unavailable or it'll take months, it's twice as much, or the interest rate is double. They call it volatility, and it's everywhere. Not at New Look. We make roofing easy, and we always do it the same way. A same-day estimate, detailed measure report, 3D rendering of your home, plus line-by-line pricing so you know exactly what you're paying for. And most roofs can be installed within a week. While interest rates in the world go up, New Look holds strong at 0%. And right now, save 50% on all roofing materials. 0% plus 50% off plus a 1-week install. While you have to think about everything else that you do, you don't have to think about where to get a new roof. Call 800-279-5300. That's 800-279-5300. NewLookHomeDesign.com. It's the same way, the easy way.
Health Partners Plans wants to help you see more clearly. That's why we offer free eyeglasses and contact lenses to our Medicaid members of all ages. We know that wearing prescription eyeglasses or contact lenses can help improve your visibility, but did you know it can also reduce strain on your eyes that may be leading to other health concerns? Health Partners Vision benefits cover eyeglasses or contact lenses in addition to annual eye exams. To learn more about HPP, please call 1-800-553-0784 or visit us online at hpplans.com. When it comes to your vision, be sure to give it a look.
Beasley Media's Philadelphia digital division continues to grow, and we're looking for qualified candidates. To see the full job description and qualifications for our digital sales strategist, ad operations, and digital sales coordinator positions, go to 97.5thefanatic.com/now hiring. Positions are full-time and include benefits. Please deliver your resume and cover letter to digitalphilly@bbgi.com. Beasley Media Group, LLC is an equal opportunity employer.
5X480. Dayton B100 V-Belt, one of the many parts Grainger carries. It's also the item that helped Rob carry the day. The job was on hold, deadline fast approaching, but a quick search on Grainger.com and Rob found his part. And with same-day pickup at his local branch, he and his crew got the job done, safely and on time. Get supplies and solutions for every industry with real-time product availability. Call, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
Looking for a place to hang out this summer? Stay cool under the misters in the outdoor garden and patio at Kensington Pub in Philadelphia, where every table has an umbrella. Enjoy outdoor games like Bago or hang out and watch some baseball. Happy hour from 4 to 7 p.m. Monday through Thursday with delicious food specials and $1 off all beer. And don't miss their Feel Good Fridays featuring $4 Corona, Corona Light, and Modelo bottles. Kensington Pub, East Tioga Road in Philadelphia. For more info, follow them on Facebook at Kensington Pub, Philly.
Finding great candidates to hire can be like, well, trying to find a needle in a haystack, but not with ZipRecruiter. Its powerful technology actively finds and invites qualified candidates to apply to your job. So while other companies might deliver a lot of hay, ZipRecruiter finds you the needle in the haystack.
See why 4 out of 5 employers who post a job on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within the first day. Try ZipRecruiter for free at ZipRecruiter.com/free. That's ZipRecruiter.com/free.
Hey, it's Mike Missinelli here for Landis Block and Concrete. There is nothing like having a beautiful backyard. Think of many things you can do with it. You can sit outside on a nice little patio, have a nice glass of wine, have a few friends over to cook on your Landis Block outdoor kitchen. Turn your backyard into a personal paradise with Landis Block. They're the resource center for all outdoor living. All you need is imagination, space, and a budget. Check out the photo gallery at LandisBC.com. That's LandisBC.com for Landis Block, jaw-dropping outdoor paradises.
Welcome back to the quickest podcast ever, brought to you by Kohl's.
Today's topic, Father's Day deals.
Dads can be tough to shop for.
Not at Kohl's. I got my dad a shirt for just $11.04.
Okay, that is pretty great.
It gets better. You can take an extra 15% off already amazing deals, like 20% off grilling tools, and not to mention 25% off Under Armour gear.
All right, I'm sold.
Oh, and you can save even more with a Kohl's card.
More style and more savings? On my way there now.
Select styles, 15% offer ends June 19th. Under Armour coupons do not apply. Some exclusions apply. See store or Kohl's.com for details.
I'm John Morgan of Morgan & Morgan. Here's what no recovery, no fee means at our firm. First, your initial consultation is absolutely free. Next, we understand that most people don't have the money to pay hourly attorney's fees, so you only pay us a percentage of your recovery if we win. Finally, there are expenses in working a case up. We advance these costs as well. If we make no recovery, you don't owe these either. Visit forthepeople.com for more information. No charge there either.
Car shoppers, with light inventories and heavy markups, is it even possible to find a fair deal out there? To be sure, Faulkner Buick GMC in Westchester is the region's trusted name for selection and savings, with no markups and nothing priced above MSRP. Fair, honest pricing has been our way for over 30 years. Find the perfect vehicle, whether you pre-order or drive it off the lot today at Faulkner Buick GMC in Westchester on Auto Park Boulevard and at FaulknerAuto.com. To be sure.
The NBA Finals, they're nearing the end, although I don't think it's going to end tonight. But so is your chance to score big on FanDuel Sportsbook in partnership with Valley Forge. During the NBA Finals, new customers get $200 in free bets, guaranteed when you place your first $5 bet. Bet the money line, point spreads, player props, a whole lot more. Combine bets for a bigger payday with the same game parlay. I'm looking tonight, Boston favored by 4 points over Golden State. Not sure about it yet, but there's so many other things you can look at. You can look at point totals and match it up with that team's wins. Steph Curry, over 32 points in a Golden State win? Sure, you could bet that if you want. There's so many different things you can do. Just sign up with promo code Bob. Are you new to FanDuel? Well, now's the perfect time to join. Watch the games and cash in on all the action. Join with promo code Bob and turn a $5 bet into $200 in free bets. Win or lose. Make every game feel like Game 7. FanDuel, an official partner of the NBA. 21 plus and present in Pennsylvania. First online real money wager only. $10 first deposit required. Bonus issued as non-withdrawable free bets that expires 14 days after receipt. Restrictions apply. See full terms at sportsbook.fanduel.com. If you have a gambling problem, call 1-800-GAMBLER.
WPEN Burlington, Philadelphia, a Beasley Media Group station, home of the most entertaining sports talk in Philadelphia. 97.5 The Fanatic, Philadelphia. Now, back to the John Kincade Show.
Are you a foxhole guy for the John Kincade Show? Then prove it. Tap the 97.5 The Fanatic app all morning long, before and after your commute.
On 97.5 The Fanatic, Philadelphia.
7 a.m. hours brought to you by the all-new Bet Parks app. Sportsbook and casino in one sleek, easy-to-use app in Pennsylvania and New Jersey. We appreciate the folks at Bet Parks, and we look forward to having a great Thursday with you because it's a Wendy's Thursday. Wendy's breakfast will be here. MBG will be bringing in the Wendy's.
Coming in hot.
The MVP is that's MBG is the MVP. We appreciate her on this Wendy's Thursday. That means Ricky Pitalico joins us, too, at 9 o'clock. David is hoping to see us tonight, by the way. David and Kara, his wife, are hopefully going to come by tonight and see us at the P.J. Willihan's in Bluebell. We hope to meet a lot of you there. Haley's coming out. I guessed, she said her aunt was maybe going to come out, and I guessed Aunt Gigi. And she said no, like Aunt something else. There was another aunt name. I guessed Gigi. I thought she'd have an Aunt Gigi. Not a bad guess, Pat?
No, not for her. I could see that. Yeah.
And Aunt Trixie.
Yeah, they're definitely a nickname.
Trixie?
And Aunt Trixie and Aunt Bootsy.
I don't know a Trixie. The only Trixie I know is from...
Speed Racer.
Yeah, Speed Racer. Wow. I don't know a Trixie. Is Trixie a nickname for another full name?
Teresa, isn't it?
Is it?
I thought it was Teresa. I thought it was
Tracy? What'd you say, Coach?
Yeah, I was going to say Tracy.
Trixie is a name there. But David did want to send along this note. He goes, I have finally found it. A year and a half on the show, I finally found the conversation that you guys cannot have an honest discussion about. He said, John, I completely disagree with you. I would not want to trade JT Realmuto. I believe JT Realmuto will turn things around, and at some point we will say he's back to being the guy we thought he would be. Though I disagree with you, you guys can't have an honest conversation because none of them will acknowledge how bad he's been for this baseball team.
No,
it's been bad for the
team.
team.
We can acknowledge it. I just don't think it's like.
But it's bad. He's their biggest problem. He is their biggest problem right now.
I'd go there
in the lineup.
Yeah, and I mean, if hopefully you didn't listen last week, but the in the lineup.
I said in the lineup. He's their
biggest. Got a shortstop hitting $176. Bryson Stott hasn't been good, but he's growing pains.
Bryson Stott doesn't.
But you weren't expecting anything.
Show me that smile.
Center field hasn't been good. JT Realmuto's not even on my mind.
Wow.
He's in a slump. He's in a slump. I mean, it's a long season.
I think, and where we disagree is I believe he's in a decline. And I think it's been a decline. And I think it's been showing that he's in a decline. I don't think this is a slump. I think this is where we're going to get to a new normal. It will be better than this. I guarantee you we're going to go through a 3-week stretch where he says, okay, things look like they're better and it's rolling along. But I believe at the end of the year we will see the decline continues.
By the way, how many times did I tell you how to do radio?
I don't know.
Find an email that just agrees with you.
No, he disagreed with me.
No, but that's my point. As a host, you got to find an email that says, John, you were right.
I didn't have
Everybody else is an idiot.
I didn't have one.
Then you got to get a burner account, man.
I didn't have one.
No
Coach, what's Trixie?
Trixie is a shortened form of the given names Beatrix, which I've never even heard before.
Beatrice, yes.
Huh? No, Beatrix.
Beatrix Potter.
Beatrice or Patricia.
Patricia.
Now,
Patricia?
Now, Patsy.
Yeah. Or Patty.
Patty or Patsy.
Like from Doug.
Like Patty Mayonnaise.
There you go.
Great name.
It's interesting to watch Rob Thompson operate this Phillies clubhouse, this lineup, this team, and the energy he's brought to them. But he's decided to make the move that I've wanted for a while here by replacing Evel Knievel as the closer of the Phillies. So the Phillies are going to now go with a closer by committee. I don't dig that either. And there's one guy that I think I would like to see get the first shot to be the closer, and it's not going to be the guys you say.
I'd like to see Connor Brogdon get the shot to be the closer of this team and keep other people. I'd like to see Brogdon, and I think he's got the makeup and the potential stuff.
I think he's got the makeup and potential. Yeah, like I told you before, I just think closers are kind of overrated. So, the mentality, and Ricky talks about it all the time, and we've talked about it before, the mentality that you have to have all that. Okay, it's 3 outs. Brogdon, I agree with you in the sense that he should be given a bigger role. I wouldn't put him at closer. I wouldn't overthink it. Sir Anthony's my closer.
Are you afraid of like a burning him young or something like that? Like his confidence or whatever?
No, not at all. Okay. I just think Sir Anthony's a better closer right now. So I would put him there, and I'd have Brogdon as that 8th inning guy. I like your thinking on this. I like his arm. I would have him in a prominent role, just not the closer right now. I'm not going to overthink it. I'm putting Sir Anthony as my closer.
Do you like committee? I hate the closer by committee.
Hate committee. I'm, more of a let guys know what their role is and not guessing every single day. I don't know how much of a committee it's going to be, though. I think Sir Anthony gets the first crack at it. I like Connor Brogdon's arm. I don't think he's ready for that role yet.
Hand's going to get his chance, right?
You would think because he's got closer experience, but I still think, Sir Anthony's been, we said the other day, he's been all-star caliber worthy.
So you're talking about 3 guys you're going to use as closer? Like, first of all, do you think Brogdon's going to get a shot at it?
No.
So you don't?
Well,
you think Brogdon's going to be 8th inning guy, Sir Anthony's 9th inning guy, and Hand is when Sir Anthony can't go, Hand gets the shot.
I think Familia will get it before Brogdon, and I don't agree with that, but I think that Familia will get it. I'm just going on closer experience. Familia has a little bit. It's got more than Brogdon. Brogdon's still wet behind the ears. Not that I agree with it, but yeah, I'm not a fan of this committee crap.
I know you hate the committee stuff. The host of the Locked On Phillies podcast, Connor Thomas.
I do, and I don't believe that they're doing it by committee. I think Rob Thompson is playing this well from his position. I don't believe what he's telling us.
Well, what do you read between the lines then?
If he comes out and he says, well, we're giving it to Sir Anthony, and Sir Anthony goes out and has like 3 rough games and blows 3 saves to start,
sure,
he's got to make another tough decision to give it to somebody else. Like directly handing the position to somebody puts his back up against the wall. I think it's Sir Anthony's job, but I think he's saying by committee so that if there's issues, he can easily try somebody else without there being more questions about it.
Again, another smart move. Another smart coming out and saying what you're going to do move by Rob Thompson by not saying something. And I think, Connor, you hit it totally on the head. If you put somebody in that position, if you anoint them that and they fail, you're in a big spot. If you throw Sir Anthony out there for a couple of times, maybe he fails once, and then you throw in Brogdon, whatever, you're doing exactly what you said.
I didn't even think about that, and Connor, that's so smart.
Thank you. It's what the Mets do. I knew that would bother you.
I just, the one thing is, though, Bob, I understand your point of view there, because I think that makes a lot of sense that you don't put the pressure on one guy. It gives you the flexibility to move around, everything like that. But it also says to me, you don't believe you have one.
Yeah, but that's okay. Because, look, you were coddling Sir Anthony at the beginning of the year because of the injury that he just came off of. Do you go 60 games into a year and then all of a sudden say, yeah, you're my closer? I wouldn't do that. I think Thompson's playing this perfectly.
That's a good point. I mean, because then you're not worried about, you don't have to coddle him.
Right. My committee is a committee of 2 right now, and there's no way I'm throwing Familia in a closer situation.
Gosh, I can't stand it.
Pray that I'm wrong.
Right, exactly.
I hope you better be completely wrong.
He's got like 120 career saves in the major leagues. If you look at those numbers, that might lend him a chance. Even though we all know it's wrong, like that would be the argument, and there is one there.
And maybe you find something there. Like you're getting nothing from him now. Maybe you throw him in that spot a time or two, and he succeeds, and you say, oh, wow, this is the only place he can succeed. Now you have Brogdon, Sir Anthony to set up if he does succeed in that role.
Ooh.
I wouldn't do it. I don't think he's going to succeed by any chance.
No, me neither.
Familia now is and it's a shame, and I don't use the word hate. They hate the face thing, though.
It's sports hate.
I cannot.
No, he's got a checkered past, too.
I don't have any interest in seeing him out there. Like, to me, it's cringe every time he's called in. It just is like, oh, God, something bad's going to happen. And by the way, he had a lot of appearances where something bad didn't happen.
He's gross.
So I'm not a big fan. Hey, score amazing savings on new countertops. Go to Colonial Marble and Granite, get a fully installed quartz, marble, or granite countertop for $19.99 with zero money down and 0% financing for up to 18 months. So Scott jumped in.
What's up, Scott?
And Scott also disagrees with me completely. He goes, but I just wanted to send you the email so you would know it. He goes, he said, I heard Pat calling out for emails. He goes, well, so I wanted to send you one just to tell you that I completely disagree with you. Though I do fall on your side that the guys are completely hypersensitive about defending JT Realmuto's lack of performance.
I don't get sensitive about any.
I don't think
player.
he's saying you, though. But I think he's saying you.
Well, I mean, I like the guy. I think he's a leader on this team. Look, has his bat been really bad? Yeah, it has. No question about it. I don't mind the contract. I don't mind his leadership. I think you need a guy like that. What's the
leadership thing? I don't sense that at all.
I do.
At all.
I think if you
he doesn't call a good game. If he's calling
the game,
we don't
he's
know if
looking in the dugout all the time.
But maybe that's something that Thompson has changed.
Yeah, maybe. Because it was with Girardi. He was looking in the dugout all the time. I've told you before, leadership to me isn't a thing because what it says to me in professional sports is everybody else is following, and I don't think you get that all the time. I just think he goes about his business in a way that I admire. It might not be for everybody, where he keeps his mouth shut, where he doesn't show a lot of emotion. He just goes out and he plays his ass off, and he does. I mean, we can't deny that.
And he's a physical, he has been one of those reliable guys.
Yeah.
And to me, that is always something I will ultimately respect.
When a guy asks to play, when you're giving him a day off, love that.
And so there are so many things he brings to the table that are very, very good. And he's still a good player. He's a good player. And that's what he is. They're paying him like a great player, but he's a good player.
Yeah, but he's like the Tobias Harris of this team.
He's a perfect example.
You've already given him the money, though, and you're
Correct.
winning games. So it's just like all that matters is the wins. It doesn't matter what you're paying this guy. It matters even less with JT because there's no salary cap. You're not hamstrung by this. So you're just going to have to live with it, and he's a better player than what we give him credit for based on the contract.
Okay, now this is a really strange story coming out of the Flyers. We do not know yet that John Tortorella is the new coach, but John Tortorella will be the new coach from all reports. Okay, he's going to come in here. I truly do not understand the fit. And then talking to people in NHL circles, I received what I consider to be, Pat, very confusing missives. My buddy Darren with the Golden Knights says hello to you, by the way. He says, I've always liked him. He's old. He's old school. He says, I just wonder how he fits with what the Flyers are trying to accomplish. But there's no questioning he would be prepared for the job and that your team will be a hell of a lot more accountable and a hell of a lot more professional.
Yeah, I think there's a myth circulating around Flyers fans that he is disliked by his players.
It's total myth.
There are some players that he has gotten into it with.
Absolutely.
There are some players that have flourished after he's left. But for the most part, a lot of his players like him because he does hold them accountable and they want to be treated like adults and, not just coddled. Look, there's a reason why he's lasted 6 years or more at most of his stops. He's had one stop where he lasted 1 year, but I think Columbus was 6 years. I think New York was 6 years. Tampa was like 8.
Tampa was like 8. Yeah, I mean,
if you're that hated by your players, you're probably not lasting 6 years. And Jason Martinez had it, where the average lifespan of a coach in the NHL is like
less than 3.
Yeah, so that tells you right there. Like there are players that really like his style. I like the guy. I don't know how this fits, but I like him.
I like that Mert was pointing out yesterday on social media, too, the myth is like, oh, here we go, boring. It's going to be boring 2-1 games and everything. His teams are always usually in like the low teens as far as scoring. They're not. He doesn't play a passive offensive style. No, people, I don't understand. And honestly, I get people sending me these links to these local hockey experts that are like having these websites, the Flyer Alley or whatever it's called. I don't know what. And I'm reading them and going, okay, this is nothing like anything I've ever observed in the NHL with Tortorella, or that I hear from people in the NHL about him. It's like, where do they get these opinions?
Well, I think a lot of it is his attitude. He wears his emotions on his sleeve.
Will.
And that's what I like about him. It kind of it kind of amazes me that when the Stanley Cups are going on, when there's a big goal scored and they show the bench goes nuts, the coach is stoic. And I'm always amazed by that of like, how are you not excited? Or Tortorella will let you know how he feels.
Yeah.
And I think people assume that that's not going to fly with some of the leadership. Well, guess what? The leadership needs that right now. Because the leadership is non-existent in this locker room anyway. They need a guy like Tortorella, but I don't think it's a good fit. But I think he's a very good coach.
But I love what you said earlier. Like, who are you fitting? To put your words in another way, who are you fitting on this team? Does this team have an identity? Like, are you trying to get a coach that matches what? This team? This team is nothing. I'd rather get the team to match. Tortorella's a Hall of Fame coach. Get a team that matches him. Well, I'll rely more on him than I will any of these players that are here now. You know what I'm saying? Because you're one of the worst teams in hockey. You're one of the worst organizations in hockey.
Here's the strange part. Chuck Fletcher, and I had said before, and people were questioning him on it there, that the idea that Chuck Fletcher is not he wasn't a match for Tortorella. I didn't see Fletcher and Tortorella being like a marriage that would really get along. Fletcher didn't hire him. The search firm hired him. And they hired executives. They hired an executive search firm, and Chuck Fletcher does not have. Chuck Fletcher's not the one making this hire. He is not the one saying, I do not want Tortorella. If Chuck Fletcher goes in there, he doesn't have the clout to say, I don't want this guy, get him out of here.
They
That's
really had to
scary
hire a committee to come up with John Tortorella. Seriously? Like the five of us in here, except for you and Pat, like we who know nothing about hockey.
You wouldn't
know
known his name.
Like, yeah, John
Tortorella.
Tortorella. Yeah,
Obvious one, right? Like, well, and here's what amazes me. Like, this is, I think, a terrible look for the organization, because while other teams are sitting there announcing hirings, word has gotten out that you've offered the job to a guy, and we're more than 24 hours after that announcement, and there's
no
not
contract
been
yet.
You're still looking for a
agreement.
contract.
And to me, that screams desperation, and it goes back to what we talked about the other day, which is this is not a desirable location. Because if it was, there'd be an agreement already. But instead, he's sitting there going, whoa, I got my work cut out for me with this rebuild. I need to get paid adequately.
I had somebody offer a theory on that yesterday. Kevin Weeks works with John Tortorella on television.
Yeah, ESPN.
So Kevin Weeks leaks the news that John Tortorella has been already offered the Flyers job. As I said the other day, I had been told that was not true, but it was moving in that direction. But it was not true yet. Maybe Tortorella wanted it to get out there to make it like the Flyers then wouldn't get cold feet and say, because I believe if Barry Trotz called the Flyers this morning and said, I want to be there, Barry Trotz would be the coach.
100% agree. I was told that Trotz was the number one option and Torts was kind of the number two. I do think Trotz would kind of fit better than Torts. I don't think Torts is going to work here at all, and it's not because of Torts necessarily. It's because they're not 1 and 2 players away, and Torts will get you the 7th seed. You know,
But the thing is, though, right now, would you not take the?
Well,
would you
I'm
not
talking
take a playoff berth? Like if he was able to do that in 2 years, this team's in the playoffs. Then Tortorella deserves a freaking parade.
Well, but he's that good of a coach. But what in the long run, like, what are you winning?
I got you. No,
I
get it.
What this team needs now is a developmental coach,
right?
But they don't realize it because they think they're 1 and 2 players away, and Kevin Hayes will be healthy, and we're getting Couturier back. Right. All those excuses that you sit back and you go, you're delusional. This organization is hiring a win-now coach when they're not ready to win now.
Is there any doubt in your mind, though, that we will be talking about the Flyers will be a much more viable discussion point around town next year with Tortorella as their coach? Because I really do believe they will play a better brand of hockey.
They will.
It can't get worse.
And you know who's going to benefit the most? Carter Hart.
Yeah, I mean,
Carter's going to benefit because they're going to make sure he's going to play a style that's going to not have his goalie have to stand on his head 60% of the 70% of the time.
Style demands that guys block shots, get in the shooting lanes, and that is going to benefit him tremendously. I mean, the defensive core is not good right now, so he's going to demand that guys actually throw their bodies in front, and if you don't, you're not going to play.
Correct.
It's that simple.
I don't hate the hire as much as other people at all. I
don't hate it. I just like it. To me, it screams typical Fly. Any other team, I think, hires Tortorella, I go, okay, makes sense. Like, if Vegas had hired Tortorella, they're more in a win-now mode. I understand it. But, like, it just goes back to the delusional theory that they have of, like, oh, no, we're not that far away. You are.
They can't get anything right. I mean, it's no matter what they do. Tortorella's probably the best coach out there. Okay, so you can't deny that. You can't be mad at that simply on that statement. But as Pat says, what's the fit here?
I made a mistake as a sideline television reporter where the opposing coach, we would get him at the end of the second period, and you'd get your coach during the game. And I said, Tortorella, the Thrashers had come back and tied a game in the second period. And I said, your team has had a struggle lately protecting leads, and they blew the lead, and it was heading into the third period. I said, Coach, do you have any idea about what the problem is with your team blowing leads lately? It's been a trend. And he looked at me and he just said, I don't know. Why don't you tell me?
I love Torts.
What's your theory? And he literally just sort of stared me down. I said, I don't have a theory. I'm not coaching. I said something I'm not coaching your team. And he was so defiant.
I'll tell you, he was great though.
He was great though. And he wasn't a jerk about it.
No,
but it was just well, what do you think?
He doesn't want to do those.
Yeah, he didn't want to do them.
I want to see Torts get questioned by Emily Kaplan so badly on Torts. They just scored a goal. What did you like about it?
Oh, he kicked somebody's
back.
The
puck went in the net, jackass.
Hey, would you ever trade places with this fan base or that fan base? I'll give you the scenario next. John Kincade Show on The Fanatic. Father's Day's coming up this weekend. You know what Dad would love? He'd love steak. Because dads love steaks. And right now you can get 16 mouth-watering entrees. The smoky, tender-baked wrapped bacon fillets from the bacon-wrapped filet mignons, the gourmet jumbo franks, the air-chilled boneless chicken breasts. Then you get the 4 delicious caramel apple tartlets. And also, too, they're going to throw in 8 free Omaha Steaks burgers. This is a big, big carton of meat. You're going to love it. And you're going to love the price, too. Just $99 in the Dad's One Steaks package. How do you get it? You go to omahasteaks.com. Omahasteaks.com. Put in the keyword Fanatic. 16 mouth-watering entrees and those delicious caramel apple tartlets, and they throw in the 8 burgers. You're going to love this deal. Dad's going to love it more. When that cooler arrives on his doorstep, it's going to be a great Father's Day. Omahasteaks.com. Put in the keyword Fanatic. That's keyword Fanatic.
The John Kincade Show.
Oh, geez, look at the butt on that. Yeah, he must work out.
On 97.5 The Fanatic, Philadelphia. Join the John Kincade Show today from 5 to 7 p.m. at PJ Wellahan's in Bluebell for a PJ's Happy Hour. Come out to say hi and enjoy delicious PJ wings.
Are you one of the millions of homeowners who haven't refinanced yet? If so, I'm here to tell you it's not too late. Hi, I'm Wesley Hogan with Westland Financial. Although the lowest rates may be in our rearview mirror, as the economy recovers from the biggest economic shock of our lifetime, rates still remain near historic lows. In fact, with the dramatic increase in home values, this may be the perfect time to put that new home equity to work. Take advantage of our cash-out refi program and pay off high-rate credit cards, car loans, or other high-interest rate debt. Or finally make those home improvements you put on hold for so long. Best of all, we can do this with no closing costs. That's right. Whether it's a conventional, FHA, or VA loan, we'll pay for your title, settlement, lender, and recording fees. So call Westland at 888-455-3669. That's 888-455-3669. It's the biggest no-brainer in the history of mankind. 888-455-3669.
Westland Financial Corp is licensed by the Commonwealth of Pennsylvania Department of Banking. NMLS number 3304. Not all loans apply. Equal housing lender.
The machine is coming. Bert Kreischer, the Birdie Boy Relapse Tour. 2 shows, Saturday and Sunday, September 3rd and 4th.
This is how bad of a parent I am. I went to a parent-teacher conference. I make a cup of coffee. I grab 2 Diet Cokes. Go to the parent-teacher conference, crack my Diet Coke, take a sip, and realize I have a Coors Light.
There's more at BertBertBert.com.
I pushed back into it, and I killed that Coors Light.
Tickets on sale now at Ticketmaster.com. Don't miss Bert Kreischer live. Hard Rock Hotel and Casino, Atlantic City.
Beasley Media's Philadelphia digital division continues to grow, and we're looking for qualified candidates. To see the full job description and qualifications for our digital sales strategist, ad operations, and digital sales coordinator positions, go to 97.5thefanatic.com/now hiring. Positions are full-time and include benefits. Please deliver your resume and cover letter to digitalphilly@bbgi.com. Beasley Media Group, LLC is an equal opportunity employer.
The future will be amazing, and that's all well and good. But what about today? You can feel the rush of a 400 horsepower Nissan Z.
Or climb to new heights in the all-terrain Nissan Frontier. Light up the road in the all-electric Nissan Ariya that feels like a sci-fi dream come true. The future will be great, but today is made for thrill. All you have to do is get in a Nissan and drive. 2023 Ariya and Z not yet available for purchase. Expected availability is this spring for 2023 Z and this fall for 2023 Ariya. Hello, Discover here to explain our cash back match. Here's how it works. We give you cash back for using your Discover card on the things you were going to buy anyway. Then we match that cash back in your first year. And that's why we call it Cashback Match. Now to recap and say cashback one more time. We match all the cash back you've earned at the end of your first year automatically. Discover. Exceptionally common sense. Learn more at discover.com/match. Limitations apply.
Welcome back to the quickest podcast ever, brought to you by Kohl's.
Today's topic, Father's Day deals.
Dads can be tough to shop for.
Not at Kohl's. I got my dad a shirt for just $11.04.
Okay, that is pretty great.
It gets better. You can take an extra 15% off already amazing deals like 20% off grilling tools and, not to mention, 25% off Under Armour gear.
All right, I'm sold.
Oh, and you can save even more with a Kohl's card.
More style and more savings? On my way there now.
Select styles, 15% off ends June 19th. Under Armour coupons do not apply. Some exclusions apply. See store or Kohl's.com for details.
DQ presents. Picture this. Picture a Father's Day message that you can't fold up and put in an envelope. A DQ cake with Dad's name on it. Literally. Because a card is great, but this is a gift the whole family can enjoy. And that includes you. So serve up some cake made with world-famous vanilla soft serve and a fudge and crunch center that Dad and the fam are sure to love. No envelope required. Grab this Father's Day favorite cake to share with your favorite dad and your whole favorite family. Only at DQ. Happy tastes good.
As a contractor installing windows, you deserve a simple choice. Anderson 400 Series windows. They're the clad wood windows contractors trust the most. So much so, they're the windows contractors trust for their own homes. And they even have fewer callbacks for extra peace of mind. When it comes to windows, the choice is simple. It's Anderson 400 Series windows. The windows contractors trust the most. Request a quote at AndersonWindows.com today.
Claims based on 2022 Anderson brand survey of U.S. contractors.
We buy any car. We buy any car. We buy any car. Any.
Trading in or selling your car, truck, or SUV? WeBuyAnyCar.com takes the hassle out of selling in just 3 easy steps. 1. Get your free online valuation. 2. Drive to your local car buying center. And 3. Walk out with your check in as little as 30 minutes. So don't wait. Get your free online valuation now at WeBuyAnyCar.com.
Find out how much your car's worth at WeBuyAnyCar.
When you want a hot and juicy hamburger, go for the Square. Wendy's serves up fresh, never frozen beef. And yup, these patties are square. Grab a Dave's Double and see the hot and juicy Square difference for yourself. Choose wisely. Choose Wendy's. Fresh beef available in the contiguous U.S., Alaska, and Canada. Hey guys, the NBA Finals, they're nearing the end, and so is your chance to score big on FanDuel Sportsbook in partnership with Valley Forge. During the NBA Finals, new customers get $200 in free bets, guaranteed, when you place your first $5 bet. Bet the money line, point spreads, player props, anything you want. Combine bets for a bigger payday with the same game parlay. Now, you might want to look at total points. This is what I like to do. Total points for a player and combine it with a win. So you could look at, I don't know, Jason Tatum. Maybe you look at combined points for him. Say it's 26 and over. Maybe you take the over and you take a Boston win. I think Boston wins tonight. Don't know if they cover the 4, but it's something you want to look at up to game time. Sign up with promo code Bob. Are you new to FanDuel? It's a perfect time to join. Watch the games and cash in on all the action. Join with promo code Bob and turn a $5 bet into $200 in free bets. Win or lose. Make every game feel like a Game 7. FanDuel Sportsbook, an official partner of the NBA. 21 plus and present in Pennsylvania. First online real money wager only. $10 first deposit required. Bonus issued as non-withdrawable free bets that expires 14 days after receipt. Restrictions apply. See full terms at sportsbook.fanduel.com. If you have a gambling problem, call 1-800-GAMBLER.
Now, back to the John Kincade Show.
Sorry, this is your life right now. Listening to me on the radio.
On 97.5 The Fanatic. Philadelphia.
It's a Wendy's Thursday. Or it's Bob's Friday. John Kincade Show on The Fanatic.
Yeah, it's that too.
It is both. Mm-hmm. Today's show presented by Wendy's. When you want the hot and juicy hamburger, go for the Square. Wendy's has got those fresh, never frozen, always square beef. So go to Wendy's and grab a Dave's Double and taste the hot, juicy Square difference. Choose wisely, choose Wendy's. Fresh beef's available in the contiguous U.S.,
Alaska, and Canada. Contiguous still doesn't seem right.
It's different. It's definitely different.
It's a word I didn't know, so I would absolutely raise my hand on that one.
That's what we do on the show. We increase the vocabulary.
I always love hearing a word that I never used in my writing career. And contiguous is one of them.
Yeah, contiguous, I would
Although,
think.
I don't remember my writing career. Like, Egan brought up a story. Remember that, Pat? You brought up a story about
The
Lou
Jarvis
Williams.
Farnado story?
No, there was
Bring that one up.
This was a couple years ago before you were here, John. I thought it was you. Brought up a story about Lou Williams and a guy went to hold him up. And
Oh, yeah.
And so Pat brings it up, and I'm like, yeah, I kind of remember that. He goes, I'm reading the story written by you, you idiot. Like I
didn't remember the story?
I remembered the story. I don't remember writing the story.
Where did Lou get held up?
I think it was in Manayunk, actually.
Yeah, wasn't he going to a fast food or something?
Yeah, the story was he got held up by a guy, then the guy recognized it was Lou Williams, and Lou Williams drove him to McDonald's and got him food.
Yeah.
Ultimate guy move right there.
Lou Williams, one of my favorite people that I covered of all time.
Wait a
Yeah,
minute.
great
give me,
dude.
Give me the scenario again.
So Lou Williams is getting held up by a guy, right? Then
Pulled the gun, right?
Yeah. But then the guy realizes, oh, crap, you're Lou Williams. I can't hold you up, man. I like you.
And then Lou Williams puts him in his car and drives him?
Said, you know what, let me make a fan for life. Let me get him a Big Mac. I'm sure he would have rather gotten him lemon pepper wings, but there's
So a
no
guy
Magic
pulls
City.
a gun on him, and then Lou Williams says, get in my car with your gun and get in the car and take
Don't
a
know
ride
if he
with
said
me.
get in my car. We didn't establish that.
Some people decide to, do things differently.
Rotten Tomatoes gives that story a 3.
No, I love that story. No, that story is a 97% fresh.
Yes.
Really?
I love it.
And you believe it?
Yeah.
Someone
Witnesses
pulled a
and
gun on
everything.
you? And then you say, get in the car with me, Mr. Gun?
I mean, you have a conversation. It's not like, oh, hey, you're
Did
Lou
they
Williams.
take the gun away from him?
I don't know. I didn't. I mean, read the story. He wrote it.
can't get
You're
into
asking
the-
me, but he wrote the story. I'm sure the guy just put the gun away. I don't know. Maybe he was hard up for cash, and Lou realized, like, down on his luck, he was hungry. I mean, it's a good Samaritan move, right? That's what Jesus would have done.
Jesus wouldn't have had
I
the
got held
gun
up
on
at gunpoint one time, and I was so nice, I just gave the guy my money.
You just said, here's the keys, here's the gun. Take whatever you want.
Yeah.
I got held up at gunpoint in high school.
Yep.
It was fun.
Hey, the dumbest thing that I ever hear is I'd rather be a fan of this team. But it's because they won a title recently. I've had Phillies fans say it to me. I'd rather be a Marlins fan. They've had 2 World Series. Well, we're waiting for it, man. This is like the Marlins fans have it better than we do. 5-game series begins in Washington. And I ask you, really, seriously, no one's trading places with a Nats fan, right? They won a World Series in 2019. Okay, you got that parade. You got that moment. But I hear these fans who's like, all I want's the parade, man. I just want the parade. You wouldn't trade places with a Nats fan, would you? Why would you want to be a Nats fan? They won it in 2019, so you got your parade. And you were a choker franchise beforehand. Then you win your World Series. Then you just stink, and they're going to be bad for a long time.
Sounds like Philadelphia.
I'm just like, bad. This is bad. But have you ever heard anyone say that to you? Well, the Marlins have 2 World Series.
I've never had, and I'm being honest, I've never had someone say to me, I'd rather be a fan of this team.
Ever?
No.
Oh, my gosh.
No.
I hear that in the woe is me stories all the time. Man, look, Marlins fans, they've had 2 World Series. They've gotten to celebrate. We never get to celebrate. I mean, come on. You wouldn't want to be a Nats fan even with the parade.
No, absolutely not. There's no reason to root for that franchise. The front office and the ownership don't care. You've got your superstar turning down a $500 million contract because you traded the other superstar to L.A. for no reason. Like, you're constantly rebuilding. They ran into one, but it's not a reason to root for that team. It's a broken franchise.
It's a bad franchise. It's ugly.
No, I mean, first of all, I can't imagine myself being a fan of any other team at this point in my life. But no, I don't. Even the Marlins, Jamie brings it up a lot of well, they have as many as you.
He always brings that up.
I mean, they got lucky. They were good, but then they immediately after winning those World Series, they sold off every single player. So
Both times.
I think we're in a very fortuitous situation being Phillies fans in a way. We have an ownership group that spends. The Marlins had an ownership group for the longest time, and they kind of still do, that is more than willing to not spend and just take the revenue share. And that's a horrible way to be a fan. When you know your team is not willing to spend any money and the owner is just willing to go, yeah, the Yankees made money and they're going to give me, I'll just collect that. That sucks.
It does.
We have an ownership that goes, oh, luxury tax? No, this guy's worth it because he wants to win. Say what you will about John Middleton, he wants to win.
For years, Middleton's been spending. It's just a matter of they went over a salary cap this year to spend even more. They've always been spending under Middleton. It's now been, they were fourth in payroll last year.
Yeah, I remember.
And now they're over the salary cap.
Well, before Bryce Harper, though, it was a question.
Yeah, because they were rebuilding.
The luxury tax was a question. I never questioned if they spend.
I never questioned they spend.
There was an article, and
because there shouldn't ever be that question because they've always spent.
In 2008, there was an article, and you can still find it in the archives of PhillyMag.com. But Philly Mag went into who are the 8 owners of the Phillies because everyone knew kind of the ownership groups and everyone else. But there are 8 owners of the Phillies that no one knew, and they told a story about Middleton discussing signing Jim Thome. And the other owners were like, that's way too much money. And Middleton basically stood on the table and said, I'll pay for him myself. He's worth it. And that's why I love that this guy is front and center of that ownership group because that guy wants to win.
Hey, summer's a crazy time of year. If you've got a college-bound student and you're worried about how they're going to pay for their college education, know what loan you're taking before you take it because you make an intelligent decision. Go to collegeav.com. Take the stress out of how you're going to pay for college education. So then Bob brought up yesterday the fact that he was going to bring a change of clothes today before PJ's happy hour because he wants to smell shower fresh, right? When you go to happy hour. Bob didn't want to stink today after playing golf.
I'm surprised that you're hung up. Have you not done this before? Where you go out and you play a sport and you have to go out afterwards so you get a shower and get dressed?
I don't remember doing it for like a PJ's place. I remember going like to the local hangout where you're going. I consider PJ's like your local community restaurant.
Yeah.
I don't remember ever bringing it. I can't remember the change of clothes playing golf that often. Connor? You bring the change where you take the.
If I'm going somewhere after, normally I play golf and I come home.
I mean, we've all gone out and played ball and been all sweated up and go out with your friends to a bar where you still stink and stuff. But we're going to probably be talking to strangers
Hopefully
tonight.
we are. And,
so
and they'll be quickly friends.
Yeah, so I'd like to
nice
smell
guys,
fresh.
but they're stinky.
They stink.
Yeah, we don't want that.
Will you bring a change of clothes today?
I always have a change of clothes in my car.
You really do?
Yeah. And then I have
I often do.
I have my hockey bag in there,
Batman.
so I already have soap and stuff.
Yeah, but that hockey bag.
Did you get your car washed yet?
No.
That hockey bag.
Mother Nature's doing that for me right now.
No, but she's not because Jamie and I looked at your car the other day, and it still has huge turd on the front.
It's going to take time. Rome wasn't built in a day.
What is your showering etiquette in the summer? Because mine is 2. I'm a 2-shower summer guy. On average, 2 a day.
I don't really have a schedule.
A routine. Do you have a routine of how many times you shower in the summer? Because you do a lot of yard work. So you have to be showering twice, right?
Well, like yesterday was I have to shower before I go to work. And then if I do yard work and stuff like that and get all sweaty, which I pretty much do every day, I'll probably take a shower. Now we just got a pool, so that's cool. So I'll take a shower before I go in the pool.
Oh, good.
Yeah, I don't go into the pool all sweaty and stuff like that.
I hate it when I see people all sweaty and skanky and they jump in the pool.
Oh, I do that all the time. What's wrong with that?
That's disgraceful.
Yeah,
why?
it's not
You're
clean.
supposed to shower
Sweat
before
ruins
getting
the pool?
Yeah, you're supposed to shower before you get in a pool. It's rinse
So
off.
I'm supposed to get in water before I get in water? That's like cleaning before the cleaning person comes over.
Yeah,
That
rinse
doesn't make
off.
sense to me.
So you would think it'd be great then. So you've got all the guys who are doing the landscaping at your pool should come over and jump in your pool afterwards while they're all sweaty.
It's a pool. It's a body of water.
That's why there's a filter.
Exactly.
It's ridiculous.
Pool in a pond. Pond would be good
Pond
for
be
you.
good for you. Yes, that's ridiculous.
I could see Connor in a few years realizing how gross that is.
That is totally gross.
What? It's not like I'm peeing in the pool. I'm just jumping in with a little sweat.
But somebody else
Not a
is.
little sweat. Everybody. No, we're rinsing off.
But
they usually have a sign up at a pool, right, that says rinse
No,
off.
I'm talking about
right?
a backyard pool, not a public pool. I'm not going to a public
You don't do
pool.
public pools?
Nah.
Why? Because you're worried about germs? Don't tell me that because you get into the pool.
No, there's too many people. I don't need kids splashing around and everything. I like to have pool autonomy. I like to be in
Really?
charge of the pool.
Bob, that sounds like a no fun police pool.
No, I like to have fun, but my own kind of fun.
You don't love kids in the pool having fun?
I am the kid in the pool.
My gosh. Oh, no. Connor's the grown man throwing a football in a pool with a bunch of adults in the pool.
Diving in.
And like having to you're going, hey, who is this guy? Why is he throwing a football around?
Yeah, I got in trouble in Cancun because I almost hit somebody in the pool with a football.
Seriously. Yeah. Coach, you know this is true. Connor's that guy you go to the hotel pool and Connor's that guy.
No, he's that guy. But that's okay with me. I'm okay throwing the football in the pool.
In your backyard pool, absolutely.
No.
In a hotel pool where you have guests and you're not part of their party, you're winging a football around an adult pool, like where adults are hanging out?
Yeah, I'm good with that.
Oh, my gosh.
Watch their heads.
My
I'm
gosh.
all right with that.
Yeah. Oh, my gosh.
Yeah, Cam and I were just doing it a couple weekends ago.
Well, Cam's, 10?
Yeah, but
I expect Cam to do it.
I was doing it.
I'm talking about, no. I'm not talking about a kid. I'm talking about grown men doing it.
I'm a grown man, and I was throwing the ball with them.
No, you're doing it with a kid. That's different. Playing with a kid's cool. That's awesome.
Football in the pool is fun.
Oh, my gosh.
Have some fun, John. Play football in the pool.
My gosh.
Oh, I love like yesterday I was throwing a ball in the pool. My
it's
wife
your backyard pool. You can do whatever you want. That's fine.
I don't. If kids are having fun, I don't begrudge anybody having fun. I really
I'm
don't.
talking
And
about
it never
adults.
comes at my expense. I don't
Kids,
care.
it's not. I don't care if kids are having fun. I get it.
I like adults to have fun too. I'm an adult and I love fun.
Here come the frat bros into the pool to sit and have throw the football around.
Why does that bother you?
Because you're not going. I'm not going to that pool to have that. If it's a backyard pool, that's cool. I'm not going to a hotel. I'm saying a hotel pool.
Yeah, that's all right.
I'm not going to see the.
I enjoy watching people have fun.
I like it. I love the kids having fun. It's always great. And a dad and son, Coach, what you do with your son, that's awesome. Like, I think that's fantastic.
Now, how about this violation? You go from the beach right into the pool.
No, you don't do that.
I do that all the time.
I do it all the time.
The beach into the pool.
Now, do you talk about your own pool?
I got no problem with that.
Okay, well, it's your own pool.
Or
You can do whatever you
down
want.
the shore at like the hotel. If
Oh,
you're
that's
staying at a hotel.
obnoxious. Now, that's totally obnoxious.
Why?
Because it's not your pool. Everybody else doesn't have to deal with your sand and your crap and your sweat.
How is the sand affecting the other people?
What do you mean how it affects the other
Come
people
on,
in the pool?
a little
Come
sand.
on. You don't jump in caked up into a regular pool.
Yeah, the sand
You have a
sinks
lot
to
of
the
pool
bottom.
rules.
No, you don't. You're not caked up. You rinse the sand off your feet before you get in the pool.
Well, wait a minute. If you've rinsed off, then that's fine. Who cares? If you rinse off, that's cool.
No, the pool rinses you off. It's a body of water.
that's
Why are we
bad.
acting like pool's not water?
Nah. You should know better because your parents or your mom has a pool at her house.
You rinse.
You don't get the sand in there.
It happens.
No.
sometimes.
No,
They
you don't
clean
get
it
a
out.
sand in a pool. It's terrible.
Got a filter.
Oh, my gosh. Hey, let's get Pat's point of view on something.
This is Pat's point of view. Here's Pat.
I was just wondering, if you're sweaty, can you jump in a pool?
No, that's not what you meant.
It just popped into my head. No, so the Phillies last night, or yesterday, I don't know if you're aware, but they won a game.
It's great.
And it was comeback fashion. It was a walk-off home run they were down to their final strike, and it was awesome, right? And it just got me thinking, and we've said this a few times, but this team, I feel like, really does have their swagger back. And it's not just the Garrett Stubbs home run, but it was the night before with Rhys Hoskins' home run, too. The celebration that he had, how pumped he was to have that go-ahead home run. Now, they ended up losing that game. The bullpen blew it. Corey Knebel
Wasn't his fault.
Couldn't hit water if he fell out of a boat. It was bad. But the confidence that this team is showing, at least in this stretch since Girardi's been fired, I really do get the sense. And maybe I'm just reading into it too much and I'm doing it with fanboy color glasses. I get the sense that these guys are starting to believe that they are really good and they deserve to be there and they should be beating these teams and you should never count them out. Because I feel like, once again, could be completely talking out of my ass, but if Joe Girardi is the manager, that game's over. And now it's gotten to the point where I'm sitting there watching till the final strike, whereas before I'm going, yeah, I probably know how this one's going to end.
Okay, if they don't win yesterday's game, they lose that game 1-0, you're not coming in and thinking
No, probably not. Admittedly. But they didn't. And they won the way they did. It's like the never quit attitude. I just got the sense that under Girardi, they were quitting. And it wasn't so much that they were giving up, but it was all right, we'll get him tomorrow. And that was because the manager kept saying, well, we got to get back after it tomorrow. They were embodying the energy that their manager gave off, and their manager gave off no energy because it was an energy-sucking vampire. But Rob Thompson is not that. And I just get the sense that this is a whole new ball club, and the ball club that we expected when the season started.
You know what? Expected is a great word. They expect to win games now. And I talk about this mentality a lot, but it really is true in sports, in my belief, in that what you really believe, whether it's in your mind, whether you know it or not, or if it's an overwhelming factor in your mind, it's true in my book. I really believe it. You go on the road and you don't win, you're thinking, how am I going to lose, not how are we going to win. The Phillies right now are thinking, how are we going to win, and they're not thinking of how are we going to lose. It sounds simple and probably childish, but I'm a huge believer in it. They think they're going to win games.
To work, you think it's going to be a successful moment.
Like they think they're going to win games, and it's really a cool thing to watch if you're up close on it and you're watching a team, every day in and day out. They just know they're going to win, and I think that's where this Phillies team is right now.
44% of the home schedule done, and it does bother me a little bit, Connor, that they're 44% of the schedule in at home, and they're only 19-17. Because I think if you want to be a postseason team, you got to be better than that.
Yeah, but again, it's the same thing as on the road. You look at the teams that they've been playing. They played the majority of their tough schedule already. That includes the games at home. But on the flip side, to play devil's advocate a little bit, yeah, they should feel like they should beat these teams because they're playing teams that are worse than them. I want to see what they do when they run up against a talented team. They see the Braves coming up again. Me very interested to see what they look like when they're playing them rather than the Diamondbacks, the Nationals.
Right.
Yeah, it's the Marlins.
You're 8-15 in the division going into this series. 5-game series. Bob Cooney's already said it. You declared this morning a 4-1 series against the Nats.
Here it comes, 4-1. Maybe 5.
If they're 4-1 against the Nats, then I'm actually going to be like, okay, I really do believe this team has sort of turned a mental corner.
Ride the wave, John.
Go 3-2.
Yeah, it's take your pants off time if they go 4-1.
Look,
absolutely.
You win another series. I mean, ultimately, that's what I'm looking at.
Yeah, 3-2 against the Nets.
I want, and I'm with you completely, right? Like I'm hesitant to dive fully in because of that. But they rattled off a 9-game win streak against pretty good teams. I wonder if we went back in time and Rob Thompson was the manager during the Mets series, like how they would have done.
They may have won 1 or 2 more games.
And that's my point. It's not like they're sweeping the Mets, but they might have won 1 or 2 more games.
They might not have lost the game they were winning, 7-0?
Yeah.
Was it?
Yeah.
They might not have lost that one. They may have been. But I think the Mets kicked their ass.
And maybe I'm way too Rob Thompson up right now.
He's 10-2. You have every right to be.
But and I say that because it's been a small sample size. In the grand scheme of baseball, 12 games is nothing. But what I've seen so far in those 12 games has got me feeling a lot more confident than I was.
I like it.
And we kind of scoff at 3-2, but think about it. A 600 winning percentage, which is what that is there's only a handful of teams in baseball that are better than that. Like, you have to look at every series. They've won 4 series in a row. Make it 5. If it's 3-2, fine. You're playing over 600 baseball. That's great.
Yeah, but I'm looking at it as you're also in third place, and the 2 teams ahead of you in the division have been mopping up the Nats.
Yeah.
And you have to mop up the Nats when you play them if you want to be considered. Or else you're just going to be saying, we're the best of the we're not as good as the Mets, we're not as good as the Braves.
We're the best around.
We're the best third place team, and
no one's ever going to beat you down because you're the best around.
You are.
Is that a song?
Really?
Yeah.
John picked up on it.
Yeah.
I did. But you won't play with me anymore. So you won't play with me anymore, so I'm not going to toss you out.
You don't play with me. I'm not playing with you.
I'm not playing with you.
John took his ball and walked away from you, Pat.
On this little part of our dance, Pat, I've walked away because you've stopped playing. So I'm like, okay.
I might pick it up later. I don't know.
I just looked at our YouTube chat, and people are getting on me about my hat, Pat.
Why? It's a great hat.
Well, no, they're asking what happened. Did Bob have an accident or something? Or was he painting on his hat? Yeah, it was the Sixers sent us hats, actually.
I think it's a great hat.
This is their attempt at tie-dye.
I think it looks good.
I don't care what people
Connor,
think.
you like to wear really atrocious things. I mean, is this bad for you?
Wow. Really atrocious things.
Well, I noticed that, Pat, you didn't show the white socks with the black slides.
No, whatever.
You didn't show that
really care
to
about
really
that.
take the ensemble
today. I'm not wearing golf shoes in here.
No, that's an athletic look. I'm down with that.
Yeah, this is a big baseball.
I'm serious. Like, you take off your sneakers after playing or whatever. Donovan McNabb the other day when we went to that golf outing and he was having breakfast. He had on socks and slides.
And if 5 knows anything, 5 knows fashion.
You take off your slides,
Yeah.
you throw on your sneakers, your cleats, your golf shoes, whatever it may be. I'm down with you, Connor.
Appreciate it, Bob.
Fashion is a trend.
You're okay.
Connor,
What are you wearing over there? I'm wearing the Donovan McNabb collection.
I'm wearing the Donovan McNabb because Donovan is who I will
Available.
model myself after.
Available at Macy's.
Big 5. 5 will be the.
Comes with a free can of Campbell's
I'll take
Chunky.
Donovan's fashion
Donovan
sense
said
over
this.
any of ours any day, any time.
Donovan's got it. 32 and 31, though. That's where you wake up this morning right now, and you won a series against the Miami Marlins. You'll have plenty of chances the rest of this year, and hopefully this weekend is a big weekend of Phillies baseball because the Nats are now losers of 4 in a row. They're 11 and 22 at home. That's a bad team. You're going into you better be ready. Clean up on aisle 5 or aisle 9, as we found out earlier this week. It may be clean up on aisle 9. But take care of business against the Nats. And again, we will look forward to seeing you tonight at PJ Willihan's in Bluebell. Hopefully you'll be out for our happy hour tonight from 5 to 7 p.m. Haley wants to say hello to you. And Coach is going to give away a pair of tickets to you right now. Courtesy of Coach. If you call 215-263-0975, you can win a pair of tickets to FanFest 2022, which comes up on October the 1st from 1 to 5 p.m., Saturday, October the 1st. You got to be 21. Stay tuned to The Fanatic for updates on special guests and events and all kinds of other fun stuff. So you can talk to Haley right now. Say, hi, Haley. May I have FanFest tickets? The first person's going to get them at 215-263-0975. It's a Wendy's Thursday. We'll have some fun with that. Game time comes your way soon. But first up, would you do a retrofit? And by the way, they already know what it would cost. It's the John Kincade Show on 97.5 The Fanatic. The BetParx app is great. Are you in Pennsylvania or are you in New Jersey? BetParx is the official betting partner of the PGA Tour. So if you're interested in betting on golf, it's always a great thing to be able to use your BetParx casino and sportsbook app in one. You get a risk-free bet of up to $750, which allows you to bet on baseball. Maybe you come into a game in the 3rd inning. Maybe you thought going into the 9th inning, the Phillies are making a big comeback. You could have gotten a good money line number on that yesterday. The money line's always moving during the course of the game. Tonight, the NBA Finals could be over. You think the Celtics are going to take care of business? I think I'm going to take the points with the Warriors, but that's where I'm leaning. Where are you going? Live in-game wagering is the way to go, though. Get the BetParx app, Pennsylvania or New Jersey. Download the app. Use my promo code Kincade. Get that risk-free bet of up to $750. You got to be 21. If you have a gambling problem, I implore you to please call 1-800-GAMBLER.
The John Kincade Show. Wow, getting drunk in the morning on 97.5 The Fanatic, Philadelphia. Today's John Kincade Show is presented by Wendy's. When you want a hot and juicy hamburger, go for the square. Wendy's serves up fresh, never frozen, always square beef. Go to Wendy's and grab a Dave's Double and taste that hot, juicy square difference. Choose wisely. Choose Wendy's hot and juicy hamburgers. Fresh beef available in the contiguous U.S., Alaska, and Canada.
Hey, are you tired of dealing with your old drafty windows and doors? Well, it's time you go Guida. Yes, my good friends at Guida Door and Window. They're going to help make your window and door replacement project more affordable with their buy one, get one half off sale. That's right. For every door or window you buy, you'll get the second one at 50% off, and you can mix and match these savings to suit your own needs. Buy an entry door, get half off a storm door. Buy a patio door, get 50% off a window. Need to replace all the windows and doors in your house? Then you'll save 50% on half of your project. It's simple. The more you need, the more you save. Plus, Guida will make it easy for you to afford your project with no money down, interest-free financing for up to 18 months. Act now. This offer is for a limited time. Restrictions apply. For details, call Guida today. Schedule a free no-obligation in-home estimate. The number's 1-877-GO-GUIDA. Or check them out online at GoGuida.com. That's go, G-U-I-D-A.
Hey guys, it's Andrew. Do you need a new roof, but you're cringing at the thought of dealing with it because you've heard nightmare stories about contractors who won't call back, or materials that are unavailable, or costs that are doubled because of supply chain issues? take it from me. You have to call New Look Home Design. They will help you through the process and make shopping for a new roof easy. They always do roofing the same way. Same day on-site or virtual estimates, whatever's best for you. Transparent line-by-line pricing, so you know exactly what you'll be paying for. And a 3D rendering of what your new roof would look like, so there's no surprises. And most roofs, they can be installed in a week. Their team is 100% professional. There's no obligation to buy, but I am confident that after you deal with them, you'll want to give them your business. Now through June 30th, when you buy a new roof, you pay half later and the other half never. Save 50% on roofing materials and qualify for interest-free financing. So call them today at 800-279-5300. That's 800-279-5300 or online at newlookhomedesign.com. That's nulookhomdesign.com and tell them Andrew sent you.
Dad deserves double the thanks this year. So this Father's Day, give him the power tool system that has everything for every job. The Ryobi One Plus tool system now on special buy. Over 260 Ryobi tools powered by one interchangeable 18-volt battery. And for a limited time, when you make a qualifying Ryobi purchase, you get one select tool or battery free. Feels like Father's Day at the Home Depot. How doers get more done. Offer valid through July 31st, 2022. Valid at participating stores and online. Limit 1 per transaction.
My heart was racing just making spaghetti. I could have waited to tell my doctor, but I didn't wait.
I was short of breath just reading a book. I could have delayed telling my doctor, but I didn't wait.
They told their doctors and found out they have atrial fibrillation, a condition which makes it about 5 times more likely to have a stroke. If you have one or more of these symptoms, irregular heartbeat, heart racing, chest pain, shortness of breath, fatigue, or lightheadedness, this is no time to wait. Contact your doctor.
Brought to you by Bristol-Myers Squibb and Pfizer. Research shows listeners don't like it when ads interrupt their music. So to help you remember that Liberty Mutual customizes home insurance, we made this ad optional. If you want to skip this ad, remove your left earphone. Liberty Mutual customizes home insurance, so you only pay for what you need.
If you're missing this informative ad, you must love wasting your cash.
It's the easy and smart way to save.
Now it's all been said, so if that earphone was out, put it back in your head.
Only pay for what you need at libertymutual.com.
Liberty, 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 liberty.
Hi, I'm Gina.
And I'm Todd.
And this is our TimberTech story.
We have a 200-year-old home.
When we did the wood deck, we thought this is not what we wanted at all.
I want an easier life of maintenance-free.
And then when we decided to transform it, it was a complete transformation.
And we chose TimberTech because of the maintenance-free aspect of the product and the real look of wood.
It's a forever home and a forever deck.
Order your free samples at timbertech.com.
It's one thing to build a truck. It's another to build a legacy. The Ford F-150. The only truck with an available class-exclusive Pro Power onboard generator. The only one with an available work surface in the front and the back. And the only one that is part of the F-Series lineup that has been the best-selling pickup for 45 straight years. Now, you can get special incentives when you build to order a new F-150. Inventory is arriving daily, so hurry in for best selection. Get to your local Ford store today.
For the first time in 25 years, the Doobie Brothers, Tom Johnston, Michael McDonald, Pat Simmons, and John McPhee, 50th Anniversary Tour. Rock and Roll Hall of Fame inductees, the Doobie Brothers. Freedom Mortgage Pavilion, June 23rd. Get tickets now at LiveNation.com. Part of the Mattress Warehouse Concert Series.
Attention locals. Amazon has a variety of jobs near you. Whether you're looking for full-time, part-time, or seasonal work, you can discover just the right role for you. Amazon Jobs offer the whole package with great pay and flexible schedules that you can choose to fit your life. To join a team of hourly associates who work together, delivering smiles to customers all across the country, head to amazon.com/hourly. That's amazon.com/hourly. Amazon is proud to be an equal opportunity employer.
I can promise you that energy costs are a big, big chunk of your annual budget. So how'd you like to put 30 to 40% of your energy costs back into your business and improving your bottom line? And you can do it at little to no cost to you with my friends from Beyond the Bulb. If you're a business owner, a facilities manager, maintenance manager, or if you're in charge of paying the utility bill for your company, my friends at Beyond the Bulb are going to save your business up to 30 to 40% on your utility bills because they're going to switch out your lighting to high-efficiency LED lighting. And if you're a PECO or a PPL Energy customer, you can make the switch to this greener, more efficient lighting at little or no cost to you. You can save your company more money by improving your bottom line. You reduce your carbon footprint, and you do it all at little to no cost to you because you're going to qualify for rebates from PECO or PPL. This is a great deal. Grab your energy bill and make the call today. You're going to call them at 484-246-6542, or you can go on the web at the number one beyondthebulb.com. Number one beyondthebulb.com. And you bring your energy bill with you. They'll give you a free energy audit. You could start saving. See if you qualify for that brighter bottom line for your business today.
WPEN Burlington, Philadelphia, a Beasley Media Group station, home of the most entertaining sports talk in Philadelphia. 97.5 The Fanatic, Philadelphia. Now, back to the John Kincade Show.
Yes, I'm a seasoned broadcaster, but I've also got a fine head of hair.
On 97.5 The Fanatic, Philadelphia.
It is a rainy, dark, windy Thursday morning. It's also a Wendy's Thursday on the John Kincade Show. When you want the hot, juicy hamburgers, you go for the square, you go to Wendy's, and you grab yourself a Dave's Double. You'll love it. If you want to get a great breakfast, you go to Wendy's. We've already had our breakfast. Gotta love it. MBG delivering the breakfast today in style.
MVP.
She is. She is absolutely the MVP. Game time comes your way at 8:30, where somebody may win some Wendy's gift cards. It's a good idea to be able to do that. And, Pat, you made a monstrous Wendy's breakfast sandwich. I mean, that's a monster.
So I took two sandwiches. I took the bottom, took that bun, tossed it to the side, and then I just took it and put it on top of the other one. So it's kind of like there's a
mega sandwich.
Yeah, it's bread, sausage, egg, bread, egg, bacon, bread.
Why not just eat two sandwiches?
Because it's too much bread for
Who are you?
Oh, yeah, the bread's the issue.
I don't know what he's saying.
Why don't you go cheer for the Mets?
Pat, that looked delicious, by the way.
Skate your lane, Connor.
Yeah. You'll be back in the minor leagues before you know it, bud.
All right. You're better than Coach in here.
Coach is driving you nuts.
Coach, what are you
You're driving
doing?
Coach nuts.
Did you nibble?
Pat my bread.
Did you nibble on a quarter of a piece of bacon or something this morning?
I had sausage, egg, and
you did?
I had, yeah.
Oh,
Not
good.
the sandwich. He pulled them out of the sandwich and he discarded
I
the bread.
had to do that.
Coach,
that's what I'm doing right now.
I've seen it before. Coach doesn't want to eat, so he huffs the bag.
I'm getting told
gets a hit.
I'm getting told by the other coach, Vance at Copair. You got to reintroduce the bread, John. I know you don't want
reintroduce it.
Yeah, because it's for the first
Hello, bread,
for
I'm
the
John.
first 4 weeks it was really, really limited. And then now he's like, start reintroducing the bread because you know you love bread. But I'm afraid it's like opening up Satan's door. You just go back because I could those Wendy's sandwiches, the bread's fantastic. And honestly, the bread's one of the biggest parts of it for me. The biscuit, I'd kill those biscuits.
Love the biscuits.
Oh, my
Big
gosh.
croissant fan.
And you like the croissant? The croissants are awesome.
Everything's awesome.
Wendy's does a great job.
Potatoes.
Do you know that they know what it would cost to put a dome on the link?
Why would you do that?
Yeah.
Would you want a dome on the link?
Would you
want a dome?
Would you ever want a Super Bowl? We're going to have a big announcement later on today that we're going to get supposedly the World Cup semifinal, and it does appear from whispers it'll be the World Cup semifinal game that is played in 2026, and it will be a game played on the 4th of July, which is pretty freaking awesome.
Yeah.
At Lincoln Financial Field. They do know what it would cost to put a retrofit dome on Lincoln Financial Field. Would you ever want to have that happen? Because you could get a Super Bowl.
You know
Would a
what?
Super Bowl mean anything to you? Philly having a Super Bowl? Because we have every other major event we've had in this town.
Look, for the city, for the economic value that it would have, I would love a Super Bowl to come here. Anything that's good for this city,
Good for the city,
I would
right.
love it. But I didn't like watching a Super Bowl up in New York. I want to see the best teams in football play on a fast surface in good weather, warm weather, where all of their great athleticism can be shine.
Well, if they had a
shine.
dome, you would.
Yeah, if they had a dome, it would. But
I mean, it's
Does
hard
it mean
because
that much to me to get a Super Bowl here to put a dome? What's the most memorable game in Lincoln Financial Field history, maybe?
the Detroit snow game?
Exactly.
No, it's the NFC
I don't want to
Championship.
take
The
that
Minnesota
away.
game is the most.
Well, yeah, I mean,
Perfect
you know,
weather.
yeah.
Or the
All right,
or the
regular
Falcon
season
game, regular season game. You could do that there. But there is to me, that's would you want a Super Bowl here? Because you're never going to get one unless you have a dome. Because that New York Super Bowl, I flew out. I had a 6:30 a.m. flight to get out the Monday after the Super Bowl. It was a blizzard by 4 a.m. And it was like get to the airport hoping that the plane was going to take off. My plane was canceled. Another plane was canceled. And I ended up having to fly to Charlotte. It was the only way I could get out. And while we were on the tarmac, they were saying they're starting to hold planes. And I'm sitting on the tarmac going, you got to be kidding me. But I was able to fly to Charlotte and then fly to Atlanta that way to get out of there. I don't know. I mean, unless we get a dome, we're not having a Super Bowl. Does anyone care? Would you want one? Yeah, I would hate to be in a dome. I hate dome stadium.
Could not care less.
Yeah, I
Unless the
don't
Eagles are
want
in
to
it.
sit inside and watch a game.
Unless the Eagles are in it, I don't care. And I honestly think the players would hate it too.
Dome
players
is
don't wanna
always
be
better
here.
than no dome.
Dome is always better?
Yeah, dome is good. Like
Wow, I hate the
Look,
dome.
if I'm a guy that they say, look, you got to go out and work at 1 o'clock in the afternoon, they're going to tell me 72 degrees and you're not going to get rained upon, snowed upon, or whatever, or 20 degrees and you're going to freeze your ass off. Yeah, I think I'm going to go with the 72 degrees.
Yeah. You got to go with the
How
nice.
about a retractable roof?
Yeah, but I'm talking about if you're
Best
a
of both
player.
worlds.
I'm talking about as a fan. I don't want to go. Games in domes are lame.
Nah, I disagree with you.
Completely lame. Football in a dome.
The Las Vegas game was so lame that
how about
that
this?
Pat and
I've
I went
done
on the
football.
field.
I've done football in a dome 100 games more than most of the people who would listen to the show have right now, and it's just not the same. It doesn't. Games at Lincoln Financial Field, games at the Vet are just better. They're better. The Georgia Dome back in the day, the Mercedes-Benz. Now, at least Mercedes-Benz, they open it up when it's nice, and then they close it up when it's bad weather. That's fine, as long as it's retractable. But do you have any number what they were told it would cost to put a dome on? Now, this is before the latest economy that we're in right now.
$475 million.
I won't go that high. I'll say like 200 million.
Patty?
Are they getting it from IKEA?
I think it's IKEA because there's a King of Prussia one.
But they got to assemble it themselves.
Right
Are
on
we
Chemical
factoring
Road.
in labor?
150?
305
Yeah, it's not
Put a
worth
dome.
it.
I don't think it's worth the deficit.
Not worth it.
I don't
Is
want
it even? Is that going to generate? The big question is that going to generate enough financially for the city too?
Because
the Eagles, Jeffrey Lurie, for all the
the city
praise we
wouldn't
heap,
pay for it.
That's my point. So Jeffrey Lurie's,
Right.
but like, how much money is he getting out of it? I don't think that's the juice is worth a squeeze at that point.
I tell you this though, the owners love hosting a Super Bowl, having their franchise, their city.
Sure.
They stroll around like they're down on Radio Row, strolling around like peacocks. They're so proud. It's welcome to our city. I'm here to welcome you. This is the greatest. I can see Jeffrey Lurie getting into that.
Not for that
Wanting
much
it.
money.
No, I wouldn't see him spending it.
No, I mean, I don't foresee a situation where you'd use it after that. It's like you can't sell it.
Well, I mean, if we had a dome here, when would they start closing it? Like right after Halloween? I would hate going to game because I honestly don't think you win the Falcon game.
The only time
I don't think you win the Falcon game if that game was played in a dome.
The only time I think you'd close it is before major snowstorms.
So
I
you would
don't
keep it
think they would
open?
close. I don't think they'd close it if
What
it was
about
cold
rainy?
out.
What about a rainy November, December? They'd absolutely close it if they had a dome.
I'd like to say no, but you're probably right.
And I think weather conditions help you as a home field advantage. If it's cold and nasty, teams hate coming here. Go back and look at the NFC Championship game when Michael Vick and the Falcons came here. They came out for trade, and I am on the field beforehand. I'm saying, here's Brian Finneran was the only one in a short sleeve shirt came out with the Falcons. They all came out bundled up. I'm like, game over, done. They were already beaten. They were beaten by that blizzard the day before. It was freezing cold, and they were done. It was finished.
Trey Thomas had a great line to me one time. He says, you think that we're Philadelphia, so people coming up from the South, coming here in cold weather, that we have the advantage. He goes, it was funny. He says, I'm from Florida. He said, I freaking hated playing in the cold weather. I didn't have any advantage. I hated it just as much as the teams that are coming up from the South. I hated it each and every day that we had to go out and practice in the cold weather. So I don't know if you... Now, look, I look at an Aaron Rodgers, a Brett Favre, a Tom Brady up in New England. Do they have an advantage playing in that cold weather? They must, because they're used to it. If you're used to something more than somebody else, you have an advantage. But... here in Philadelphia, we usually don't get that horrible weather for games. I mean, once in a while.
Once in a while, yeah. I mean, other than that, it's really just cold.
Yeah.
I mean, the Falcon Day, the NFC divisional game against the Falcons that Saturday afternoon, it was freezing. That was
they had
cold,
a snowstorm
that was
the day before.
No. The year we won the Super Bowl.
Oh, yeah.
That was a cold Saturday afternoon. When it got to dusk, it got freezing. Even the Minnesota game, that was a cold night.
Yeah.
But it was great. That's still my favorite game I've ever attended.
Yeah, that game was over by halftime.
That was part of the fun of it.
Makes it awesome.
Was the party was there. So, hey, the 8 o'clock hour is brought to you by Martin Law, the law firm for injured workers. Visit paworkinjury.com. Ricky Batalico joins us in an hour when we will talk about the Phillies as Bob says, they win their fourth consecutive series. And I did sort of make a face, and I had someone on social media saying to me, why'd you make that face when Bob said win a fifth consecutive series? It's progress. And I guess it is. If they go 3-2 against the Nats in a series, yeah, they win the series. It is progress. But to me, it's not impressive. But I watched the Mets and the Braves mop the floor with the Nats to help build up their gaudy records. This is what I'm waiting for when they play bad teams. Okay, start to mop up. Put yourself really in the postseason push. I don't believe anybody. I watched Mad Dog yesterday a little bit before down at the Phillies game, and Mad Dog's like, well, there are going to be 3 playoff teams out of the National League West. He's saying look for the teams in the NL West. I want everyone to consider the Phillies a logical team. You got to start mopping up and getting some of these wins.
Yeah, I don't mop up 11-0 wins or whatever. That doesn't. The reason I said win series is just that. You take 3 out of 4. You take 3 out of 5. That's 650 baseball. That's what you're aiming for. That puts you among the 5 best teams in all of baseball if you continue to do that.
But you have to dig out of the early hole. You built yourself so it doesn't show that way.
Exactly. But, you're
playing 508 ball right now.
Yeah, but if you keep winning series and play that 600 to 700 baseball, now all of a sudden it gets to 10 games over 500, 12 games over, 15 over. Like, it just grows and grows and grows. Yeah, you've brought it up many times, John, about World Series teams, the Braves of last year, how long it took them to get to 500 in the season before they took off. Well, maybe this is that takeoff point for the Phillies.
Hey, crystal clear lakes, trout-filled streams, they're wide sandy beaches too, because Maine's got them. It's summer and the water's calling. Visit Maine.com. This message is sponsored by the Maine Office of Tourism. So, you feeling that, Patty? You feeling are you feeling a 4 out of 5? Well, I know you're feeling Maine. You wish you were in Maine right now.
Maine Black Bears. Let's go, baby.
4 out of 5?
Yeah.
Okay, you're feeling 4 out of 5. Connor, you feeling 4 out of 5? No, not that you should.
Yeah, no, I'm feeling it, but
you're feeling it that it's going to happen.
Because I think you should be able to.
Yeah. But are you feeling that it's going to happen?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm feeling 4 out of 5.
So you guys are all 4 out of 5.
In fact, I think it's more likely they win 5 out of 5 than they win 3 out of 5.
I'm feeling 3. That's where I'm at. And I will call Ricky Batalico out on his coward thing a little bit later on when he comes in. When we talked last Thursday, and I said, they take 2 out of 3 from Arizona and 2 out of 3 against the Marlins. And he says, coward. And I'm like, no, logic. It's called logic. That's what I thought would happen. Logic. I'm not going to be. I don't see 4 out of 5.
Sounds like you were scared.
I don't see 4 out of 5.
Terrified.
Still scared.
He is scared.
Don't see it. There's too much. I see too many weaknesses still that say to me, don't count.
John checks under his bed for the Washington Nationals every night.
Oh, no. It's that Chupacabra thing down in Texas.
What?
Hey, the Chupacabra.
You
I know
didn't see
what the Chupacabra is.
You didn't see the Chupacabra in Texas?
Come on, what's the matter with you,
one?
Connor?
Yes.
I love this type of stuff.
Wait,
what happened?
In Amarillo.
Let me go to Bing.com.
At Amarillo, right outside the zoo, the security cameras. I'm telling you, if it ain't the Chupacabra, if you would draw what you think the Chupacabra is supposed to look like, it looks like it. Anthony Gargano gave me this nightmare because him and Chunas were talking about it last week.
Yeah, it's like a rat dog with fangs. It's called the goat sucker.
Now, it is scary looking. And people who have, by the way, goats, sheep, and everything will tell you that the chupacabra is a real thing. They believe this. That
I believe it.
That it's not a wolf that attacks their things, because the bite marks, the wolf would have to jump on the back of the sheep the way that they're attacked. Something attacks them from above and then slaughters the sheep or whatever.
It's the cobra.
And it gets them on the back of their neck or something. Go pull it up. The Amarillo.
You can't really see much.
You can't see the thing. It's standing on two legs.
It is, but it might just be jumping up. I don't know.
But what is it?
Fuzzy. To me, it's a quintessential myth, like a picture of a mythical thing where you're looking for it. Like when they have
the Loch
pictures.
Ness Monster.
Yeah, but it's really blurry and you can't really make out exactly what it is.
Do you think it's somebody in a suit? It doesn't look like
it's probably an animal, but it's probably just hopping up.
But it's an animal standing up straight, turning.
It's a still photo, so it's standing, but it could be jumping up.
We got to do a show trip. We got to hunt down this chupacabra.
Could it be the chupacabra?
Coach, can we go to Amarillo and broadcast live from Amarillo?
We're skipping the Arizona Cardinals game. We're going to Amarillo to hunt the chupacabra.
Philly Sports Trips is now going to unleash a trip, hunt the chupacabra. All right, it's time. We're heading into the weekend. Oh, no, we aren't. We all have to work tomorrow, except for Bob. So Bob wanted to get in a Cooney's column before the weekend.
Let's turn the page and find out what's in Cooney's column.
Not about chupacabra.
The jealousy that you guys show towards me is just
yes, correct,
revealing.
yes,
correct. 100%.
No one's complaining.
Won't hear an argument from me.
Okay. I want to tell the people right now, and I had difficulty writing this because it's how I truly feel. This is not a hot take. I don't know where this feeling came from, but here it is. It's that time of the year to ride the wave, and I'm not talking about being down the shore either, which I will be this weekend. We've seen teams in this city, and of course nationally, ride the waves of an inexplicable season into a measure of success that we didn't seem believable. The best example locally would be, of course, the 93 Phillies, the 2001 Sixers, and, of course, the Super Bowl winning Eagles of 2018. Yes, all those seasons ended with championship appearances, and two of them culminating in titles. Now, I'm not here to say that this Phillies team is going to win the World Series, but I can't help this feeling, and you guys know, Pat, I'll say it, it's not me. I'm not that guy, but there's a feeling surrounding this team with me that I can't deny has me thinking something special is going to happen for the rest of the season.
Wow.
Shortcomings, there are more than a few. We can talk bullpen, center field, injuries, and yet there's just something about this now Rob Thompson-led team that has me believing that they just may be able to pull a rabbit out of a hat and surprise us to the extremes that the aforementioned teams did. I don't say this lightly. I've been around sports way too long to let a streak of 10 wins in 12 games in any sport cloud my thoughts on a team that, as I said earlier, has more than a few deficiencies. But as I was told as a young child, you can't help how you feel. And that's what this Phillies team has given me. I feel something, dare I say, special? Yeah, I'm going to say it. Because let's remember this. The Phillies are winning without the expected hitting of several players, without perhaps their second best overall player in Gene Segura, and a bullpen that leaks more than a talkative Howie Roseman. I can't give viable reasons for thinking the way that I currently am, but just like all the boogie boarders I'll see this weekend, ride the wave, people. It may take you to a pretty cool place.
I saw somebody yesterday. By the way, I love all the little digs that you'll be down looking at the beach this weekend, which is good. The idea that this team right now, though, Tunish yesterday was getting excited. And what did someone say to him? Someone called him
Skippy or Sparky.
Sparky.
Yeah.
I'm like,
I saw that on Twitter. Yeah.
Seriously, are people looking to not enjoy the fact that the Phillies have turned this season around?
Yes.
Yeah. People
but
are
why?
always looking
Tell me the agenda.
It's the same thing.
What is it?
I saw it during the Super Bowl run. People don't want to get hurt. They don't want to buy in, and all of a sudden the other shoe drop, and Lucy pulls the football away, and it's like, here we go again.
Yeah, but it was still more fun than a season where you sucked.
I don't disagree with you, but there are some people out there that do not want to get hurt. It's the same reason why there's some people out there that don't date because the girl in 7th grade rejected them.
Don't let anyone.
I'm speaking from experience.
Don't let anyone kill your. Don't let anyone kill your vibe.
Yeah, and look, I am not saying this just because it's a hot take or here we go. I really have over the last. Obviously, it's been since this streak started. I I think this team is going to reach expectations that I had before the year started, and those were really big ones. I'm just feeling it for some reason with this team. And as I said, I've been around a lot of teams and a lot of sports for a lot of years. It's just a feeling I have.
I'm not there yet, but win 4 out of 5 this weekend, and I'll be much more in your direction. I'm going to have to see more, but I just don't understand why you don't want to enjoy it. Yesterday, walking out of that building, people were high-fiving. You know when you walk out after a big game or a dramatic win and everything, and the gentlemen are selling the T-shirts? I always park right near Harry Callis.
Yeah,
statue.
While he's singing High Hopes.
And the guys are got the T-shirt stand, and they're selling soft pretzels, and everybody was like happy, interacting with each other, smiling. Why do you not want to engage in that? Like, why do you not want the happy ride home? There's nothing worse than the sucky ride home. When you're listening to the post-game show or something, and it's you're agonizing over a loss.
Yeah, and I said earlier, it's a shame so many people left because it did kind of look empty there in the last couple of innings. And our buddy VG tweeted me or emailed me, whatever it was, and said that, no, it was so hot in the sun yesterday, a lot of people were standing in the shade in the standing room only.
It was really hot.
Areas, yeah.
I'm telling you, it was hotter than it was. Now, we had a nice box thanks to our friends at Wells Fargo. Had a nice box and was out with some of our Fanatic crew. So it was nice and getting to see that. I went to press box before and after, which was nice. It's good. It's good to see.
I was thinking that. I didn't say it out loud, but I certainly was thinking it.
Coming from the two guys who snuck onto the field with Brian Westbrook and left us in the...
Wait a minute, do I have to invite people? We all have a
credential. Sneak. I totally went down. I didn't sneak at all. I even showed a security guard my text message.
That to me to this day is the most amazing thing that all you had to do is get down there is go, I got a text from a guy.
And he's like,
that's amazing. Yeah, it was Connor. We had a good view from the upper deck.
Nice.
As they left.
Yeah,
and at one point I said to Connor, I said, where are those guys?
Some people take initiative and some people don't.
Yes.
That's right. Some are leaders and some are followers.
They'll welcome you at the press box. All you have to do is just bring that little credential they gave you. You can come up anytime you want.
Yeah, no, you're right.
And for some reason...
You have a point.
You can go
it's
on up,
nice in there.
You can hang with Connor.
Got free ice cream.
They do, yeah. That's like the place they have the Grand Slam.
I sat with the NBC Sports Philadelphia TV crew yesterday. Good group of people. It was nice. It's very good.
Sit in the front row of that press box?
No, I went to our box.
Kidding.
It was good. We had a good time.
I'm a second row guy. I haven't made it.
No, you don't sit in the first row. You got to be in the pro. You have to be in the Baseball Writers Association of America and have your little card. Don't sit in the first row. They'll throw you out.
Press boxes suck.
They'll throw you. They do. It's a terrible environment.
It's a misconception.
They run a great press box. The Phillies run a great.
I'm sure they do, but it's just like it's a miserable place.
But the Phillies, they run an exceptional press box.
Yeah, I enjoy it. And all the people are nice.
Great team. Great people up there.
Especially Maureen, who handles the cafeteria.
Sweet. Maureen's really sweet.
Great.
Does a great job. All right, coming up, it's game time. It's a Thursday. Your chance to win fabulous prizes. What you got to do, though, you got to call us. Get on in, 610-632-0975. It's game time Thursday. Fabulous prizes on the line. John Kincade Show on The Fanatic. You know, this week's featured course in the John Kincade Show Golf Tour is Maccoby Run. Maccoby Run is a public course sitting on close to 200 acres of land in Upper Montgomery County. What's special about Maccoby Run? Family owned and operated since 1988. The philosophy of the founder was to build a golf course of quality for the public golfer and to preserve his family farm for over 100 years. The greens were built to USGA specs in 1989. They're in pristine condition. And numerous golfers will compliment the course online as having the best greens of any public or private club in the tri-state area. After a round, you enjoy a bite and beverage at Pearls, which is their upscale outdoor venue, a panoramic view of the golf course, and Pearls is also perfect to host weddings, showers, parties, and tournaments. Check out Maccoby Run on the John Kincade Show Golf Tour webpage at 97.5thefanatic.com/golf tour. It's all presented by the Valley Forge Tourism and Convention Board.
The John Kincade Show.
Listen, I like kids, but this is not a kid's environment. This is like HBO, no limits.
On 97.5 The Fanatic. Philadelphia. The biggest party of the year for Philadelphia sports fans is back.
Oh, my God!
97.5 The Fanatic's Fan Fest 2022. Saturday, October 1st at Xfinity Live.
Put it on your calendar and make plans now to be there.
Let's just go. All of the Fanatic hosts celebrity guests, interactive activities, and attractions.
And lots of food and drinks.
97.5 The Fanatic's Fan Fest 2022. Saturday, October 1st at Xfinity Live.
The
countdown is on.
This is a free event, but you will need a ticket to attend.
Keep listening for ticket giveaways, ticket rate information, and more special announcements.
Must be 21 or older to attend.
97.5 The Fanatic's Fan Fest 2022. Believe it. Be there.
When it comes to cybersecurity, the biggest threats don't always strike the biggest targets. Almost half of all cyber attacks target small businesses, so help protect yours with Comcast Business Security Edge. It's advanced security that continuously scans for threats and helps protect every connected device. The choice is clear. Get unbeatable business solutions from the most innovative company, so you can be ready for what's next. Comcast Business, powering possibilities.
There's never been a better time to get gig speed internet and advanced security from Comcast Business. And now, for a limited time only, get 3 months on us. Call 1-800-501-6000 or go to ComcastBusiness.com today to learn more. And 6/22/2022. Restrictions apply. New Comcast Business 1 gigabit internet security edge, 1 voice line and Connection Pro customers only. 3-year contract required. 3 months on us after prepaid card redemption. Most innovative based on American Business 2021 Gold Stevie Award.
Are you one of the millions of homeowners who haven't refinanced yet? If so, I'm here to tell you it's not too late. Hi, I'm Wesley Hogan with Westland Financial. Although the lowest rates may be in our rearview mirror, as the economy recovers from the biggest economic shock of our lifetime, rates still remain near historic lows. In fact, with the dramatic increase in home values, this may be the perfect time to put that new home equity to work. Take advantage of our cash out refi program and pay off high rate credit cards, car loans, or other high interest rate debt. Or finally make those home improvements you put on hold for so long. Best of all, we can do this with no closing costs. That's right, whether it's a conventional, FHA, or VA loan, we'll pay for your title, settlement, lender, and recording fees. So call Westland at 888-455-3669. That's 888-455-3669. It's the biggest no-brainer in the history of mankind. 888-455-3669.
Westland Financial Corp. is licensed by the Commonwealth of Pennsylvania Department of Banking. NMLS number 3304. Not all loans apply. Equal housing lender.
Hey there, casino fans. I'm here to let you know that the new BetRivers.com casino app is here. It's got lots and lots of exciting slots and table games to play, fast payouts, and a rewards program you'll love. Plus, with award-winning customer service, the excitement never stops. So get ready, casino lovers, to experience the BetRivers.com difference you can trust. It's a whole new game. Download it today.
Presented by Rivers Casino, Philadelphia. Must be 21. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER.
When you need your tech working its best, Staples has you covered.
My PC has 3 speeds: slow, slower, and slowest.
Staples has you covered during our free PC tune-up event, Saturday the 18th and Sunday the 19th. Bring your existing PC to any Staples store and we'll remove junk files, improve your startup and operating speeds, and optimize your device's performance with a 1-year subscription for PC tune-up software. A $30 value free. Your tech solution is at Staples. In-store only, Windows devices only. Appointments encouraged by phone or in-store.
In the wee hours of the night, when everyone else is fast asleep, you're the one on third shift, burning the midnight oil. When a part fails and everything comes to a grinding halt, regardless of what the clock on the wall says, you leap into action. Grainger is with you and all the ones who get it done. With 24/7 customer support by phone or click to chat. Call, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
COVID-19 moves fast, and now you can too. If you feel symptoms, even if they're mild, you should test fast. Test positive and at high risk for severe COVID-19? Then act fast with authorized oral treatments that can be taken at home and must be taken within 5 days from when symptoms begin. COVID-19 moves fast, and now you can too by asking your healthcare provider if an oral treatment is right for you. Learn about a treatment option at treatcv19.com. This message is sponsored by Pfizer.
If you're a window installer, keep it simple. Choose Anderson 400 Series windows. They're the clapboard windows contractors trust the most. So much so, they're the windows contractors trust for their own homes. And with fewer callbacks, the choice is simple. It's Anderson 400 Series windows, the windows contractors trust the most. Get started at AndersonWindows.com today.
Claims based on 2022 Anderson brand survey of U.S. contractors.
They say summer is all about taking it easy. Thanks to Fred Bean's Expressway, we've made it easy to purchase your vehicle online on your time. Find the pre-owned vehicle for you during the Fred Beans Better Summer Used Car Sales event. Shop over 1,500 quality used cars, trucks, and SUVs at your leisure. Our goal is to hit 100% credit approval, and our 5-day return, 30-day exchange policy is a breath of fresh air. As Fred himself always says, our used cars are better because our reputation depends on it. See how Fred Beans does use better at fredbeansused.com.
Beasley Media's Philadelphia digital division continues to grow, and we're looking for qualified candidates. To see the full job description and qualifications for our digital sales strategist, ad operations, and digital sales coordinator positions, go to 97.5thefanatic.com/now hiring. Positions are full-time and include benefits. Please deliver your resume and cover letter to digitalphilly@bbgi.com. Beasley Media Group, LLC is an equal opportunity employer.
Hey guys, the NBA Finals, they're nearing the end, and so is your chance to score big on FanDuel Sportsbook in partnership with Valley Forge. During the NBA Finals, new customers get $200 in free bets, guaranteed when you place your first $5 bet. Bet the money line, point spreads, player props, and a whole lot more. Combine bets for a bigger payday with the same game parlay. Now, Boston's favored by 4 points tonight. I'm doing the weird thing here. I like Boston to win the game, but I'm not sure if they cover the 4 points. But look at player point totals or player three-pointers made. We know Steph Curry was held without a three-pointer last game. Does he go off tonight? Check out all the lines and see what you like. Sign up with promo code Bob. Are you new to FanDuel? Well, then it's the perfect time to join. Watch the games and cash in on all the action. Join with promo code Bob and turn a $5 bet into $200 in free bets, win or lose. Make every game feel like a Game 7. FanDuel, the official partner of the NBA. 21 plus and present in Pennsylvania. First online real money wager only. $10 first deposit required. Bonus issued as non-withdrawable free bets that expires 14 days after receipt. Restrictions apply. See full terms at sportsbook.fanduel.com. If you have a gambling problem, call 1-800-GAMBLER.
Now, back to the John Kincade Show.
This is the radio show I always wanted to host here in Philly. Question is whether it's the one you've always wanted to listen to.
On 97.5 The Fanatic, Philadelphia.
It's game day! It is game day. John Kincade Show on The Fanatic. And you know what you can win? You can win some Wendy's gift cards. Because Wendy's is great. They present game day every single week. And when you want a hot and juicy hamburger, go for the square. Wendy's serves up fresh, never frozen, always square beef. So go to Wendy's and grab a Dave's Double and taste the hot, juicy square difference. Choose wisely. Choose Wendy's. Since it's a Thursday, it is game time.
It's Thursday at 8:30, which means game time. Today we are playing Two Truths and a Lie. Now here's your master of ceremonies, Pat Egan.
There he is.
Great tune.
It's actually not Pat Egan who's emceeing today. It is yours truly, Connor Thomas.
Connor, you're emceeing?
Yes, I am. And
awesome.
Pat will be participating in the game. Hopefully it goes better than when he was asked to name Tom Cruise movies. We will see, though. Today we're playing Two Truths and a Lie. I think that was warranted.
I took a lot of shots during the break.
You did.
So it's understandable.
610-632-0975. Still got a couple spots if people want to jump in. But you guys know how this works. Two Truths and a Lie. We're going to go around the room, and each of you are going to list a fact, or maybe it's fiction, and a caller will have to guess who is telling the lie. Very simple. We got some great prizes to give away today, some Wendy's gift cards, some tickets to some concerts like Def Leppard, Motley Crue, and Visa gift cards to give away.
Nice!
So without further ado, let's get started.
Where do you want to go?
Let's go Dan and Delco.
Oh, there's Dan and Delco. Dan, how are you, brother?
Yo, man, how's it going?
Good, man. Let's see if we can make you a winner today.
All right, Dan, listen carefully. Guys, go ahead.
I abandoned my car and slept in a bar during the blizzard of January of 1987.
I never learned how to swim.
I worked at the gallery in 2014 as one of the Santa's elves during Christmas.
All right, Dan. Who was telling the lie? Was it John abandoning his car, sleeping in a bar, Bob never learning to swim, or Pat being one of Santa's elves?
Bob's got to know how to swim, man.
Let's find out.
That was the truth.
Oh, my gosh. Dan. Dan got caught on that one. Oh, man. Sorry, Dan.
Sorry, Dan.
Yeah.
Well, Bob, you've never learned how to swim.
No.
But you can swim. Can you swim today?
I can handle myself in water, but if you tell me to go swim a couple laps, I don't think I'd be very good at it.
Pat, the lie being you worked as an elf. Now that a lot of people find that one shocking that it's a lie.
I was scouted a few times. Just walking through
Like
the
you
mall.
mean like models get picked out of the
Yeah,
mall?
like back in the day, Abercrombie and Fitch would do it all the time. They'd see like good-looking people and they'd scout them. I would get that, but I would already have a job or something going on. I couldn't commit.
I slept in my car. I had my car, had to abandon it, and slept at the Yankee Doodle in King of Prussia on the day that Bud Dwyer took the pistol in his mouth during the blizzard.
That's a happy
There
memory.
was a blizzard.
Talk about
Yes.
a downer.
There
Okay,
was.
well, we're moving on. Let's go to Bridget in Bethlehem next, who's joining us on Game Time.
What's up?
Or
No, wait a
actually,
minute.
we're going to Anthony and Bristol.
I'm
No,
sorry,
it's fine.
Anthony.
We'll get to
There you
Bridget
go.
next. Anthony and Bristol's up next.
What's up, Anthony?
Oh, how you doing?
What's up? You don't sound enthused, Anthony. You going to win today or what?
Yeah.
Okay. He's going to win.
He's ready.
All right, here he is.
All right, Anthony, you got to tell us which one of the guys is telling the lie. Go
Okay, my maternal grandfather was one of triplets.
When I was a full-time writer, I stole a pair of socks from Allen Iverson, and I still have them to this day.
I passed around a petition in my high school to get a picture of Roger Staubach removed.
All right, Anthony, who was lying? Was it John with the maternal grandfather, one of triplets, Bob stealing AI socks, or Pat passing around a petition to get a picture of Roger Staubach removed?
John?
All right, let's see.
That was the truth.
Sorry,
Yes.
Anthony.
Sorry,
My maternal grandfather, Henry Lee Simons, when I did the 23andMe and did all the lineage, was a triplet.
Oh, look at that.
And one of the children did not survive after birth. So he ended up just having a twin. How about that?
I'm sorry about that.
There you go.
Kind of downer.
Well, I mean, it was
game time, not sad time.
Kids died a lot back then. They didn't have the same. They didn't.
Kids died a lot back
Well,
then?
they were being born.
Where we talk about
the first story was Bud Dwyer.
Wait
The
a
second
minute.
story is
Wait
kids
a minute.
dying.
It was Front Royal, Virginia. He wasn't being born in a hospital maternity. This is my grandfather.
The next
All right,
thing's going to
for
be
the-
like,
for the rest of Game Time, it's just going to be Bob and Pat playing.
There we go.
Well, the bubonic plague showed up. And
There we go.
So the lie was I never stole a pair of Allen Iverson
You wouldn't
socks.
steal.
No, I would never
I don't
take
think you'd
anything
ask
from an
either.
athlete.
No, you just took a sniff a couple of times. It happens.
Oh, yeah, there we go. All right.
All right,
I
we're
hate 'em
moving on.
too,
Now
Pat.
we're getting to Bridget in Bethlehem.
Hi, Bridge.
Hey, Bridget.
Hey, how you doing?
I love your enthusiasm, Bridget.
I'm excited. I like to win.
All right, here we go. Let's get Bridget a winner.
sounds like a winner.
She
All right,
does.
Bridget, you got to tell us which one of the guys is lying. Gentlemen, go ahead.
Shaq and I once played a game of horseshoes for $100.
I failed my driver's license test the first time I took it.
I tried out for the basketball team as a joke in 8th grade, and I ended up making the team.
All right, Bridget, who's lying? Is it John saying Shaq and him played horseshoes for $100, Bob saying he failed his driver's license test the first time, or Pat trying out for the basketball team and making it?
Pat trying out for the basketball team and making it.
Oh,
That
Bridget.
was the truth.
I know it's hard to
Oh,
believe,
my
but that was
gosh,
actually
Bridge.
true.
Darn it.
Yeah.
Darn
That
it,
is
darn it.
incredible.
I'm sorry.
Pat, you tried out and you made it.
Tried out as a joke. Now it's I didn't make the main team. There were two
Oh,
teams.
wait a minute.
There were two
Okay.
teams. I had no idea there
So
were two
there were the
teams.
good kids and the bad kids.
Yeah, it was like I had no idea that there was a B team. So then I had made this commitment to playing a B team when I just went as a joke to because I'm not good.
So does that count as making it? You made like a team you didn't know existed.
I played games.
It's like making
I was
a
out
practice
there.
squad and
See,
saying
scored
you're on the
7
Eagles. I don't
points.
know if that counts.
Wait, Bob can solve a bet that has been going on for years. A friend of mine in our friend group says he played basketball at St. Annie's in 7th and 8th grade. Well, so did I, but I played CYO basketball where nobody gets cut. You show up, you play. You're on a team. He claims, well, I played basketball at St. Annie's. Well, so did I. Did he play basketball at St. Annie's if he was not on the St. Anastasia's team that like played St. Dot's? Played all those teams.
Yeah, I call that a violation if you're not playing other kids outside of your school.
We did play
There.
other kids outside of
Done.
boys.
But no, you did.
Yeah, we did. We
All right,
got
guys,
it.
we got to get a winner. We got to move on.
Come on,
here.
where's the
Chris
winners?
in Newtown is going to join us
Come
next.
on, Chris.
Yo, good morning.
You ready, Chris?
I'm ready to kill it.
All right, let's do it.
Chris, we need you to, man. All right, you got to pick who's lying.
I am horribly allergic to lavender.
I painted my first car to look like the car from Starsky and Hutch.
My mother wouldn't let me watch Rugrats or wrestling growing up. She thought it'd be a bad influence on me.
All right, Chris, who's lying? Is it John being allergic to lavender, Bob painting his first car to look like Starsky and Hutch, and Pat, whose mother wouldn't let him watch Rugrats?
I got to call Bob.
That was a lie.
Good job, Chris!
We got a winner. Let's go, Chris.
Sweet.
Let's
Fire
get
me
Chris.
up one time.
Let's get Chris a great prize.
Absolutely.
Connor.
We're going to get Chris the best prize
Maybe
there
we
is.
can double up on a prize. Maybe.
Ooh, maybe we
I
He's
have
so
2
good.
tickets in my pocket. I'm just saying.
There we go.
All right, well, Chris, you're going to win a $50 Wendy's gift card. And, Chris, we're also going to give you a pair of tickets to FanFest.
That's good.
Chris.
Good job, Chris.
Away. By the way, Game Time presented by Wendy's. When you want a hot and juicy hamburger, go for the square. Wendy's serves up fresh, never frozen, always square beef. Go to Wendy's and grab a Dave's Double. Taste that hot, juicy square difference. Choose wisely. Choose Wendy's. Hot and juicy hamburgers. Fresh beef available in the contiguous U.S., Alaska,
Good
and
job,
Canada.
dude.
All right. we
Connor's
got
good
one
as a
winner.
host, Pat. Just saying.
Okay.
Uh-oh.
You can choose.
No,
it.
I mean, it's
I'll sleep in next Thursday.
Call me Wally Pip. No, I'm kidding. Okay,
No.
we're moving on to Ralph on a cell phone.
What's up, Ralph?
You'd be Lou Gehrig.
Not bad guy.
How you doing, Ralphie?
Lavender, by the way.
What'd you say?
Who's allergic to lavender?
I am horribly allergic to lavender, like
The color?
windpipe. No, the lavender, the plant. Like I can't go.
I didn't know there was a plant.
I cannot go in. I can't go into a. I cannot go into a Bath and Body Works or any one of those kind of stores.
That's a huge loss.
That's bad.
All right. Well, Ralph, you got to pick which one of them are lying. Gentlemen, go ahead.
I never round off ever at the gas pump when pumping gas.
I once got kicked out of my daughter's high school soccer game.
I once got kicked out of a movie theater for eating deviled eggs.
Okay. Who is lying, Ralph? Is it John never rounding off at the gas pump, Bob getting kicked out of his daughter's high school soccer game, or Pat getting kicked out of a movie theater?
Jeez. Pat's weird, but
Yeah.
all right, I'm going with Pat.
That was a lie.
Let's go, Ralphie! Good job, Ralph. Brew deviled eggs, baby. You were bringing deviled eggs in?
What is wrong with you, Egan?
I don't bring
know.
deviled eggs in. They're nasty.
I love deviled eggs.
Nasty.
You,
Deviled eggs
you
are
said
fire.
this week you hated deviled
Yeah.
eggs, so Ralph must listen to the show.
Ralph gets it.
Ralph's getting a double prize too. How
Yes,
about it,
Ralph
Connor?
is also getting a pair of tickets to see Def Leppard and Motley Crue at Citizens Bank Park on June 25th. Some tickets remain at Ticketmaster.com. And he's also getting tickets too, gentlemen.
FanFest.
That's right.
There you go.
Ralphie.
One more?
Yeah, let's go one more. Nick in Bally is up next.
There we go. What's up, Nick?
Hey, good morning, gentlemen. How are you?
Good. Let's see. We've had 2 straight winners. Let's see if we can have
Nick,
another.
you got to keep it rolling. Who's lying?
I ironed my underwear.
I got taken home in a police car when I was 13.
I have a dent in my leg from playing wiffle ball.
All right, Nick, you got to tell me who's lying between John, who irons his underwear, Bob, who got taken home in a police car at 13, and Pat, who has a dent in his leg from playing wiffle ball.
I'm going to have to go with John here, Jen.
That was a lie.
Hot finish to this one.
3 straight winners. Nick's doubling up on prizes, Connor.
He absolutely is. He's going to win a $50 Visa gift card and witness the return
Nice.
of Obi-Wan Kenobi. New episodes streaming Wednesday only on Disney Plus, and tickets to FanFest.
That's
so
great.
We will see all of our winners there. That was fun, boys.
That is fun. Very good,
Good job,
stuff.
Connor.
I am.
Hope to hear you next week.
That's one of the best.
Sorry.
What?
That was weird.
I'm
Little
sorry.
aggressive.
What? Yeah,
little
what?
aggressive.
Too much.
Little
Well, I'm
aggressive.
not here next week.
Got
so it
too
doesn't
real.
matter.
Yeah, it's a little aggressive.
Dude, are you
you'll
even
be
here right now?
No, you'll be here because it's a Thursday.
Oh, Thursday.
It's
yeah.
not a Monday or a
I'll
Friday.
do it Thursday.
Bob,
Sure.
we're good. By the way, Bob's strategy, which I'm getting people like commenting on Bob's strategy of vacation. I think it's the best strategy of all.
It's very smart.
It's my
Friday-
dad did it when he
Friday,
was.
Monday, or a bunch of long weekends to me is a great way to do vacation.
Yeah, we're not doing a week vacation. We have a lot of different things going on this summer. So, yeah, it's just the way it played out. So I decided to take a lot of Fridays and Mondays.
I think
So,
it's fantastic.
yeah, you guys have fun
Great
tomorrow.
thought.
Wait, real quick,
And have
though.
fun
Yes.
Monday, too.
What's the dent in the leg from wiffle ball story?
All right,
It's got. Is it a bat?
No, we were playing in college, and we were in like a quad, and the sun was starting to go down. We're using the sun as light. Sun was starting to go down, so it was kind of hard to see. I go trucking into third base, which was a tree coming out of a bunch of mulch, and I failed to see the dedication plaque in the mulch. And I went trucking into third. My leg smashes into this dedication plaque. And I really couldn't see how bad it was. All I saw was like a little bit of blood trickling down. When I got back to my dorm room, I mean, I should have gotten stitches, and now there's a dent.
Can I see the dent?
Yeah.
Man.
Yeah, I mean, I'll show you, like, I mean, you got to pay for it.
I want to see it right now.
No, you
Wiffle ball's a dangerous
you
Show
did
it to me,
put
Pat.
$5 in
Show
my,
it to me
in my-
now.
What are you
put
going to be
$5
like?
in my waistband?
What are you
and
going to be
see
like
it?
Reese Hoskins doing that at the Ellen show?
Is that what he did?
He stuck the money in the guy's G-string.
What's wrong with that?
What happened?
Yeah.
Guy needed
Yeah,
money.
yeah.
at the Ellen Show.
Yeah, you got to
support
small business. You got to tip your server.
Reese Hoskins, just Google it. You'll find it.
Got to tip your server.
I'm not going to Google that.
Reese went to the Ellen Show, and they had like a guy dancing around his G-string, and
Nothing wrong with
Reese
that.
was slipping dollars into his G-string.
Yeah, that's what you're supposed to do in that.
He's stimulating the
Really, that's
economy.
good.
It's tough times right now.
Stimulate something, Connor. Hey, in Cooney's Corner, there's a relationship that Bob thinks is fairly similar.
Now, let's see what's in Cooney's Corner.
Yeah, I think this could be a good thing. I'm not positive, but have you guys ever thought of the relationship between this Eagles team coaching staff to that of the 2017-18 Super Bowl winning coaching staff? Because I do see similarities in that you have one guy running the offense, one guy running the defense, and somewhere in between lies the coaching staff. Now, Nick Sirianni did come out and say that Steichen is the one calling the plays, and he gave that up because he wants to see more of the team. If he has to say something, in his words, if I have to say something to Gannon, I want to be able to do it during the game about the defense, whatever. I didn't buy that for a heartbeat.
Neither did I.
No, I don't think he's saying one word to Gannon about the defense. So I think it's going to continue, much like it did with Doug Peterson and Jim Schwartz, that you have an offensive head coach and you have a defensive head coach. Is that odd to you guys? Is it okay because we saw it work before and win the only Super Bowl here? Or would you rather have a coach that would be more of what Sirianni said and, oh, no, I'm overlooking everything, not just the offense?
I'd rather have a coach that overlooks everything. I don't like that assessment than that setup. I'm not comfortable with it because the man in charge, I want the man in charge to have a core competency that he can oversee it all.
Yeah, now I'm not saying he does, and you're not either.
He might not, though.
Yeah, but he might not, right? It gives that impression.
He doesn't have the core competency to call games,
and he
admitted that.
And he also said that my expertise is wide receivers and all of that. I just wonder if it's going to be the norm coming here in football, where you're pretty much doing that, hiring two head coaches.
The thing is, though, the difference is that Doug Peterson inherited the fact that the defense coordinator was hired before he got here.
Yes.
And Jim Schwartz.
That is the difference.
Whereas Nick Sirianni brought Jonathan Gannon in. So that seems different to me in that regard.
I see the similarity you're talking about. I mean, you don't want to get hung up too much on like the Super Bowl angle of it because I don't think anyone's saying they're going to win the Super Bowl.
No.
But yeah, I mean, it's a coach that no one seemingly knew anything about, no one really wanted. Has success his first year that no one really saw coming. But I like the fact that he will listen to his coordinators. That's what they're there for. And if what he's doing isn't working, then that's what you're doing as a leader. That's what you should do as a leader.
To me,
I mean, you do it. And with our show, like if something's not working, you'll ask us, what do you think about that? You could easily, as your name's on the show, just dictate, no, we're doing this my way because this worked, in my previous stop.
You're supposed
to, right? I mean, like that's part of being a leader. And I like the fact that he went, you know what I'm doing ain't working. We need to win football games. Steichen, what do you got?
I like Nick Sirianni so much more today than I did 12 months ago. And even 6 months ago. The more I see him, the more I like him. But I wonder if it's just this, he's a likable guy.
Yeah.
And from everything that I know of him, from hearing about him, he treats people the right way. He's respectful. He is a real leader. He tries to connect with people. I think there's a ton to like about him. So I want to believe, Bob, that this is a good thing, the way this is set up. I just worry a little bit because he was brought here to be the innovative play caller. And he gave that up. So then, but if he's not the administrator of the defense, then what
exactly are you doing here?
Cheerleader?
Yeah.
I mean, that's what I want to see more of, but I believe in him.
Yeah,
I like him.
The likability comes, I think, with a confidence and a level of him. He's more confident in himself and what he's doing, more comfortable with trying to explain what he's doing probably than he was before. I just find it interesting, and I wonder if it might become, as we know, sports is all copycat, might it become a way to go? Organizations not hiring the known coach where you have to pay a lot of money and all that, You bring in an unknown, but you bring in two unknowns.
Right.
And you let one run in defense, one run in offense. Maybe it's the way of the league moving forward. I don't know.
Kind of hope that one hits.
Yeah, exactly, right?
Yeah, I mean, because at that point, like, Nick Sirianni's coming in here with really not much ego. You hire a proven coach, they're coming in thinking that their way is the only way. And Nick Sirianni's coming in more of a team mentality. He talked about it. When he got hired here, Jonathan Gannon was getting looks, but they had already agreed that they were going to go together. And I don't see that sense if you hire a veteran coach that actually happens, you know? So you get you kind of like these pods of these friends that come up together through the organizations. And it's like, all right, I'm taking you with me, and we're going to do this thing together instead of a veteran coach coming in and going, I'll build it from the ground up. And
worst leadership quality to me is threatened. The threatened leader. The guy who's threatened by input, the guy who's threatened by being questioned, the guy who's threatened by defend your position, do this. It's my absolute least favorite thing in dealing with any kind of like a leadership.
Yeah, I don't think anybody's ever above learning something,
Absolutely.
no matter how old you get, and therefore why not listen to everyone all the time? Look, you may not agree.
And then bogart it and make it your own.
Yeah, or you may not agree, and you tell them why it might not, whatever it may be. But keeping an open mind has always been my favorite type of head coach.
Absolutely.
And the weird thing is that
but there's a lot that don't have it.
That has been the hardest thing for me to learn in life is exploring the gray area of life, because it's something that I'm not comfortable with.
Yeah.
I am right, wrong, good, bad, yes, no, and exploring the gray area of, yeah, they did this, John, but here's why they did it. I'm always like, it's wrong. That was wrong.
I don't think you're bad at it at all.
But I've learned. But no, I was the worst person you've ever met in the world at it when I was 30.
Yeah, because I think a lot of people are like that.
I was the worst.
It's my way. I mean, it's one of those, you can have your opinion, but your opinion's wrong.
Yes.
And I have that with a lot of things. And I think it's just common in today's day and age, especially with social media the way it is.
Thing is, I think
there's
worse.
No gray area.
I think it's worse today than it ever was. And I was horrible with it. It was my absolute greatest flaw. That I think I know what needs to be done, and I think it's going to be done, and I want it done this way, and I don't want it done any other way, and I really don't need to hear your input because I figured it out.
Yeah, today's day and age, it sucks. and it sucks because of, like, Twitter. Like, you'll throw out an idea, and all of a sudden people come at you, and you'll kind of defend your stance, you know, like, oh, they should trade for this guy, and then all of a sudden you become the biggest fan of that guy because you have all these people coming at you.
Yeah, you just gotta stand in today's day and age. You got to stand by your convictions and your beliefs more than you ever have. And you can't get bullied down. You can't worry about people who are, it's just
jerks.
You say thanks for listening.
Meanies.
You say thanks for listening.
Meanies.
Thanks for listening.
I appreciate it.
Hey, you may not always need a new water heater, but when you do, choose Bradford White, because Bradford White is here for the pro. They will take great care of you. In the final hour of the show, we're making the call to the bullpen, and it's going to be an effective call. We're not asking Evel Knievel to come in. We're asking Ricky Patalico to come in. John Kincade Show on The Fanatic. You know, when storms hit, like today, people are going to be knee-deep in water in their basements. They're going to have a hassle. They're going to have a mess. They're going to have a cost associated with it. Why don't you protect your home now with the trusted experts at Dry Tech Waterproofing Solutions? My friends at Dry Tech, they offer expert waterproofing services for any situation. So if you've got a damp basement, you know when you walk downstairs and you feel that sort of cold, damp feeling, and you can almost smell it. You have a foundation issue. You may have an unhealthy mold environment that you even know about. DryTech Waterproofing is here to help you out. Their team works to manage the problems that come from your basement and other areas where water can creep in. And they can head off the problem before it becomes a major issue for you. With DryTech Waterproofing Solutions, you rest easy. Your home's safe. There's no more stress. They uncover the potential issues before they cause the damage. DryTech's professionals treat your home as if it's their own. And with the care and experience that they've got, you can rely on them. And a 15% discount if you mention the Kincade Show, I would say that's the biggest win of all. Tell them I sent you. Get 15% off your service. A day like today, you know it. You see dampness on the wall. You smell it down there. Get DryTech in to help. Go to drytechcorp.com. DryTech Waterproofing Solutions. Do the move that protects your investment.
The John Kincade Show.
Talking sense into people isn't really my thing. In fact, I'm better at the opposite.
On 97.5 The Fanatic, Philadelphia. Today's John Kincade Show is presented by Wendy's. When you want a hot and juicy hamburger, go for the square. Wendy's serves up fresh, never frozen, always square beef. Go to Wendy's and grab a Dave's Double and taste that hot, juicy square difference. Choose wisely. Choose Wendy's hot and juicy hamburgers. Fresh beef available in the contiguous U.S., Alaska, and Canada.
June is National Men's Health Month. 97.5 The Fanatic and Iron Mountain Men's Health are committed to your well-being. Did you know sleep apnea occurs in about 25% of men compared to 10% of women? Having obstructive sleep apnea increases your risk of high blood pressure, strokes, and heart attacks. To help prevent sleep apnea, maintain a healthy weight, moderate alcohol consumption, and refrain from smoking. Stay tuned for more tips on how to live a long and healthy life, presented by Iron Mountain Men's Health.
I'm Dr. Avidan Appel. Would it surprise you to hear that for every hour of quality sleep lost, your testosterone level decreases by a significant amount? If you're waking up in the morning feeling unrefreshed, fatigued, or tired, your testosterone levels need to be checked and could be low due to sleep apnea. Visit us online today at ironmountainmenshealth.com to schedule your free consultation with me, Dr. Avidan Appel, founder of Iron Mountain Men's Health. Iron Mountain Men's Health, the leader in men's health.
Hey, are you tired of dealing with your old drafty windows and doors? Well, it's time you go Guida. Yes, my good friends at Guida Door and Window. They're going to help make your window and door replacement project more affordable with their buy one, get one half off sale. That's right. For every door or window you buy, you'll get the second one at 50% off, and you can mix and match these savings to suit your own needs. Buy an entry door, get half off a storm door. Buy a patio door, get 50% off a window. Need to replace all the windows and doors in your house? Then you'll save 50% on half of your project. It's simple. The more you need, the more you save. Plus, Guida will make it easy for you to afford your project with no money down, interest-free financing for up to 18 months. Act now. This offer is for a limited time. Restrictions apply. For details, call Guida today. Schedule a free no-obligation in-home estimate. The number's 1-877-GO-GUIDA. Or check them out online at GoGuida.com. That's go, G-U-I-D-A.
DQ presents the sound of an all-star summer lineup. Leading off, the promising rookie, new Oreo Dirt Pie. On deck, the fan-favorite Girl Scout Thin Mints. Summer standouts, Drumstick with peanuts and cotton candy. And batting cleanup, it's you. With your red spoon and 6 summer blizzard flavors, official treat of MLB. All part of the new DQ All-Star Summer Blizzard lineup. DQ? Happy tastes good.
When you need your tech working its best, Staples has you covered.
My PC has 3 speeds: slow, slower, and slowest.
Staples has you covered during our free PC tune-up event, Saturday the 18th and Sunday the 19th. Bring your existing PC to any Staples store and we'll remove junk files, improve your startup and operating speeds, and optimize your device's performance with a 1-year subscription for PC tune-up software. A $30 value free. Your tech solution is at Staples. In-store only, Windows devices only. Appointments encouraged by phone or in store.
Meet Allison, teammate at Truist Bank. Hi. She was born to care, and she always had your back. You could say that. Like that time back in the mid-'80s when she spotted Stacy Kaminsky with her new perm, and a car was coming, about to hit a puddle. So Allison jumps in front of the splash, just in time to protect Stacy's fresh curls.
Look, I had to do it. A wet perm just doesn't work.
Today, Allison's a teammate at Truist, the bank that starts with care. When you start with care, you get a different kind of bank. Learn more at truist.com/care. Truist Bank, member FDIC.
If you're a small business, there are lots of choices when it comes to your internet and technology needs. But when you choose Comcast Business Internet, you choose the largest, fastest, reliable network. You choose advanced security for total peace of mind. And you choose fiber solutions with speeds up to 10 gigs available to more small businesses than any other provider. That's virtually everywhere we serve. The choice is clear. Get unbeatable business solutions from the most innovative company. Comcast Business, powering possibilities.
Restrictions apply. Not available in all areas. Actual speeds vary.
As a contractor installing windows, you deserve a simple choice. Anderson 400 Series windows. They're the cladwood windows contractors trust the most. So much so, they're the windows contractors trust for their own homes. And they even have fewer callbacks for extra peace of mind. When it comes to windows, the choice is simple. It's Anderson 400 Series windows. The windows contractors trust the most. Request a quote at andersonwindows.com today.
Claims based on 2022 Anderson Brand Survey of U.S. contractors.
It's a fact. Only 0.0001% of people will ever step up to the plate as a pro baseball player. For the rest of us, there's BetRivers.com Sportsbook app. Featuring same-game parlays, you can combine the excitement of different bets all from the same game. Totals? Bet 'em. Spreads? Bet 'em. Player props? It's a home run. Download the BetRivers.com Sportsbook app today. It's a whole new game.
Presented by Rivers Casino Pittsburgh. Must be 21. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER.
When you want a hot and juicy hamburger, go for the Square. Wendy's serves up fresh, never frozen beef. And yup, these patties are square. Grab a Dave's Double and see the hot and juicy Square difference for yourself. Choose wisely. Choose Wendy's. Fresh beef available in the contiguous U.S., Alaska, and Canada.
Meineke is celebrating 50 years of service with $10 off a full synthetic oil change. Up to 5 quarts, standard filter, plus disposal fees. You'll also get a free tire rotation and battery check. For tires, brakes, batteries, exhaust, and more, trust Meineke. Doing car care right.
We're getting so excited for this year's away game trip with Philly Sports Trips. That's who we travel with. And that's who you should travel with, too. We'll be heading out to Arizona to see the Birds take on those other birds, the Cardinals. Vince and the entire team at Philly Sports Trips make it amazing for you. John, it's a lot to think about, getting in a plane and going and traveling and getting reservations. No. They do it all for you. Hotel, air, transfers, great parties, the absolute best vibe. Go to phillysportstrips.com and join us in Arizona the second weekend of October. It's going to be amazing. You're also going to see a host of other Birds Games away trips, including Chicago, amazing luxury party bus trips to D.C. and New York. I'm going to go see the Commodes this year. Always wanted to do it with a gang from Philly Sports Trips, and I'm doing it. phillysportstrips.com. Do it. Reserve your spot for a great trip with just a small deposit. They had to get a bigger plane for Arizona, and I want them to have to get the biggest plane possible. Get on in now, phillysportstrips.com.
WPEN Burlington, Philadelphia, a Beasley Media Group station, home of the most entertaining sports talk in Philadelphia. 97.5 The Fanatic, Philadelphia. Now, back to the John Kincade Show.
Picking on Egan is extremely mean, but I assure you, it's just a small, minute, tiny part of our content.
On 97.5 The Fanatic, Philadelphia.
Let's say you had 4-day weekend coming up. You took vacation Friday and Monday. And you're tired of your boss. You're tired of all your coworkers. All you want to do is drink beer, have sex, and lay by a pool. That's what you want to do. So you know what you do? At the end of the show today, you come on in and you say, take this job and shove it. And I'll be back Tuesday morning bright and early at 6 a.m. That's what Bob Cooney says. Working for the weekend, a special Thursday edition. Egan made it very special. Pat Egan can
I feel like
dance.
I should put some money down his pants.
Pat Egan can dance.
I'd appreciate that.
Reese will show you how to do that. He can show you at the Ellen Show. Right. 9 o'clock hour is brought to you by the Bagster. It's a dumpster in a bag. Get yours today at Home Depot and Lowe's. For details, go to Bagster.com. And Ricky Batalico has come in from the bullpen.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
Glad to have you.
Oh, by the way, yeah. Wait.
You do have it. Why are you here?
I'm sponsored.
Oh, that's why you're here.
I'm sponsored by Guided Door and Window. Buy any window or door and get the second 50% off, plus interest-free financing for up to 18 months. Visit GUIDA.com.
Welcome in, Ricky.
Welcome in. Thank you.
When you see Egan dance, though, Egan's a good dancer. Now you laughed. Yeah, but the thing is that you smiled. I saw you smiling.
He makes me laugh. I mean,
yes,
a lot of people think we dislike each other because we like to fire off on each other, but he makes me laugh. How
can he not make you laugh?
The guy's he's heckling Bob.
And Bob laughs too. Bob can't hold. Bob wanted to stay in character, and he couldn't because he started to struggle because they're best friends. You don't know.
I don't
that?
know. But what is his character? What is Egan's character?
Well, I think it's a lack of character. Is sort of what makes him so.
I'm just Pat, man.
He's out of his freaking mind.
He's out of his mind. Yes.
I walked out and Ricky's like, "What did you take today?" I was like, "I don't know what you're talking about." He's like, "You were going nuts in there."
He had a double Wendy's.
Yeah, man.
If this was back in the 90s, they would have said you took too many greenies.
Mm-hmm.
No,
out of the jar in the '93 Phillies had.
Oh no, I was told when I first came up.
the big jar in the.
I've never,
come on.
I'm not kidding. I never saw it. I was told by one Let me put it this way. I was told by one of the guys who probably had he was hyper, but he was stern hyper. Told me, he goes, you could never take a greenie.
No, you better not.
He told me.
I was told never to do that either.
Anyways.
I think it was the Wendy's and the fact that we're playing Bluebell Country Club today. I think it's just it's got me in a mood.
You think it all gave you that same energy?
Yeah, Pat is like Will Ferrell's character in Elf if he was actually an elf. That is what Pat is.
Good point.
Yeah. The positive energy. Connor's running the board today.
Hello.
So Connor,
there goes.
He didn't take any.
There goes your positivity.
He didn't take any. He didn't take any walks. He didn't take any softball walks this weekend.
We got rained out.
He didn't have to then.
He got rained out.
I can't. I still. Why, dude? Come on.
The team
Nick.
needs their
So
swings
he went to the
Ricky. Come on.
He went to the batting cage though, and he took some walks.
Okay, but the thing that bothers me. Here's the whole thing that bothers me about that. You look at Connor. He's pretty athletic, dude, right?
He is.
Yeah. Just clip that, Haley.
He should be the last guy taking a walk on a softball team.
Correct.
Nobody should take a walk on a softball team.
Because it doesn't matter.
Mad at JT when he took the walk to set up the walk-off home run yesterday?
No, because it was either that or a double play, right?
Is that what we're doing with JT now, or?
Hey, it worked.
Is that where we're at now?
It worked.
JT, the BCI, no.
Yeah, exactly. No, don't do it. People are going to get up in their feelings. Don't be critical.
I don't really care about anybody's feelings.
I agree with you. I don't either.
That's the way it should be. You should have your own opinion. That's it.
I found that out the hard way with you. You don't care about everybody else's feelings.
Right now, I brought up earlier, should it be a positive note that you're 11-2 in your last 13 games? And in that time, JT Realmuto and Nick Castellanos both look pretty lost in clutch situations.
I agree.
That should be a good thing, right?
It should be a good thing, but you're also getting some guys to pick. Stubbs picks you up. You had Stott pick you up a couple times. Veerling with the big home run off a hater. No, Bomer with the big home run off a hater. This is where I don't agree with what Bob said earlier about he has a feeling. I have a feeling.
You can't disagree with my feeling. It's my feeling.
Because it's Bob's feeling.
They're one game over 500 right
I hear
now.
you.
Relax.
That's where I understand that. I'm not.
Put
you can still have fun.
back on and relax.
Yeah.
So, I mean, no, my thought process is, are they playing better baseball? Yes, they are.
Yes.
But these are the games, oddly enough, these games in front of you are the ones where you make up the ground. And if you do not play well against the Nationals,
you go 3-2 against the Nats.
You know what you do? You sit down and try to pretzel yourself and kiss your butt goodbye, because that's the only way that you have to make up games now.
You have 19 against the Nationals coming. You in the course of this season, and I'm saying right now, if you want to make up in the games, you got to go 14-5.
Right, but everybody's in this shock zone that, look at us, we're the underdogs and we're on our way up.
Yeah.
No, you're not the underdogs.
You're the third payroll in baseball.
Yeah, you're supposed to win games. You're supposed to be at the top of the level. That's why I get confused. Did anybody notice the celebration yesterday was a little different, to say the least?
In what way?
It was animated.
It was almost like, besides Stubbs, if you looked at everybody else, they were happy for Stubbs, but they were kind of like, all right, this is what we should be doing.
I like that.
Which I actually kind of liked. I was like, okay, the team's excited, not overly, because they know they should be doing this kind of stuff. Well, which is nice to me, because they should be winning games.
Yeah, I mean, everyone's making it out like they're this scrappy underdog story. Your owner is spending third in baseball money.
They're not the 17 Eagles.
Come on, enough of this underdog match.
Nice
I'm waiting for that to come out.
Outcome, but that you're not the underdogs. You don't have to wear the dog mask.
You're
at the ballpark.
You're actually
if anything, wear a king crown or something like that.
You're underachievers, is what you've been
right now,
and you have to overcome that.
I 100% agree with you on that one.
I mean, it's like people are making it like a scrappy underdog story. Give me a break.
There is no underdog story. It's almost annoying, isn't it?
I think it sort of is, because it's now they're gonna. I'm waiting to see them play to the level that they should be playing at, and I'm talking about high 80s.
And if they want to win,
87, 88 wins is, to me, where they should be looking at that roster.
You better fix that leaky bucket. That is the bullpen.
You better.
What are you doing?
If you're going to win.
Are you available?
Yeah, for about a game.
No, but I think
at this point, we could probably use it.
No, but I mean,
I can't give you that much. I think you're good for maybe 6 pitches.
Yeah. Oh, at least that's one inning for me.
I hate closer by committee. But I understand what he was talking about yesterday.
He doesn't.
Rob Thompson. You don't think he means it?
I don't think he meant closer by committee. The reason why I say that is is that Sir Anthony had just pitched 2 days in a row. So obviously you're not going to use him in that situation. And by committee, you got to be kidding me. So you're telling me if there's 3 lefties coming up that you're going to throw Alvarado into that situation? Garbage. No. The answer is no. The answer is you put either Sir Anthony or maybe Hand would get a shot lefty, if there's lefty coming up. But let's not be stupid about this. You throw Hand in there and there's lefty. It's going to end up being righty.
I'd like to see Brogdon get the shot. Now,
Sir Anthony
is he
first.
Sir Anthony, as Bob said earlier, Sir Anthony sort of deserves it.
Gave up 1 run in his last 15 outings. I mean,
he's been fantastic. But Brogdon, to me, long term, I think could be the answer there. At least he's got the tools. He's got multiple pitches.
Does he have the mindset?
But I want to see it. Like, I want to see these things.
But I don't give a flying you know what if you have the pitches. If you don't have the mindset and the jock to go in there and do it,
right?
You're not going to get that job done. That job is completely different. I know people look at it as, it's 3 outs. No, it's not. These guys put extra focus on you when you're a closer. And some guys that are closers enjoy that, and some guys, they kind of fade away in that type of process. It's not the easiest thing in the world going in there closing games, because when the other team goes over the pitching, they focus on the closer and they'll focus on the starting pitcher, and that's it.
You know how critical it is, though, that this team does become the team that everybody wants it to become? You realize right now, just looking at these numbers, the longer and longer we go without Bryce Harper having surgery.
Yeah.
2023 seasons, major chunks of it are in jeopardy.
Well, I don't know how long that would
if he had surgery in November. Doctor chimed in earlier, and he's with a very prominent orthopedics group.
He'd be back by May or June.
He says Father's Day next year, earliest.
Yeah. So what?
So we wouldn't even be there yet. Well, so we would already be through 60-some games with no Harper. And he goes, and that's if he had it right after the season, and they went right after it, and then everything went well. So remember.
You know what's odd? They won a game the other day, and he was doing the old, like I don't know, what do you call that?
Yeah.
I know
like what you mean. The elbow, like the tough.
Like the elbow's great. Why would you do that? If I had a bad elbow, that's the last thing I'm putting up in the air to give high fives with.
Maybe that's a good sign. Maybe this shot has helped him. Maybe he doesn't.
He doesn't feel the same pain.
Yeah, I mean, we haven't heard about him getting shut down. About
6
dealing
weeks.
with pain.
You have to wait 6 weeks. It's got to be coming up. I don't even know what the date was, but I kind of, you just
till
throw
the next
throw
shot.
It out there.
Oh, I feel like it was like 3 weeks ago.
Till he gets reevaluated to see if he could throw.
Oh, okay.
Because let's go back to that game the other night.
Pat, it's 12 days since the shot.
Let's go back to the game. It's only been 12 days?
I think it's 2 weeks.
But time's a flat circle.
2 weeks since he had the shot, yeah.
Everything kind of just melds
There's
together.
No freaking way.
I think it's 12 days.
It was in Los Angeles on a Sunday afternoon in the middle of May.
And then he missed those games after he came home.
But the shot was on a Sunday. I'm
talking about coming back from the shot, I believe, is. Let me check. Let me just make sure.
He came back on that Friday.
He came back on the Friday against the Angels. No, the Mets. He came back that Friday against the Mets.
Okay. When was that?
Well, it's 3 weeks. So it's 3 weeks. You're right. Very good.
12
days.
It's
3 weeks.
Anyways, I forgot where I was talking about.
I don't know either. You're getting nitpicked.
Somebody has to pay attention when you're
talking. They need
talking.
him back. They need him to play right field, because I know a lot of people didn't say anything about this, but Nick Castellanos should have caught that damn ball the other night.
He should have.
Yeah.
And so should JT Realmuto. Come on.
His defense has gone to garbage.
One-handed catches with a catcher's mitt.
What is going on? I mean, this is a guy that used to be very solid. Put some stickum in your glove or something if that's going to happen.
I wonder if he's in his own head.
Yeah, it's what it is.
I think there's a little bit, because he's a very kind of unemotional player when you watch him, but then the other day he went to the bench and slammed the helmet or his bat or whatever.
Well, think about this also. How many times has he been hit by foul balls in the head?
So a little fog.
Boy.
Yeah, you never know.
He
has been.
There was back-to-back...
and he got hit in the
noodles area.
You know, because I think it was Travis d'Arnaud and a couple other catchers. They use basically a mask that has shock absorbers, so that if you do get hit,
doesn't mean crap.
It really does. They said it helped.
The reason why I say that, my friend Jim Reynolds, I played with him forever. He's an umpire in the big leagues. He actually had the last series here, and he had game 2 the 4-hour game.
Okay, yeah, the 4-hour
and
slog.
Last year he was hit 3 times in the mask by foul balls and or pitches that didn't even get touched. He said,
"Oh my gosh!"
And so the third time he was in Houston, and I'm sure he wears that mask. I'm sure he wears a
it's different.
mask.
So some people don't, but I do wonder.
So he gets smoked in Houston, stays in the game, and that was in the 2nd inning. 5th inning comes around. There's a pop up to the left side. He looks up. He said the whole place started spinning.
Oh my gosh!
Oh yeah.
Did he have to leave the game at that point?
He left the game, and he actually was out the rest of the year.
I was about to say
yeah, he did have to sit out.
Yep.
Yes,
that's the guy who's calling balls and strikes, which is even more concerning.
Well, nobody wants to say that.
No, I know that, but isn't that more of a reason to go into robot umps?
I love the robot ump idea.
If the guy, and that happens a lot, where the umpires get hit with foul balls. I mean, it probably happens.
Yeah, because
once every
guys
game
can't
or two.
freaking catch anymore.
So
what's going on with that?
So the guy that's supposed to judge balls and strikes at a 97-mile-per-hour clip is getting hit in the head.
What's wrong with that?
What's the problem?
Want me to clear this up for you?
Yes,
in a perfect
please
way?
do that.
You know, we go up there and we'll diagram like home runs. Keep an eye on the catcher's mitt, and keep an eye on where the ball goes. Back when I played, if you missed by like 3 or 4 inches, you were missing by a lot. Now it's you're talking 2 feet.
Well, you guys
miss their spots from.
You guys did a great thing, and I talked about this on the air. It might have been after you were in last week. I think it was you and Ben when you were going over Ranger Suarez.
Yeah.
And how he was trying to pitch inside and how they were setting up inside.
Yeah.
And he was missing by a foot right down the middle of the plate.
Right.
And you guys showed it and showed it and showed it again. He just kept doing it.
Well, I think Ranger Suarez might be the easiest guy to break down on that team because you were just talking about that inside fastball. If he does not get it in on the hands, it gives them every right to just lean over the plate, which takes away his changeup on the outside part. So what does he have left?
And what's happened with
Caca.
What's happened with him?
Him? I just told you.
No, but I mean, is that it?
He can't locate his fastball inside to the right-handers.
Does that tell you he's compensating for something, or he's just out of whack?
No, he's just not. He's not getting the ball there. I mean, it's fairly simple. It could be a little bit closed stance that he can't get. That he can't open up his hips to get there. It's usually little things like that.
Did you have a great Wendy's sandwich this morning?
I had a Wendy's sandwich. Always great. Are you kidding? I would love to know what kind of cheese they put on that because it melts
what is
so
it, though?
nicely.
It's Swiss.
Is
that
it Swiss?
Not
Yeah,
Swiss.
it is.
It?
Yeah.
Well, it depends. On the one, it's Swiss, and I think the other one might be a.
It's not Swiss.
Well, the one has Swiss. No, the one
Colby
sandwich does
Jack.
have Swiss.
Could it be Colby Jack?
It's whatever it is.
It's not
smooth.
spicy. It's
but
just
it's smooth.
What's your Mount Rushmore cheeses? Like Munster?
Favorite cheese?
Provolone,
mozzarella.
Provolone,
Good old
mozzarella.
American sauce.
Mozzarella, you could just eat it.
Yeah,
whenever.
I like a cheese that has a little spice to it.
You like a cheese?
Yeah,
Do
like
you?
a
Pepper
jalapeno.
jack? You do not do a
jalapeno.
pimento, though, do you?
You know what my favorite is? A smoked Gouda.
Really?
Smoked Gouda.
I'd say Swiss, but there'd be some holes in my
I
argument.
didn't have you pegged as a good man.
Ba-da-da-da-da-da.
Is it that chair? I don't know what it is.
It's just no. Pat wouldn't have made that
Yeah,
stupid
he
dad
sounds
joke.
like-
I would
Yeah,
not.
no,
I
he
would not
probably
have made
wouldn't
that
have.
joke.
He wouldn't have
That's
done that.
bad.
Hey,
That was a good one.
The 9 o'clock hour brought to you by the Bagster. It's a dumpster and a bag at your stay at Home Depot and Lowe's. And for details, go to Bagster.com. Getting back to the original point we started with, I think it's a good thing that they've gone 11-2 and they're not getting a big contribution from Castellanos or from Real Muto. Because they're going to come around. Real Muto is going to be better than he is right now.
Right, but like I said, they're getting
it's still-
contributions from others that are surprising you a little bit, was my point.
Which is fun.
And yeah, it's fun. Like Stubbs, you got to love that.
Great story.
Yeah.
The guy is really a 29-year-old kind of journeyman who kind of found his way here, and all of a sudden, if you look at his number, he's got better power numbers than JT.
I wonder,
and he's got 1/5 of the at-bats.
I wonder if they just don't know that they don't have a book on him yet. Pitchers don't have a book on him yet.
There's a book on him, but I don't think you care.
Yeah, because it's Drew Stubbs.
Yeah, you're not caring. You're not even thinking about it.
They were talking earlier about, he's going to have about facing lefties. And they talked about it yesterday, and it's like, well, he has like 4 extra base hits against lefties
again,
in limited at-bats.
5 straight sliders to a left-handed hitter. What are you doing? Mix something else in. Mix an 0-2 fastball, 1-2 fastball. Move the ball around. Although, I'm not so sure he didn't throw a couple other strikes on the outside corner if you watch that at-bat.
They did.
Yeah.
He painted that corner a couple times, and they said, no. I was like, woo.
They are breathing a little bit easier.
And sooner or later, if any big league pitcher throws 5 sliders, they're not all going to be good. One of them's going to have something wrong with it, whether it backs up whether it's pulled a little bit too much or whether you just get the little cement mixer, which is exactly what he got.
I know you're a man of integrity, so I think you will want to apologize for your coward comment last Thursday to me.
I still think you're a coward for that.
I told you they'd win 2 out of 3 against Arizona and 2 out of 3 against the Marlins.
I was thinking 5 out of 6. You're right.
I mean, I don't think it's wrong that you went 5 out of 6.
Well,
but I'm just saying that's what because
I'm a big man. I'll say I'm sorry.
Because that's what I think this team is.
Right.
Like, I worry that this is going to be a 3-2 weekend. When I watch the Mets mop up the Nats,
you know what you
and I
really
watch the
should be
Braves
worried about?
mop
That it's a 2-3 weekend. If it ends up a 2-3 weekend,
that's a disaster. That's a disaster. If that ends up that way, it's a disaster.
By the way, look. He's good at looking things.
What's that?
Look up the last time the Phillies swept a doubleheader.
I can Google.
I believe it's like they've had like 20 doubleheaders, and I think there's been like 1.
Here's the key, though. Tomorrow is the day-nighter.
Yes, and it's 2 lefties we're throwing.
Which is sort of a isn't that a take away sort of the doubleheader demographic because you're not playing them back to back. You're not
it makes it worse. It
makes it
I'd
worse.
rather just get it over with. Yeah, get in the clubhouse, get changed, and go out and play again.
Our biggest issue when I played was don't get caught in Colorado and have to play a split doubleheader. And it happened to us. Because
it's such a long day.
Oh, man. They used to have it like at noon the first game and then like 7:30. It was just, and you can't leave.
Okay, what do you do between when you have the day-night doubleheader?
Eat, watch a movie. Some guys will take a nap. Some guys will play cards, but it's just a long time.
Do they open the clubhouse to the media before the second game?
No, after the first game.
So after the first game, but they don't then have another media availability,
I think we
do
may
they?
have. I think
that's terrible. See, now that's where they should throw that out the window.
Yeah, but split doubleheaders suck.
It is.
Ricky, how did you guys? John and I were talking. Like he was saying about taking 3 out of 5 wouldn't be the greatest. I was talking about winning series. Always win a series. You're playing 600 baseball, whatever it may be. How did you break down seasons? Was it series by series? Was it up to the manager?
Well, it should be to start the season, but I think you both have valid points. Yes, that's what you're supposed to do. Yes, they're already in a hole, so they have to.
You got to dig out.
You have to make a couple of those sweeps to make up for the garbage play that you had in April.
And mind if I said,
Coach knows stuff.
Coach?
Yeah, last time the Phillies swept a doubleheader was back on September the 19th of 2020.
See, they did.
Yeah, but look at
that was the 60-game season.
Look at like their last 20 doubleheaders.
They're bad.
I think that's the only time. I'm not sure.
Bob, if I said to you guys right now, 19 games against the Nats. If the Phillies are going to be a playoff team, what do they have to do in those 19 games? I say minimum 14-5. You got to pick up 9 games.
Well, 13
you got to get 9 games.
You pick up 7. I mean, that's fine, but it may be a moot point. And the reason why I say that is if you don't beat the Mets, you don't beat the Braves.
Well, you've only got 7 games left. No, because you can
by the way, you said Chris Russo said what?
Chris Russo said 3 teams will come out of the West.
Why do you think he said that?
I don't know.
He's a Giants fan.
Oh, okay.
Rat.
I did not even think about that.
He's a huge Giants.
Yeah, he is, though. He is very much a big fan with that. Good exposing the truths in American media.
Come
on, everybody!
You're good at this radio thing.
Ricky Metallico with us there on the on High Pitch. Ricky, what do you think of your Phillies? You think they're pretty good? Yeah, exactly. I like your honesty. Hey, we're gonna find out what Ricky Bo knows coming up, and we hope you'll stick around for that, and hope you'll hang out with us. We're gonna be with you all day long, and remember, you have a radio in the palm of your hand when you have your phone. Pat reminds you every day. That's what it is. You got a radio in the palm of your hand with the 97.5 The Fanatic app. It's the John Kincade Show here on The Fanatic. With the BetParx app in Pennsylvania and New Jersey, you can join in the official betting partner of the PGA Tour. The U.S. Open starts today, which is fun. And the all-new BetParx Casino and Sportsbook app opens up an entire world of sports to you, and you can make your first bet risk-free up to $750 when you use the promo code Kincade. Now, you got to be 21 in Pennsylvania or New Jersey, but you can bet on the spreads of games. You can bet on individual performances. You can bet on home runs and strikeouts. The Phillies are about to tee off on a bad Nationals team. So how are you feeling about that? What about Game 6 of the NBA Finals tonight? Where are you going there? I bet Tampa Bay. I put 20 on Tampa Bay to win the Stanley Cup. They're down 1-0 against Colorado. They don't want to keep digging themselves out of holes. There's a variety of sports to wager on, and live in-game wagering is where it's at. Go to betparx.com. Use the promo code Kincade. You got to be 21 in Pennsylvania or New Jersey. If you have a gambling problem, please call 1-800-GAMBLER.
The John Kincade Show.
Sir, one more outburst, I will strangle you with my microphone wire. You understand me?
On 97.5 The Fanatic, Philadelphia. Join the John Kincade Show today from 5 to 7 p.m. at PJ Wellahan's in Bluebell for a PJ's Happy Hour. Come out to say hi and enjoy delicious PJ wings.
Even the cleanest kitchen has a dirty little secret, that disgusting soggy sponge sitting in the sink.
It's gross. It smells, and according to research, it can be 200,000 times dirtier than a toilet seat.
Ick! Hi, she's Linda.
She's Allison, and we created Skr-style sponges because we were sick of ick. The dirty little secret about regular sponges is that they are a breeding ground for bacteria, and they stink.
In more ways than one.
But Skr-style sponges are made of a patented polyurethane foam and are antimicrobial, so they dry fast and don't smell. Plus, our fade-to-change design tells you when it's time to replace them.
And with our easy subscription plans, they're delivered right to your door. Go to skirstyle.com now, enter radio in the promo box, and get your first month free.
Just pay shipping. You can cancel at any time. That's SKURA style.com. And try the sponge scene on the Today Show that was called life-changing. That's Skura Style, SKURA style.com. Promo code radio.
Esports events continue to resume as more fighting games return from the hiatus of live events. This week, Tekken announced the Tekken World Tour 2022, which features 16 different global regions. The tour is split between Masters and Dojo events that will result in the top players of each region advancing to the regional finals and then the grand finals. The grand finals are scheduled to take place in early 2023.
The latest esports and gaming news. Find it online at checkpointxp.com.
Do you find yourself stuck in a timeshare? Get the real facts about the timeshare industry and your options for cancellation. Chuck McDowell, founder of Wesley Financial Group, beat the largest timeshare company in federal court and has put together a free information guide that reveals the secrets the timeshare industry doesn't want you to know, including the 5 ways to get rid of your timeshare. Call now and get this timeshare cancellation guide absolutely free.
Call 800-462-3333. That's 800-462-3333.
Hey, it's cuz, don't be that guy with the t-shirt on in the pool. You can still be slimmer for this summer, since it only takes 40 days to lose a contractually guaranteed 20 to 40 plus pounds with NJ Diet. Their program uses hair, saliva, and bioenergetic scans to personalize natural formulas and supplements to help you lose the weight. That DNA info is used to help you keep it off. No shots, no hormones, no surgery, no prepackaged foods. Ew. Call 855-5NJ-DIET or visit njdiet.com. That's njdiet.com.
Hey, Dad? Cool if I change this?
They may not get each other's music, but they can both get a COVID-19 booster shot. Because the CDC recommends booster shots for people 12 years and older after completion of a primary series. Schedule an appointment as soon as you are eligible. Sponsored by BioNTech and Pfizer.
Welcome back to the quickest podcast ever, brought to you by Kohl's.
Today's topic, Father's Day deals.
Dads can be tough to shop for.
Not at Kohl's. I got my dad a shirt for just $11.04.
Okay, that is pretty great.
It gets better. You can take an extra 15% off already amazing deals, like 20% off grilling tools, and not to mention, 25% off Under Armour gear.
All right, I'm sold.
Oh, and you can save even more with a Kohl's card.
More style and more savings? On my way there now.
Select styles, 15% offer ends June 19th. Under Armour coupons do not apply. Some exclusions apply. See store or Kohl's.com for details.
You're the one who protects the flock, and that requires an eye for detail. Because when safety and well-being are on the line, it's the details that can save lives. Even when no one else is watching, you see everything. Grainger gets you, and we're here for you, and all the ones who get it done with a wide range of safety products and solutions, plus board-certified safety consultants here to answer your questions. Call, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
Looking for a place to hang out this summer? Stay cool under the misters in the outdoor garden and patio at Kensington Pub in Philadelphia, where every table has an umbrella. Enjoy outdoor games like Bago or hang out and watch some baseball. Happy hour from 4 to 7 p.m. Monday through Thursday with delicious food specials and $1 off all beer. And don't miss their Feel Good Fridays featuring $4 Corona, Corona Light, and Modelo bottles. Kensington Pub, East Tioga Road in Philadelphia. For more info, follow them on Facebook at Kensington Pub, Philly.
For the first time in 25 years, the Doobie Brothers, Tom Johnston, Michael McDonald, Pat Simmons, and John McPhee, 50th Anniversary Tour. Rock and Roll Hall of Fame inductees, the Doobie Brothers. Freedom Mortgage Pavilion, June 23rd. Get tickets now at LiveNation.com. Part of the Mattress Warehouse Concert Series.
Prime members, save at Whole Foods Market on your favorite steaks for grilling. Get bone-in beef ribeye steak for $13.99 a pound through June 21st, while supplies last. Learn more on the Whole Foods Market app.
When you want a hot and juicy hamburger, go for the Square. Wendy's serves up fresh, never frozen beef. And yup, these patties are square. Grab a Dave's Double and see the hot and juicy Square difference for yourself. Choose wisely. Choose Wendy's. Fresh beef available in the contiguous U.S., Alaska, and Canada.
Listen to 97.5 The Fanatic everywhere. On Alexa at 975thefanatic.com, the Fanatic app, and now on Odyssey.
I've always told you I don't want you to meet my friends at H&H Heating and Air Conditioning in an emergency. Coach did last Sunday. His system was crapping out. His house was getting hotter and hotter. Coach, you had an A-plus experience, didn't you?
The customer service from H&H, off the charts.
They're amazing. And you didn't get a new system. You got a repair.
That's correct. They fixed it, came right out on Sunday afternoon and fixed it.
If you needed a new system right now, you could save up to $1,500 though in rebates on qualifying systems. And they also offer 0% financing if you're a qualified buyer. So there's no reason to wait if you need the replacement. I love H&H Heating and Air Conditioning. DelcoHVAC.com is where you find them on the web. DelcoHVAC.com. And I can tell you, schedule an estimate right now on a new air conditioning system. Get ready for it. Have your systems maintained. Delco HVAC. Just get used to them. Meet them. H&H Heating and Air Conditioning. They've got over 1,000 five-star ratings online and one big verbal one from the Kincade and Coach.
The John Kincade Show.
Show's a hit. Yes. The critics love it.
On 97.5 The Fanatic. Philadelphia.
Everyone loves Wendy's, and on Thursday mornings, we really love Wendy's. Ricky says he pulls into Wendy's drive-thru constantly.
Triples.
How do you stay so trim? You're looking good. You're looking trim.
It's called getting on a treadmill, getting on an elliptical pretty much hours a day.
Hours at a time.
Are you the same weight now as you were when you played about?
Very close right now.
Yeah? Good.
You're probably...
within 2 pounds.
I'll say 205 Ricky is.
I'm 207.
Are you like 15 down, though, as how you've done this show? Like around 15 down?
About 15.
Trying to rival you, trying to catch.
But I'm not like trying.
You're not trying. You didn't have the pudge to lose like I did.
No, I'm in that situation where I just want to sweat. Like I enjoy sweating.
Bob loves it.
Loves sweating.
Connor loves to sweat.
I love wearing a gray shirt to the gym, and when you leave, it's 5 pounds heavier, and it's black down to your waistband.
Okay, then what do you do when you get to your car? Do you sit in your car with that wet shirt?
Absolutely not.
Oh, okay, what do? You trade it out?
I bring another shirt to the gym.
Oh, okay.
Or you take the shirt off.
Have you taken the shower?
No, I shower at home.
Okay.
Well, I can't.
So you put
say
the new shirt on the sweaty bod?
Yes.
Okay.
And then you wash them.
What is going on here?
Connor would wear no shirt home.
Oh, yeah, we already know him in a convertible.
And the top down.
He's just stupidity sometimes. Especially, you know what? Like, it's insult to injury when you throw it out there on Twitter because you're just going to get destroyed for it. And he's thinking to himself, the chicks are going to love this. I'm going to get some.
He's willing to take the 100 nasty comments
for
to get the one female who will like it.
Look at him.
Every no gets you closer to a yes.
The thirsty community is what he's looking for.
See, I'm closer to a yes then.
Hey, let's find out what Ricky Bo knows. And Ricky Bo's brought to us by First.
We are sponsored by Guided Door and Window. Buy any window or door and get the second at 50% off. Plus, interest-free financing for up to 18 months, John.
That's a good deal.
Months. Visit GUIDA.com. That's GUIDA.com.
There we go.
Bo knows baseball. Bo knows football.
We couldn't get Bo Jackson, but we do have Ricky Bo. So let's find out what Ricky Bo knows.
What does Ricky Bo know about jumping into a pool that's not your own, like at a public place or at a hotel, all sweaty or sandy from the beach? Do you rinse off or do you get into the pool?
I'm a pool guy. Going to the pool. Are you kidding me? Yeah, let's get that sand off me through the pool, because you never know, you might go back out onto the sand.
Okay, but
then you just replay the offer.
Man, Ricky's jumping in the sand.
What are you doing? Are you going to run in, take a shower, and then jump back on the sand?
Every hotel has a rinse off right there, and they say rinse off before going in the pool.
Nobody obeys that law.
Man.
Yeah, you're right. Nobody knows.
There you go, Poppy.
What do you know about your first girlfriend?
My first girlfriend? Oh, God. That was a long time ago, but she was, I guess she lived down the street. I mean...
What do you know about her now?
I still know her. I know her very well, as a matter of fact. She lives in Connecticut.
I bet you do.
That's a bunch of garbage there, pal. Who was my first girlfriend we're talking about?
Yeah, Pat.
Just because of Facebook, I bet you do still know all about her.
I don't even use Facebook.
You can't talk your way out of it, Pat.
No, actually,
You're being a jerk.
I have seen her. I mean, I've seen her in a...
in a bikini?
when we were younger, yeah, I'm sure I have.
Does she still wear the bikini when you stalk her on Facebook?
I'm not on Facebook.
Okay.
Yeah. Well, there's that guy, Pat. You pulled up his profile the other day on Facebook. What's his name? Is like Richard Botangles or something.
Yeah.
He has a code name.
I got some good. What do they call them?
It was Bichard Rotalico.
There was.
Yeah, there's a lot of those. Yeah.
Yeah. What do you know about Bluebell Country Club? Because we're supposed to play it at 12. I think we got backed up to 12:30.
Yeah, I know. I was
going to
playing
it today,
but they pushed it all the way back on us, so that's not going to help me very much.
So
I know the
can't go.
Bluebell Inn.
Bluebell Inn's a nice place.
Very good food, good
right
drinks.
on the corner, right?
Nice outdoor
You've never
patio.
golfed Bluebell Country Club?
I don't know.
Here it's gorgeous. So
I couldn't tell you.
Well, you want to come by? It's on the John Kincade Show golf tour.
Yeah,
I know.
Up in Montgomery County.
Well, I was supposed to go today, but thanks to the thunderstorms and rain and weather, it doesn't help me at all.
Sounds like a lot of excuses to me, but
Sounds
that's
like
okay.
excuses.
It's fine.
But there you go.
Really?
Hey, Connor?
Do you have to work later on this afternoon?
Yep.
Where?
Prove me wrong.
Where?
No personal questions.
No, you do, Pat.
Pat,
5 o'clock.
Wrong.
I do.
5 o'clock.
5 o'clock. I have a happy hour.
A happy hour.
There you go.
No, you think it's easy going to a bar and standing there and eating free
Hard
food
work.
and Cokes?
And drink.
Bottomless Cokes?
Have
And tell
a
a waitress you're going to Venmo her, and she looks at you like you're an ass and walks
Absolutely.
away.
It
and
ain't
won't
that
give it
easy.
to
You've done that before?
I do it every time. Every time that I have like a gift card,
Yeah.
and you
There you go.
don't tip on a gift card, I'll ask the waitress, can I just get your Venmo? Because I'll Venmo you your tip.
It's actually better off.
There you go. What do you got, Connor?
Ricky, what do you know about deep sea fishing?
I've done it before.
Catch anything good?
I've caught amberjack. I've caught shark. I've caught. I was on a boat where a marlin came in.
Ooh, those things are dangerous. You got to watch out
They
for
used to be bottom feeders, but I'll never say that again.
solid
No,
starting
not here.
pitching, too.
Huh?
Starting pitching.
Yeah,
Marlin's
Pablo-
got
was it
some-
Pablo Lopez,
And
or-
I have a good story. Had a day off in Fort Lauderdale one year with the Phillies. There were 5 of us that went out, and it was choppy. It was definitely a little choppy.
Did you go out to PMR?
Ricky was the only one out drinking the night before.
Oh, no.
So we get on this thing. The only one who didn't throw up was me.
Wow.
Believe it or not.
Didn't you learn you got traded on a boat one time?
I was on my boat in Clearwater, yeah.
And they called you and told you you were traded?
No, they didn't call me. It was on the radio.
Really?
Was that St. Louis?
St. Louis. I was out on the water. I'm like,
For what, Ron game?
By the way, look at my phone right after it, and there's nothing there. Nobody called me. So,
Was that for,
I was a little ticked off at a bunch of people at that point.
who was the
Obviously, you would
GM?
be too.
Ed Wade?
Temple's own.
Yeah,
Ed
it was Ed.
Hey, Coach, you got something?
Rick, what do you know about working a summer job?
I got it.
Did you never have one?
This is going to be
Never
hard,
had
but
one.
I
He played
never-
baseball. That's a summer job.
but that doesn't count.
But you know where he's going a little different. I had summer jobs, but they were. I actually worked at what was it called? I used to put up racks for cigarettes.
Tattletales?
But no, this is when I was like in college. But R.J. Reynolds. I was.
So you mean
I
like the
became
tinfoil
an
company?
ESS specialist. I specialized in putting up the. You know, if somebody went and took a pack of cigarettes, it would beep. That was
Yes?
me. I made sure the beepers were working.
Wow.
Security specialist.
That is excellent.
Oh, it was pretty good because we would literally go like to the dog track and go and bet and say we had to work on this thing for hours. I'd fix it in like 10 minutes. Yeah, we cheated a little bit.
Man. What does Ricky Batalico know about ball markers on a golf course?
Oh, they're a necessity. Oh, ball markers.
Do you use
It's a
ball?
necessity.
Do you use ball marker?
Coin.
What is your? You use a coin.
Quarter usually.
So you just take a coin out of your pocket. You don't have one in your golf bag like a
No,
specialty one.
There's probably some coins in there.
Oh, okay.
I mean, but no. Do I have a specialty one like a poker chip that people put down or?
Yes.
or like a medal they got in third grade? No, I don't use that kind.
I use a Vegas chip.
That's pretty sad.
That's because it's colorful.
Why?
Because I can see it.
You can't. What are you, blind?
Yeah, it could be.
What are you,
Bobby?
blind? What do you know about favorite kind of chicken wings?
Chicken wings.
Wings. Buffalo chicken wings. What's your favorite kind?
You just said buffalo chicken
wings. What kind of wings are your favorite?
I like like a barbecue, a honey barbecue.
How about a bacon barbecue?
I have never had one, but I will try it because I heard
the
PJ
Cooney
Wheelhands
wing.
has them.
All right, now you're talking.
It's the Cooney wing, and by the way, as much as we like to bust Bob's balls about it,
chops,
he's fantastic. He created a great wing.
It's
a great wing,
Bob.
No, it's a great wing. I have yet to have anyone who's tried it that hasn't said this
I
is
take
really
it
delicious.
straight into the bacon fat, right?
There you go.
Or are there bacon bits?
What do you
Bacon
got, Pat?
bits.
You got anything
Nice, nice.
What do you know about Netflix? You watch anything?
Netflix lately.
Lincoln Lawyer?
That's Stranger Things, right?
Yep.
Yes.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I've watched enough Netflix.
Okay.
There you go.
Why do you think I wouldn't know anything about like Netflix?
It's not
Yeah,
that.
what's the matter with you, Pat?
I more wanted to know.
More like what are you streaming?
watching?
Like what are you
Such a
watching?
jerk.
That was Ozark too, right?
Yes.
Yes, I watch Ozarks. I've watched Stranger Things, but when baseball starts, I don't watch anything.
I got one for you. Lincoln Lawyer, you'll like it.
I've not seen it.
You'll like it.
Have you seen Hustle with Anthony Gargano yet?
I have not.
Oh, you got to check it
Hey,
out.
Adam
seen
Schefter says he's up. He should be up for some sort of a.
I have seen the trailers and stuff, so
There you
I've
go.
seen Anthony.
There we go.
What do
How
you know about outer space?
It's dark.
Okay.
Well,
Well,
there's
like
some
planets and
There's
stuff.
some planets and stars, and there's some gases out there. There's an
Gases in here,
international
too.
space station.
What's your favorite planet
No,
outside of
that's
Earth?
too many. Too
Favorite
many questions.
planet?
No, that's
Oh,
not.
okay.
There's no one to ask. It's not 10 questions with
Okay.
Ricky.
Let's
Let
take,
Coach
let's
get
take
one
the
in.
planet off and say we'll just say the moon. I'd like to go hang out at the moon one day.
Coachy?
Make it quick, Coach.
Rick, would you rather be dumb or ugly?
Well, I'm already ugly, so I might as well stay there. I'll just take ugly. How's that?
Ricky Bone knows. He really does. He knows. We find it out all the time. Hey, Staples stores are a new world of possible. They got innovative tools for small business, remote workers, and learners. Explore more at your local Staples store or visit staplesconnect.com. If you could do the Anthony Gargano acting routine where you're asked to act in a project, would it be a film or would it be TV? Would it be TV or film? And what would you want to play? If you could pick like somebody to play. And you're just having a small part. You could probably have like 20 lines.
I'll say. I guess this would be TV, like the flight attendant.
Yeah, it's a good show.
With Kaylee Kuko?
Yeah, I'll be the guy she hooks up with.
Yeah, I'd like to be that guy too.
Wait a minute.
I'd like
Wait
to
a
be
minute.
that guy.
Wait a minute. Pat, your boy,
We can share. I can be a stunt double.
Pat, your boy crush is actually
Tom Pelfrey
hooking up with her right now.
Yeah, he's good for.
He may be
good for
watching.
him.
Wave to the camera. He may be watching you right now.
You are. Yeah.
Just do
You're
this.
a lucky man.
Tom Pelfrey likes Pat Egan.
She
very much.
looks good, man.
Very, very much. She's adorable.
She's hot.
She's been married a few times.
Yeah, I think at least twice.
Her and Beckinsale. I'm a big Kate Beckinsale fan.
Yeah, she's gorgeous.
So did you or did you not like Big Bang Theory?
Yeah, great show.
They hate it.
Really?
They all hate it. I love
could
it
you
too.
hate it?
It's a great
Did
show.
I watch
It's
it?
a bunch of dorks that hook up with a hot girl. Come on, man.
Because it's not realistic.
And by the way,
Well, wait, it took 6 seasons for one of them to hook up with a hot
I
girl.
don't find the host of Jeopardy to be a hot girl.
No.
Dr. Amy Farrah
Mayim?
Fowler.
She's
I love
brilliant,
her.
by the
I
way.
love her. She's
Yeah,
a
Brilliant
she's
girl.
a doctor in real life, I believe.
You know
is.
what? The beauty is on the inside sometimes there, pal.
That's on my dating
Look
profile.
at Bob. Bob's trying
ass.
to. Bob tried to
You're an
hold.
ass.
Bob tried to hold it too. He couldn't. You owned him on that one, Rick. That was hard
That's a
inside.
horrible show. With the worst character in the
That
history
was
of
not a
television.
hard- it was actually a
was a
funny
very
show.
funny show.
You know what? How about Grain of Salt? Have you ever heard of that?
No.
Take it with a grain of salt.
Oh yes,
No.
yes, yes.
I just didn't like.
By the way, what does that mean?
You take
it with a
it.
grain
You
of
just
No, no, but
you
what
you
is
might not like
it's
it,
not
so
the
add a little
world.
something to like
Oh.
to
It's
it.
seasoning.
Well, it's basically
Right,
not,
yeah, yeah.
not your whole world. It's a
No,
little
it's just
piece of it. Just
exactly.
enjoy it.
That's all right
I
not
always-
to like
like,
something.
I
I
always-
just didn't like
By
it.
the way, how hard could it be to look at Kaylee Cuoco the whole time?
That's
I mean, what
fine.
the hell's
That's
wrong
fine.
with you?
I could go on the
if you
internet
don't
and
like
look
the
at
show,
her.
you don't like her. So,
I was
No,
like the guy.
it's not true.
Well, now we've
Not
entered.
at all.
We've
It
entered.
is 100%
It's the
true.
TV snob generation.
I didn't like the
I only
96
watch
Phillies, but I loved
streaming.
you.
I only watch streaming shows.
Good point.
You know, like
Give me
Cuz hates Friends.
I hate Friends too.
Friends was unbelievable.
Friends is
show.
a monumental,
Why?
huge worldwide
Jennifer
hit.
Aniston is hot.
I agree. With
Courtney Cox is
Jennifer
hot.
Aniston's in probably my
Was.
top 10, but I don't find that show remotely funny.
Oh my God!
Like when I watched
didn't like Joey in that show, but isn't that weird?
That's the thing. I didn't like the characters.
Joey's one of my boys.
Well, thanks for joining us.
Mix in a microphone once.
I mean, my buddy Glenn, when he messes around, is exactly that character.
I did
Just
Joey
like
him
he's
on
Joey
that show.
Tribbiani, but funny.
I love Joey. They made him out to be too stupid.
That was my problem with it.
It was like too much.
Like
And-
nobody would want to be friends with that guy because he's that dumb.
Yeah, he's way too stupid.
We're friends with you.
Wow.
You're just 0 for 2 on the bad jokes today.
Really?
Well, actually,
Wow,
you're
that
2
was
for
an
2 on
over?
the bad jokes today.
That one didn't hit?
All right, now, Bob went 4-1. Pat went 4-1. Connor, you went 4-1 for this weekend.
I did.
I went 3-2. So, Ricky,
You want me to be a little different, huh?
no, I'm saying is where do you think it's going to end up this weekend?
I think it's going to be
series.
4-1. I think it has
That's
a
awesome.
very good opportunity to go 5-0 if they sweep on Friday.
Then say
Are
5-0.
you kidding
coward.
me?
I can't. They
No,
never
but he's
sleep
saying,
at the
but they
header.
could 5-0. Now 5-0.
This
Everybody
team sucks.
Yeah, but everybody's losing their minds. if they're 5-0.
Washington's terrible.
Yeah, they're terrible.
If they come out of this at 2-3, what you watch? See how we're all happy right now with the way they're playing,
I'm
and
not happy.
the walk-offs are wonderful. Woo 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 woo! And then they come back from Washington 2-3. You know what next Thursday's going to look like, right?
I hope Heavy Chevy grabs that video.
Right?
Because that could easily be a GIF or a meme, whatever.
It's
we
GIF.
can use that. It's a GIF.
It's Jif is peanut butter.
And Jeff is J.
Yeah, it's
It's
GIF.
GIF.
Well,
GIF.
no, it can be both.
It's not a GIF.
No, it can be GIF.
I thought it's GIF.
It's either
GIF
or.
What do you mean
I
it
don't
can
think-
be either?
I don't think there was like a definitive answer because some people
Is
say
the word
GIF and
GIF
some
in the dictionary?
I think GIF is the
people-
word.
It's like tomato,
Nah.
tomato.
No, it's
No,
not
it's
tomato.
not. Nobody
realize
says
that.
tomato.
I thought it's a GIF.
Except
People
across
in,
the
people
pond.
in England
And
say
I do
tomato.
love GIF very, very much.
I like GIF.
I would absolutely love
I'm
that.
a GIFsman.
Kate
Do
Beckinsale
you-
says Tommaso.
Okay, so I know you've done this reconnaissance. I know you talk to people that are in the know. What is the difference with Rob Thompson running the team with the people that are in uniform?
Simplistic? He's a baseball guy.
Isn't
Listen to
isn't
terms.
Joe Girardi a baseball guy? I
Led
mean,
by analytics. I believe Robbie's a guy that is led by his own mind and eyes. And when that happens, you become a baseball team, which what happened to them? Became
It
a
appears
baseball
that way.
team. They remembered that, oh, my goodness, it's a game. It's a game. You let the ball get deep on. You know what I did? Instead of listening to what Rob is saying to us, you listen to what the players are saying to you. Ready? All right, I'll just go through a few of them, and you guys could comment on each one. Alec Boehm hits a home run against Hader. What was his comment after the game? I wanted to get on top of the ball. That is not an analytic term. If it's an analytic term, you want to get under the ball and hit the ball up in the air, right?
Launch angle.
See? Yeah. See? So he wanted to put backspin on the baseball, that's different. That's a baseball term. Reese Hoskins has said, I wanted the ball to get deeper in the zone and let it come to me. Again, new baseball term. We've heard from multiple players say, Rob Thompson is a baseball guy. Things have changed. Things have changed. Maybe he's cutting back the information. Maybe they're still giving the information, but once you hit that field, it's a different game. It is a baseball game. You have to remember where it started, where you started. You started on a Little League field, for crying out loud, and you weren't taking uppercut swings at that point. You were trying to do what? Make contact. Drive the baseball.
Not Connor. He was trying to walk.
Connor was trying to get walks.
Well, at least he
figured
got on base for us.
Billy
Good point.
Bean's calling
Just
me
not in
right
softball.
now.
There you go.
People forget.
Oh, by the way, let's go to that. Oh, I've been waiting for this, and it keeps slipping my mind. Moneyball is a bunch of crap.
It was garbage.
By the way.
It was garbage.
Really?
It's
You
a
had
movie.
number
Yeah.
one and number
No,
two
it was
and
supposed to be
MVP at
reality.
shortstop
I
and third.
understand.
Wait, let me finish. You had Chavez and who
Miguel
Tejada.
Tejada.
Nobody's
Miguel
like
Tejada.
1-2.
By the way, 1-2 in MVP voting.
And
that
Zito
year.
and Hudson.
Hold on, I'm not done. Zito, Hudson, and who was the
Mulder.
third? And Mulder.
You can't
What
win.
the-
That's not Moneyball.
And by the way, did you notice the movie? Who was it based on, really? Scott Hatteberg. Come on,
Give me
man.
a break.
Did notice that.
It was
Really?
That is the
Really?
I never
that
saw
show,
it.
that movie should have
It's
had a laugh
entertaining.
track under it.
I like the
Well,
movie.
Because they tried to pass it off as
Three
well,
that
they
year.
had three of the best pitchers.
And
in
the-
the
and the pitching rotation?
Who was the one that was mad about Art Howe? Right? He was upset that the way they made
Art
the
Howe
movie.
No,
was
ask
pissed.
Tim Hudson and Barry Zito about it.
Barry Zito's legitimately annoying.
They literally got glossed over like they weren't.
They only showed Hudson because he had that bad game when they were up 11-0.
You had three. I think you had 3 of 11. The 3 of the 11 top starters in the American League, or something like that.
Yeah.
And they don't mention it.
Oh, it was
because of analytics won for it.
That's a joke.
Stupidity. and not
You
and
should go
didn't
see
hold
Lightyear.
on.
The book's really good though. Lightyear's great.
Yeah.
Lightyear's
If
really
you want
good.
to see a good movie, go see
Or
Lightyear.
Top Gun.
Lightyear.
Story of Buzz.
Top Gun's a great.
Miles Teller.
Ricky, you
brought me up on
Infinity
the
and
game,
Beyond.
by the way. Did you notice that?
Yeah, he's a fan of yours.
Ricky, you'd love Top Gun if you haven't seen it yet. You would love it.
I'm definitely seeing
It's
it.
spectacular.
I just haven't had time.
You want to go to the movies?
Not with you, no.
All right.
Wait a minute, Ricky and wait a minute.
I
Ricky and Egan at the movies would be a great
Oh, that would be
social
like
media.
you had that conversation
Next Wednesday
before.
we go to the
You wanna
No,
movies.
we're going to do it with
We'll talk about
Tyrese. We're going to do it with Tyrese. Is Egan goes to the movies with like random people.
Just
that would
random?
be great.
Well,
No, like
usually it's
random
stars.
celebrities.
I call them random stars,
Like, I'd
Ricky,
love
and
to
that's
see
what
you
you
Go out
are.
of the blue.
like what movie do you want to see?
I want to see Top Gun.
Well,
You've
okay.
already seen it.
Yeah, I mean, I'll see it again.
He'd go again. Let's see. Like, I want to see Egan go
Like,
to
is
see
there
a
any-
movie with Jim Gardner.
It's just hard for me. I'm working every night.
Is
right
there
now. I mean,
anything
it's not
coming
like-
out that you want to see that you know of?
No.
Are you trying to make a date here?
Yeah, I'm trying to.
It would be good.
We'll figure it out, Eeks.
Yeah.
We'll figure it out.
I think
we're
it
gonna
works.
hang out.
And you know what Ricky would do? He'd smuggle the candy and the food in his hoodie.
Oh, no, I would not.
You don't smuggle food
I'd
in?
buy my own food in there.
Really?
Yeah.
You don't bring in?
Don't worry.
good.
Pat's got you covered.
Pat, I know, Pat.
I'll
I
teach
know.
you. I'll
As I
teach
was
you the
told, the hoodie is the
Oh, it's the
understated
weapon.
best way to
'Cause
but
they
you
can't touch you.
But you wear it in.
weapon.
You wear it and you wear the hoodie and you stuff the stuff in your hoodie.
Right. They can't touch you.
They can't touch you.
Yeah.
Can't put a hand on you.
Yeah, the
Can't
one
frisk
time.
you?
The one time they tried to frisk me, and I just started yelling.
What was his
Personal
name?
space. Personal space.
What was his name?
Frank.
Frank at the they did it to
At
you
the
again.
Regal.
Do you go digital tickets or do you go do you
digital.
print them out?
Everything's digital now.
Okay, you put on like so when you get on the plane, you don't do paper tickets, I hope.
No, nobody does anymore, do they?
Yes, they do. I've seen people
Yeah,
do it.
I usually do paper tickets.
You get them in your email, and then you just show it.
You put it on your wallet.
Why is why is a flight from Aruba on the same day? I'm just
What?
'cause I'm bringing my daughters.
what?
I'm bringing my daughters, and I went to check from Philadelphia, and it said check airports nearby, and the flights from Philadelphia. Okay, you might get one for like $700.
Okay,
round trip.
How much was it?
And
from
I
where?
checked Newark. It's like $324 round trip, same day.
Yeah.
Why wouldn't you just go out of Newark then?
I am gonna go out of Newark
Because
Yeah,
you
take
have to
the
drive
drive
to
up.
Newark. That's your answer.
No, but Pat, what's that ride? An hour?
Newark?
That yeah, it's not very.
About that.
45 minutes to an hour. Yeah, probably.
I would do that for
I
saving
always check Newark.
2 tickets for the price of one.
Yeah, if I'm
Trenton.
flying out, I check Newark.
What,
and
Trenton?
Trenton's another one.
Trenton.
Because
Do
I
they-
have a
wait a
kid.
minute,
I
where
have a
does
kid down
Trenton
in
have
South.
I don't
in,
think they go to
Charlotte.
Aruba though.
No, probably no.
Do
It's
people
nonstop out of
Does
Newark.
Newark go to Europe?
Yeah, Newark's a
Yeah,
huge
Newark's the
airport.
biggest
No, I know.
airport around.
Yeah.
So no, but I mean Newark goes just like you would at JFK or just like you would at LaGuardia.
Oh yeah, no, actually, they go more than LaGuardia. LaGuardia is not necessarily international. They'll go to.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I mean, they'll go certain places, but I think the two big ones are JFK and Liberty.
See what you learn on this show? Knowledge. You'll see Ricky Batalico later on today.
Yes, you
Working
will.
hard. By the way, Taryn doing a great job too. And you guys are all
Taryn
you
did a
guys
nice
are in a
job,
good
yeah.
run. You're in a good run right now.
Huh?
You're in a good run right now.
What do you mean?
You guys are having good shows.
Thank you.
They're
well,
very good
team
shows.
helps.
I think they're always good.
I think Ruben
Thanks,
Amaro.
Eeks.
I think Ruben Amaro has gone to me from being a as an analyst in the game. I think he's approaching the A. I'm not giving him an A yet.
He's
he's approaching
going from
an
an analyst to an
'Cause
analyst now.
to me, he is.
I
To
get
me,
what
he
you
is.
did
He
there.
has raised his game to a level that's really good.
He's gotten a lot better, yeah.
He's really, really good. Hey, remember to support life-saving cancer research. Join us and our generous partner, Pierce Phelps Bryant Heating and Air Conditioning Dealers. Make a donation today to the AACR, the American Association for Cancer Research. Go to 97.5thefanatic.com/AACR because cancer research saves lives. Hope to see you in Bluebell later today for our happy hour from 5 to 7 p.m. The John Kincade Show will be back tomorrow. Have a great 4-day weekend, Bob.
Oh, thank you. Appreciate you. Guys, it's Thursday morning after a week of games at the ballparks, and that means it's time for me to award the official Pierce Phelps Bryant Whatever It Takes award to the Phillies player who did whatever it took to help the club this week. Well, this week, Pat, even you could get this one. That award has to go to first baseman Rhys Hoskins. That's right. Listen to this. Last 9 games, he's 17 for 38. 5 home runs, 11 RBI. He's upped his average to 253, 13 home runs, 36 RBI on the year. And just like Rhys Hoskins, your Pierce Phelps Bryant heating and air conditioning contractor will do whatever it takes to keep you comfortable when you are watching the game at home from your couch this summer. To find a Pierce Phelps Bryant contractor near you, visit nopaybryant.com.
The John Kincade Show
For someone who's super, super hot, you're really cranky.
on 97.5 The Fanatic, Philadelphia. Today's John Kincade Show is presented by Wendy's. When you want a hot and juicy hamburger, go for the square. Wendy's serves up fresh, never frozen, always square beef. Go to Wendy's and grab a Dave's Double and taste that hot, juicy square difference. Choose wisely. Choose Wendy's hot and juicy hamburgers. Fresh beef available in the contiguous